Just smoke it up his nose for a night. And
yeah. So,
but that's when you must have loved everything you ate then, right?
It was the best meal of my fucking life.
I know.
St. Louis food is so good.
I kind of didn't get a chance to eat that night. So.
Oh, no.
Hey! Good morning, everybody. Hello. Yeah. It's Thursday, and it's Leap Day.
So cool.
Hooray!
Yep.
This day doesn't
It's
count.
the 29th. Well, you're kind of right, Scott. I'll get into that in a second. Because it kind of doesn't count. I'll explain later.
It's a free space day?
Yeah, we're staying the same age as we were yesterday.
According to many businesses, yes.
Okay.
But I do want to address something first. We all like to encourage our kids to, reach for the stars and, if they have a hobby, keep at it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you're shooting hoops in the driveway. You're not good right now, but
Someday.
you
One
keep
day.
trying. Someday you could be the next Larry Bird or Michael Jordan.
10,000 hours.
Some kids just suck. Honestly, like you're never gonna get good.
Yep.
Have you said that? Have you ever gone, hey, man, I don't think you're built for this. I don't think this one's you.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, to my kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually it was basketball.
Hey, man.
Like we were at a park and we were, shooting hoops and the kid just won't get it. Can't get it.
Can't get it. Not for
I'm
you.
like,
Is that what you're supposed to do? What does the parenting manual say?
Yeah, the
Don't
parenting
take
manual.
after your old man.
Yeah, a dad says, well, you can't be good at anything. You can't be good at everything. That's
you know what? The Rizzutos don't play basketball. That's my line.
You don't have it in you, man.
It's just not. It's not in us.
We're land animals. Yeah, stay feet on the ground.
It's not in us. It's just not our thing, son.
What kind of shoes are you wearing?
Skates. He was doing it on skates.
Which he's very good at.
Great. Good skater, great skater. Good hockey player, not a great basketball player, which is fine.
Yeah, that's okay.
Lern. Every little girl thinks they could sing, right?
I'm walking proof of that. Yep.
Every little girl thinks she could sing,
Yes.
but not every little girl should sing.
Tell that to my father. Okay.
Did your father encourage you?
He did.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Now I bring this up because the national anthem is a tough song to sing.
Sure.
We've heard our fair share of terrible anthems. In fact, I have a whole audio file folder full of terrible anthems.
Yep.
Actually,
Just
we
Roseanne.
have 4 folders because only so many fit in each folder.
Yes,
I'm not kidding.
there are a lot. I mean,
I remember building more folders.
yeah, there are some. Quite famous ones. Here's one from a county fair.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous
This didn't work out so well for this woman.
Yeah, that event just started 5 minutes ago.
Quaalude anthem. Cool.
This one is labeled Polish Guy Butchers the Star Spangled Banner. Okay.
Oh, say, can you see my down starry light?
All right.
We're so proudly behaved by the twilights that we made.
Yeah, I mean that went off the rails
Yeah, you
pretty
got
quickly.
got yourself lost. Oop, oop.
Got himself
Just
lost.
stop, take a breath, take a drink, and start over.
There's the Roseanne Barr one. Yeah. Oh, Carl Lewis,
Man.
Oh,
Olympic gold medalist.
For the ramparts we watch, we're so gallantly streaming, and the rockets, the bombs bursting in.
Uh-oh.
you never uh-oh yourself.
Uh-oh.
Maybe the crowd didn't know. He didn't need to tell. You know, you don't want to point out your mistakes.
But he's a humorous fellow, I think.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they heard.
Regular.
They heard. So I bring this up because an 8-year-old girl.
Oh, no, don't do that.
I mean, I gotta.
She's 8?
8.
Oh, no.
I'm not blaming the girl.
Okay. Who are you blaming?
The parents.
Can't wait to hear this.
100% the parents' fault.
Because they encourage her too much?
This is 100% the parents' fault.
When encouraging your kids goes wrong.
It's not even encouraging your kids. It's allowing your kid to be put in public to do this.
But doesn't
Maybe
this
that's what they
happen?
wanted.
I mean, I've heard at little leagues, little kids singing the national anthem all the time.
This
So
is not.
Why
a,
is this
This
different?
is not a Little League game. This
Okay.
is in front of the NBA's Indiana Pacers.
Oh.
In front of a full arena.
Maybe this is what she wanted to do. Maybe this is a dream. come true.
8-year-old girl belted out a passionate rendition of the national anthem at the Pacers game earlier this week, which the team has praised as an unmatched performance, quote unquote.
Are we sure this wasn't like a Make-A-Wish Foundation thing?
If it is, my apologies to
Okay.
Make a Wish
Just wanna get in there.
Foundation and this little girl. I don't think it was.
Okay. All
I
right.
don't think it was.
Just a disclaimer.
But we hope that's a pretty cool opportunity.
Her name is Kinsley Murray. And after gaining fame for singing pregame anthems all across the country, the Pacers had her do the honors Monday against the Toronto Raptors. She was decked out like a princess wearing a red, white, and blue American flag dress. Afterward, the Pacers shared the performance on TikTok, where folks in the comments had their thoughts.
People.
The Pacers captioned the clip, "The passion, the outfit. This anthem performance was unmatched." She's adorable, yes. She sang her heart out, hitting some high notes, but people compared her to, remember when Fergie,
Yeah.
when she sang the anthem?
At least it was
I'll
something.
play a little of that later.
At least it's something different. You shredded her, and I didn't think it was that bad.
Oh, get out of
It
here.
is not my style, but it's not bad.
My lovely Liberty.
She was going for something.
Just that star spangled banner yet
Check it out.
Yeah, that's a cartoon trying to be really funny with the national anthem.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about jazz or any of that kind of stuff. But like, she was going for something that I don't understand.
I don't know nothing about jazz either, but that ain't jazz.
You don't know nothing about jazz either. Let's just put that out there.
I'm just saying that whatever she was going for, I don't understand it. It
Something
doesn't make
didn't
it bad.
connect.
It doesn't make it bad. I love how everybody's a brilliant, objective, music reviewer.
No, that
I have ears.
That doesn't make you
I
a
have
music
ears.
reviewer.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. That is
Sure
what-
does.
You have the ability to hear sound.
And comment on said sound I am hearing.
With a salt filter.
I happen to have a microphone in front of me.
And you will listen to every
and
damn
my
word I have to
thoughts-
say.
My thoughts are amplified into thousands of ears every morning. Well, here is the little girl who somebody said Fergie must have been her teacher. Here we go.
she makes interesting choices,
I
but
can't anymore.
that's not terrible.
She can carry a note.
Yeah.
Hold it. She can hold a note.
Can she? Is that a note?
And she's got a little hint of some metal in there, dude. This little girl in about 10 more years is going to have a
I
death metal
appreciate
band.
your
Yeah.
positivity.
Yeah. Her name is
Pantera
Jennifer
cover band.
Malmsteen.
Her parents should be ashamed of her. Not of her, but of themselves. I'm sorry. That slipped out.
Little girl. Little Freudian
Sorry,
slip
I'm sorry.
there.
I'm sorry.
Whoops.
Poor little girl. She's just trying real hard. That's just a lot of
She
trying.
is.
That's all she's
She
doing.
is trying. It's not her fault. Because somebody told her she was good and should do this.
I know. But I'm not gonna crap on her. I'm not gonna do it.
Hey, man, 8 years old.
She's
I'm
8 years old.
not
Go for
crapping
all
on
of
her.
No, I know, but I'm not even gonna crap on the parents. Whatever, dude.
Are
love
you
your-
out of your mind?
love your little
man, you
girl.
gotta go out there.
The kid's
Get
brave enough
out
to get
there.
up there and sing.
First of all,
Problem is, well, not the only problem. There are some other problems in that. It's a very difficult song.
Yes.
It is one of the hardest songs to sing IMO, in my opinion. That's what that means, Rizz.
That's what the kids will understand.
That's what
Thank
the
you.
kids say. And you got to do it a cappella. Mm-hmm. So you don't have any music.
No
behind.
accompaniment.
No accompaniment. So it's already, you're up against those two things. It's a difficult song, no music. Now you have to add the pressure that it is unpatriotic to not do it well. Mm-hmm. Now you're under the thumb of nationalism.
Yeah, well,
Then-
I didn't think about that part at all.
Then you got, now you're 8 and you're in front of, whether it's in front of 300, probably everyone she knows is at that thing. That 8, you don't know that many people. So every single person in her life is probably in the stands watching that. I think we should change the national anthem to an easier song. That's what I say.
Good luck with that in this country. No,
Think about
listen. It is not the parents' fault. It's the Pacers' fault. It is the Why are
No.
You're telling me that
Oh,
the Pacers
this
are like,
is
okay, give us a
100% on
little
the parents.
audio or a sampling of your child before they come sing. Whoever that happens, people want Charles Glenn, right? Before he got hired for the Blues, they saw that man's audio file of like, okay, what can this dude do? They're not going to let somebody come in there and botch it. So whoever is the entertainment director for the Pacers went and screwed up.
Apparently, this girl's been singing the anthem across the
but
country.
I don't think anybody's screwed up. This is fine. It's guys like 1 in a million.
I'm
Maybe
just saying.
1 in a million
to
8-year-olds.
Put your little girl out there knowing
Yeah, but one
that
in-
she cannot sing.
Dude, it's the Pacers.
Do you remember when you were 8?
Mama loves you.
Like 1 in a million 8-year-olds would ever dare go in public to do anything,
Yeah,
much
this
less
is awesome.
sing. Encourage that. It may not be
Encourage it.
objectively awesome or whatever right now, but like that's
Encouraged.
Who
to do
is
it
hurt?
in
Who's
your,
being
in your
hurt?
bedroom.
I'm triggered because this was me as an 8-year-old singing Patsy Cline songs in my grandma's Oldsmobile. She told me, "Oh, grandma's gonna turn on Walking After Me. You got a voice of an angel."
Yeah.
I'm a
She
Jew.
lied.
The whole time.
Yeah, but
She lied to you.
she was building you up. What's wrong with
Yeah.
building this gal up?
No, but don't put her in front of 20,000
She
people.
put herself there. She wants to do it.
She
didn't
put
get
herself
there.
there. She's 8. She can't make any decisions on her own.
You
She wanted to do
you
it.
think that gal's going out there and doing that because somebody forced her to? Come on. She wants to do this.
Which is amazing because I was
She's
nervous in the stands. I couldn't imagine
wouldn't
doing
have-
that.
She didn't pick up the phone and call the Pacers and
The
say,
GD
"Hi, I'm
phone.
8."
Well, no, but she probably said like, "Hey, I saw somebody sing at this basketball game. That's something I want to do. Are you sure? Yeah, okay. Well, all right. Well, let's see how you do." And then you do it at a small arena and then another arena and like, "Oh my gosh, do you really want to do that? There's 18,000 people there." Yeah, I want to do it. I want to do it. Like, of course you encourage
I want
that.
to do a lot of things when I was 8. I want to stick this key in the socket. Go ahead, baby.
Come on.
I want to put this key in the
I
wall.
don't know. I don't see anything wrong.
Go
I was-
ahead, baby.
I was
I
in
see
a
this as-
pageant.
You're out of your mind.
You're being you're building somebody
You're
up.
out of your
Listen
mind.
here. I was in the Old King Cole pageant, 5 years old, okay? West Frankfort, Illinois, in the gymnasium. And you had to sing a song. It was like part of your talent, right? I sang Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And I did a little
That should be the
ad-lib.
national anthem. Everyone can do that one.
I did, and it was terrible. But you got up there and did it.
But did you enjoy it?
I was nervous, but yeah, like I had, it's on tape somewhere, and I would love to watch it again.
You wouldn't be, I dare say, you would not be here today talking in front of millions.
Right?
Exactly.
On the air if you didn't have that experience
Encouragement.
of getting over the nerves, the encouragement, bam. I mean, come on. It made a career right
Hello.
there.
This little girl in 20 years is going to be the next Howard Stern. You just
Or
wait.
Taylor
a
Swift.
what?
really good comedian.
When
Because this
you're-
kind of trauma makes you funny.
As a parent, you're supposed to go, you encourage, okay, and it's positive reinforcement, but my little girl really can't sing.
You don't stamp it
Get
down.
out of here.
You don't
out of
stamp
your
it down.
So do you just
Yes,
encourage your kid
no,
not to do that and
no,
stay
you don't
home and play
encourage
video
him.
games?
You don't encourage him not to do it. You encourage him not to do it in front of anybody.
You're just playing this
No,
wrong. Yes,
I'm
you are.
No,
you-
I'm not. No, I'm not.
You're just doing
No,
this.
I'm not. I wouldn't want to. I'm a protective parent who would not want to put my kid in front of people if that's how they sound.
That's harsh, brother.
It's not harsh.
I think that's a harsh thing to say.
Parents listening, I wonder if there's something that they've drawn the line on. Like you with the basketball with your son.
That's not even drawing a line.
You told your son you're not very good at basketball, so maybe try something else. That's drawing a line for your child, yes.
If I knew this kid couldn't do free throws or couldn't get the ball up to the rim. And then he goes, all right, hey, I'm going to be in front of the whole school. I'm going to shoot hoops, as a part of an exhibition. I go, man.
But see,
I don't.
There's that
I don't know,
parenting
buddy.
style. And then there's people like my sister and brother-in-law who their son is a baseball player, but he wanted to play football.
Yeah.
And so he went out. This guy's got trainers. They got on the side when they're, you know what I'm saying? I think that's maybe the divide of parents, like whether you have the brutal honesty with them and like, hey, this is not going to be your sport, or you double down and go, all right, we're going to throw in a ton of money with people that are really good, and on the side, if you want to work for it, you got it. So
Or change
This is apples
expectations.
and oranges. This is an apple. Apples and oranges.
Yeah, you manage expectations.
expectations.
You're crazy.
No, you equip the kid with tools to know how to handle disappointment, because whether it's them disappointing themselves or
Right.
being disappointed with their own actions or whatever, but you still encourage, like,
I'm
let
not saying
her
don't
roll.
encourage them. I wouldn't put them in front of that many
I'm not
people
encouraging
knowing.
to do. I'm not saying that.
You're also equipping them with the skill that you can try and fail at something and you won't die from it.
right.
Yeah.
And I
This
think
is
there's
in front of
value
20,000
in that.
people.
So what? Who cares?
What?
Yeah, but that didn't just happen.
It's a Pacers game.
You're
What was
acting-
the score of the game? It's about as important as what the final score of the game will be in
You're-
five.
Jeremy
You're-
says, as a high school coach, I thank you, Rizz. More parents need to be like that.
Yeah, but
So-
you're acting. You guys are
Yeah,
acting.
what a terrible high school coach.
Yeah, and this
I'm
is
glad you're
no
not.
kidding, dude.
No.
Wait, as a
Where?
guy who is stuck in my glory years, I'll tell you more people.
No,
need
I'd
to
like
read
to.
them.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Cool, man.
But,
Thank you, Jeremy.
But you're acting like this gal.
I never left the high school I went to.
You're acting like this kid came up to in the living room and said, "Hey, Mom, I want to sing the national anthem," and then this person went on a mission to get them in front of 20,000 people the next day. That's not what happened here. We don't know the full story.
Yeah,
You
she's
just
probably
said
in
that
a
she's been
choral.
singing at all these different arenas.
I know enough. No, I don't know about different arenas. She's been singing, quote unquote, across the country.
But nobody does that because they've been forced to, and if they have, then that's
Listen,
a different issue.
she could have been in an Elks Lodge in front of 10 people the day before. I don't know.
But clearly, the kid wants to be there.
But
Listen
clearly,
to her.
if you have ears, you know the kid can't sing.
This poor child.
But
No 8-year-old can sing. That's not the point here.
There are 8-year-olds that can sing.
There are
There are.
8-year-olds that can sing. Yeah, like the American Idol kids, but yeah.
sometimes you got to take the opportunity when it comes, and not when you're ready. You know what I mean?
Right.
But if you're going to do this in front of 20,000 people, Indiana is a great place.
Yeah, exactly.
They won't really
That's
pay
my point. It's a Pacers game.
I mean,
Who
it's okay.
cares?
That's the place to do it. Man.
That memory's lost in the corn.
That's
5
another
minutes
great
later.
point, Scott.
Thank you.
We're here to protect
There was
the
a
kids.
guy on my college football team, Joe Krug, cool dude, no delusions of grandeur. They called him rock hands, and he couldn't catch. It bounced, and he's just like, his whole take on it was like, yeah, man, it's fun. I walked on. I got some special teams. I like suiting up I like standing on the sideline. I like chopping it up with the guys. I
Yeah.
like the camaraderie.
Likes being a part of it.
I don't think I'm going to the NFL. I don't think I'm going to start in college. He goes, it's just, I enjoy it. And he's like, and I'm playing college football. And he's like, most people can't say that. And he's like, and I'm not even good. He's like, I'm just okay. And like, I kind of respected that. I was just like, well, he's not crushed by the fact that he isn't an all-star athlete or whatever. And he didn't. And I think I think it's more dangerous, honestly, when people, because I played D3. It was like NAIA switching to D3, and there was like 25 guys on my team that thought they were going to play in the NFL. And I'm like, bros,
I'm not.
we are not. We're not even close. But I'm saying, like, sometimes it's like the people with marginal talent who think they're going to go all the way. That can be more damaging than somebody that is taught at a young age that, like, hey, it's okay to do something you love and not be great at it or fail at it and move on to the next thing.
Or it could
and
be
get better.
damaging to put your kid in front of all these people.
And who's
Could
even
be.
saying these parents are like, you're so great, and lying to them because everybody's like, making a big deal about lying.
This is the damaging part.
Yeah,
You
this
know,
is the damaging part.
Maybe they're just
Mama's off
encouraging.
to the sideline clapping.
This is this child's first public ridicule that she's enduring.
I'm trying to keep it away from the kid. I'm trying to.
Yeah,
It's the parent.
I think it's.
Listen, if my son
think it's
was
your attitude going in.
5'3" and weighed 50 pounds and says, I want to go try out for the football team.
I think it's your
Dude.
attitude.
I don't know, man.
I think it's your attitude going in. If you're negative and all you're thinking about is the ridicule and all that, well, then that's what you're going to project onto your kid. And I think if you,
God,
you get if you
out of your
if you
mind.
go at it with it,
You're out of your mind.
We get one time to live here. You get one. And you want to try something that makes you happy
you're
and
putting an
whatever.
8-year-old in front of-
Why would
okay.
you tamper that down and then be like, oh well, we're not going to do it because of the ridicule. We're not going to do it because people are going to be weird and blah blah blah.
That's
Screw
not,
people.
That's
Like,
not it.
You
that's
do
not,
you,
that's
dude.
not it.
One life, brother.
That's not it.
One
That's not
life.
it. You're-
One love, too.
You are 100% off base and wrong.
Fine.
You're wrong.
Fine.
Hey, all I'm just going to say is
No.
why don't you go out there and try and sing it?
I can't. And I'm not going to.
That's
Well,
a good
you might
idea.
have to with the
Well, you
punishment
couldn't.
coming up.
You know
this
what?
year.
You couldn't throw a first pitch either. But
You're
went
right.
out- you went out there.
But I was
And
in
you
my
wanna do it again.
30s.
and you gave it your all.
60,000 people were like, ooh, collectively. But I'm 30.
I think you're.
And that still sucked.
I think you're carrying that around in your heart.
Yeah, I think
You're
that's
applying.
it.
I think you no longer have an
That was
objective
30 years
opinion.
old.
You've
Not
lost
8.
your objectivity.
If I did that in front of 8, if I did that and I was 8, and 60,000 people booed me when I was
sailed one.
What if you sang to 8-year-olds, like a room full of 8-year-olds? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And see how you felt then.
Yeah.
Because they won't judge. They're going to be like, this dude's awesome.
Hey,
He has a car.
Yeah.
Put yourself in the seat.
I'm not putting myself anywhere.
No, you're in row H at the Pacers game, and this happens. What are your thoughts?
Ooh.
Really?
Beer time.
Of
But,
course
but you know it's an 8-year-old. You're like, oh man, that's look at the
I would turn to whoever I was
look
with
at the
and say,
guts that kid has to do.
I would
this.
turn. No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't see the positive. You don't absorb
No.
any of the positive that's
I'm only
happening in
going
front of you.
negative. I'm going, where are the parents?
You know what's cool about this is America, man. Get crappy versions of the song, great versions. This is America.
What?
It's for everyone, man.
Now it's
Oh, God.
false equivalences, and what are we doing?
It's a kid. Good for you. Wow, that's so cool.
Oh, so no, it's not.
It is so cool. If you see an 8-year-old that has the guts to do anything
And
like
now,
this,
ladies and
that is
gentlemen,
so
me
cool.
play. You know what?
What?
Yeah, I could noodle a little bit with guitar. Here's me playing the anthem on guitar.
Hell yeah. Let's hear it.
You're doing great, honey. Bring it home.
Mama loves you.
Get a Happy Meal after this.
Yeah.
I like it.
Practice that part of that.
America.
Isn't he so good?
That is really
Now, was that a kid?
I don't know.
That was a 70-year-old man.
Well,
yeah,
then that's-
Jimi Hendrix.
That was a one-armed war refugee.
Yep.
4 years old that you just made fun of.
Wow.
Wow.
that
I love
was
all the
a-
people emailing in like parents need to be brutally honest with their kids. Guarantee 1,000% these are the same people that are mad at their parents right now.
Yeah.
They will have complaints about
Okay,
how their
then.
parents that they have all these lofty opinions about parenting, but I guarantee they have like need therapy.
You can't guarantee anything.
I guarantee it.
We actually have the software to
I
guarantee.
guarantee that the
guarantee
same people that are
anything.
like parents need to be brutal are like my dad never supported me and he never told me.
Oh,
what to
there's-
do."
There's kid gloves. And you do it in a gentle
Yeah.
way.
There are lines.
Well, that's not brutal honesty.
Yeah.
The subject line says brutally honest with their kids.
Listen, kid, I know you're only 6, but you are not a looker. You are horribly ugly. You're
Honey,
too
maybe
short.
we're
You
not
got a
ready.
silly
Maybe
voice
we're
and you're
not ready
terrible
to
at
sing in
math.
front of the Pacers.
Yeah.
Maybe we're not ready. Maybe we'll practice a little more. You practice a little more.
Is there any love out there anymore? Is there any? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Am I in a chamber of hate?
Value in
You
it,
are.
man.
Am I in a chamber of
No,
hate?
it's not a chamber of hate. It's a chamber of protection.
I'm not saying, well, what's
Via-
that?
Be hate.
Via negativity.
That chamber of protection turns
See?
into something else later, though, for the kid. It
Saying
turns into
no.
a prison of doubt.
Saying no.
Exactly.
Your
It's
your
all
chamber
how
of
you-
protection
it's all
is a
how-
prison of doubt.
It's all how you do it.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Some
got-
guy says, thank you, Rizz, for being so brutally honest. You a-hole that you are. Heart emoji. I think it's a compliment. I don't know.
Yeah.
I read it as a
Realistic expectations. That's it.
compliment. Yep.
Anyway, let's not fight on leap day.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Realistically,
But
This,
hey,
this is the data
let's
fight.
not fight on
Let me
leap
just say
day.
that before we started the
No.
show today, these men had a collective Kevin Costner boner because they were watching the new Kevin Costner film. Trailer.
Oh, the trailer, yeah.
And it's all love here, guys. So it's all good.
Oh, yeah. Kevin Costner's got, I guess, 2 new movies coming out. It's called Horizon, an American saga.
Horizon.
Horizon. And it's a Kevin Costner Western.
Go figure.
Which is unique.
And, yeah, he's stepping into that kind of
Yeah, which is neat to see him
genre.
finally breaking out.
And I watched it yesterday.
Rafe said it right. He's like, I'm glad he left Yellowstone to make Yellowstone.
yeah. I got to leave Yellowstone. I have a project that's just gnawing at my bones. What is it? It's Yellowstone.
I had a buddy tell me, dude, watch this trailer. I watched it. Now I had a Kevin Costner Western boner.
Yeah.
And I had to tell the fellas.
KCWB.
I like
Same
it.
character, just with a mustache.
Yeah, it's a new tradition we should start. Like, I mean, it was seconds before we went on air. We watched 2 back-to-back trailers and we discussed movies. And then went, okay, hey!
Time for the show, guys.
It made us more kind.
Kind of nice. Yeah, oh,
wait.
yeah.
Wait.
What?
No,
How am I not kind?
You're fine.
Of course I'm fine. I will go home and put my head down on my pillow and sleep and sleep with ease.
Yeah, because you appreciate who you are.
Because you said an 8-year-old's parents should be ashamed of her.
Yes. No. Not of her.
That's
No,
what you
no,
said.
no, I
You
didn't.
did slip.
You did say that. You forgot
I
already.
had a slip, yes.
It's fine.
They should be ashamed of themselves.
Oh, man. Yeah, will
love it.
you post that that trailer that we were watching
Yeah.
today? The Horizon
Yeah,
thing?
it looks awesome. And I know it's got some one-liners and stuff like that that are a little cliche, but I'm way too excited for this. Looks great.
Yeah.
It does
Thank
look
you,
pretty
Kevin.
cool.
Thank you, Kevin.
When's that come out?
Thank God his parents were encouraging.
In the summer?
June and then August. Part 1, June. Part 2, August.
Can I be in the
think-
third one, the prequel?
I think they even said it's a 4-parter.
So 2 of them are going to be in theaters at the same time. That's kind of wild.
June, August, and then maybe 2 more parts.
Wonder how that does.
Down the
Mr.
road.
Costner, I'm
Guys.
ready.
Stop it. We need to talk about this.
Okay.
Because this is a rare thing. It's February 29th. It's Leap Day. Leap Day only comes once every 4 years, so it's pretty fun until you realize that you are working for free today. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
We're working for free today. If you're on salary, you are working 1 extra day this year for the same money. And that's often still the case, even when the 29th falls on a weekend.
I got a feeling a few people listening just took the exit because they're going
Yep.
back home.
Yep, you might as well.
I don't blame him.
Sorry, it's a work from home day.
Yeah. It's a good
No,
trade.
I'm taking
That's
a
good
personal
trade.
day.
Tatanka, good trade.
I'm taking a personal day, and it's not counting.
You're not taking a personal day.
No, I'm
This-
here.
This day just doesn't. No, well, yeah, we are. But I'm saying if you take off today, it's not a personal day. It's just
Well, I'm saying I'm
This day
taking
doesn't
a
exist.
personal day and not putting in for it.
yeah, we're just getting back on a calendar here.
So in normal years, 6 days of the week happen 52 times, and 1 happens 53 times. But in leap years, 2 days happen 53 times. Does that make sense? So normal years, 6 days of the week happen 52 times, and 1 happens 53 times. So there will be 52 Mondays, 52 Tuesdays.
Oh, I see.
Okay, and one of the days will happen 53 times.
Oh, okay. So which day of the week are we?
But
getting?
in a leap year, 2 days happen 53 times.
So this year, obviously, we're getting an extra Thursday.
This year we get an extra Monday and Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
So there are
yeah.
53
I see what you're
Mondays
saying.
and 53 Tuesdays this year.
I wonder how long it takes us
Lucky us.
to get to like couple of Saturdays, you know?
Yeah.
But even when it was a Saturday, even when it was on a Saturday 4 years ago, the 2 extra days were Wednesday and Thursday.
Bummer.
Wow.
If you get paid hourly, none of this matters.
Right, you're raking it in.
This only affects people who make a set amount per year. But there's an ongoing debate about whether the leap day should be an official paid holiday or if people should, get some kind of bonus.
It makes sense to make it a holiday. Why not just have a fun thing? It happens every once in a while. Just let everyone off.
Most of us think we should get paid for that extra day. But if you want to gripe about it, to your boss, do it now. Because your argument will not hold much water next time around. We get an extra Saturday and Sunday in 2028. So the next leap year, we will get an extra Saturday and Sunday.
Do you know which one? Because I already took some time off that year.
No, we will get the 53 Saturdays and Sundays the next time around.
Okay.
To answer your question from before.
Thank you.
So we got that to look forward to, which is nice. But today, Hubbard enjoys a freebie.
That's
This one's on us, Hubbard.
We love you.
Hail Hubbard.
Hail Hubbard.
Hail Hubbard. All hail Hubbard. This is on us. This is, courtesy of the Rizz Show. Remember what we did for you guys. Mm-hmm. You guys up there in Minnesota.
Yeah, Jenny Morris. What's up?
Yep. Mm-hmm. All the programming folks up there. Just remember, we got one in the bank. Anyway, there's a push to stop the madness of, changing your clocks back and forth for daylight saving time, but we can't stop doing the leap years. We talked about this before. So we get this once every 4 years, mostly. So have you ever wondered what would happen if we didn't do this? And it might be more dramatic than you think. It takes Earth 365.24 days to orbit the sun. Covered this the other day, which is 365 days, 5 hours, 48 minutes, and 56 seconds. Those extra hours create enough time for one new day every 4 years. Now, if we didn't add that extra day, the calendar would shift about 25 days every century, meaning that after about 600 years, Christmas would actually be in July. In the sense that it would be in the middle of summer, at least in the Northern Hemisphere. We wouldn't have an early winter Christmas again for another 850 years. So basically, leap years are vital to keep the months in sync with the seasons and annual events, including equinoxes and solstices. And people have been recognizing the need for leap years for thousands of years, and the current Gregorian calendar has been in use since the late 1500s, but King Scott refuses to switch over.
That's right. I'm still a 13-month calendar guy.
Yeah, Scott is still operating on the old calendar.
The original one that was perfectly
Was it a
laid
Julian
out.
calendar?
Where December was in their correct month. October was 8.
Now, if you didn't know, the length of a day is also periodically adjusted by inserting a leap second because of variations in Earth's rotation. But unlike leap days, leap seconds are not added on a regular schedule because those variations are not as predictable. The last time a leap second was added was on December 31st of 2016.
Okay.
So now you know. But there are some deals to be had today. There are some deals around town that maybe get yourself a freebie or two.
I'm always looking for deals.
Yeah,
Before we get into those, though, Leap Day in some places known as Bachelor's Day. When today is the day a woman can propose to a man.
Yeah, Sadie Hawkins. Cool.
So this tradition began in 5th century Ireland. There's even a movie called Leap Year that came out in 2010 about this particular tradition.
Amy Adams, I think, was in that movie.
So today, Bachelor's Day, where a woman can propose to a man. Now, do you guys know of anybody where that happened?
I believe so. I believe our former coworker, I could have this wrong, but I believe Video Ben, I think his wife Kelly proposed to him.
I think you're right.
Really?
Yeah, I think
you're
so.
right.
And that was so sweet.
Huh. So you're not against it?
No, actually, I used to threaten Tim before we were engaged. No surprise here. I was like, if you don't get going on this, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And he's like, no. Like he really wanted
So
to have that glory.
you threatened to propose to him.
Hell yeah, ladies. Try it. No, terrible.
It would make me feel horrible.
Would it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
What?
of that thought as well.
If my wife proposed to me,
Why?
I feel like.
Do you even know?
What do you mean?
I asked you a simple question. I said why, and you don't even know.
Is it
Well,
the
I'm going to
tradition
formulate
of it?
my thoughts. I'm
All right,
formulating my
okay.
thoughts.
All right.
On-air formulation.
I would feel.
I just think your first instinct is to hate.
No.
Like, I know I hate it. Give me a second. I'll tell you
No,
why.
no. I would feel like I wasn't in sync with her as far as her wanting it so bad to buck tradition.
Oh.
Yeah, you're
And-
dropping the ball somehow.
Well,
Yeah,
hey,
I dropped the ball somehow and should have done. I was late doing it anyway.
I think that's just society, though. And I'm not trying to be a feminist right now. I just think that, like, men feel like, oh, this is the thing that has been done for years, so I have to follow that line. And you don't have
and that's
to.
bad?
Yeah, sort of.
Why?
If that's the only reason why you're doing that, like, if I don't know, it shouldn't make you feel less of a man or something. Like, I want the men to know that's just society pressuring you down. to
Oh,
feel that way.
thanks, Lern.
just
We
know,
appreciate
though-
that.
Thank you.
If a lady
As a
loves Hallmark,
as a spokesman for men everywhere, thank you, Lern.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Appreciate
guys.
that.
if a lady loves the Hallmark films, you know that you have to propose to them, or else you're going to be in big time trouble.
Yeah. Or
But I
else you're going to
also-
be on
hang on.
Lifetime because
Yeah,
she's gonna murder
Lifetime
you.
there.
Let me say
Yeah,
this
the women
too, though,
propose.
Since I spoke for the ladies, there's some ladies that want that too, and that's pressure for the ladies too. Like, you know, I want you to know, like, we all feel that way because of the blueprint that has been laid before us.
You've heard it here. Lern is giving everybody permission.
I have.
Let it be on this leap day 2024. Lern is given society permission
Just
for
do you,
women
boo. Whatever
to
you want.
propose to men.
This is good.
Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't have picked up on the probably were their clues. Like, hey man, you better get on this and do this proposal
This
thing.
is probably the first time I've ever really thought about, like, tried to run the thought experiment of had that happened.
And by the way, if that happened, I would say don't tell anybody.
Really? Just because you'd be embarrassed?
Probably, but
Dude, thinking about that though, putting us in the scenario where it could be a surprise, and you have to answer this huge question,
Right?
kind of on a surprise. It's a wild thing that we probably haven't thought about very much.
Welcome to our world. You know.
Yeah,
like if my wife got down on
but like
one
you said, tradition has trained us both to prepare for it in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
So, like you said, a lot of gals are probably waiting for that and excited for that.
Yeah.
Whether they're surprised, caught off guard or not.
Right.
You're somewhat better prepared. So I'm coming at it. This is the first
That's a
time I've
good
ever
point.
thought about it.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I'm not saying there was anything wrong with
you're in
either
the
way.
living room,
Oh man.
your girlfriend strolls in. You see her get down on one knee, and you go, "All right."
This is.
Oh,
She got a hair tie? Putting her hair up in a hair tie?
No, dude, it's just one.
What?
thing,
Oh
though.
my God! It's a ring.
One thing.
Yeah. I'm so excited and
Wait,
disappointed
that's
all
not-
at once.
That's not going to fit on there. Way too small. I don't know where you got this size. You should have gone to Patricia's.
Yeah, Chris says, "Let women propose and learn how no feels." Well,
What was the last part of that? Learn how no feels.
let
What?
them learn how no feels.
sorry that happened to you.
Because that's part of the anxiousness. Is
For you guys, yeah, sure.
Sure, because you're like, oh man, I've seen the videos where people get denied. I don't want no
How
part of
do
that.
you? But I'm sorry, but like, how do you not know? Like, how do you?
Yeah, one would think.
You know
but-
what I'm saying? Like, I dated a guy who, and again, this could be completely false. I heard this through someone. He and I we were like on the outs of our relationship, okay? We dated for multiple years. I heard through a friend that he was going to get a ring to propose to me to essentially fix our relationship.
Oh.
And this friend was warning me essentially like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
need to
yeah.
break up now or this is coming and this is either going to be the worst moment of this dude's life. And I was like, oh my God. And so I was like, I have to get out of this.
How long were you dating this guy?
Over 2.5 years.
But you don't always have warnings.
I know.
I saw this thing
I had a
happen.
great
Thank God
friend.
somebody tipped you off.
I had a great
dude,
friend.
I saw this thing happen too. Like in this particular instance, this gal was kind of a monster. And she was using him, and he was kind of the only one that didn't know it. And then, sure enough, got the rumor that, oh man, this guy's put in enough time where he assumes that the next step is this. And I remember like somebody warned her and was like, dude, what are you doing? It's been X amount of years. He's clearly setting up something.
Right.
You better do something. So she broke it off. Thank goodness.
God.
Because I bet you he was within a few weeks of buying a ring. He may have already bought a ring. But I mean, again, you're right. He was clueless. In this scenario, this guy was clueless because everybody was like, "This gal's using you, man." But, phew, like,
Wow.
I felt for the guy because I was. Everybody saw it, man. Everybody saw it. They're like, "Don't buy a
do
ring,
it.
dude."
Yeah. Everybody saw it but him. He was blinded.
Everybody but him.
Man.
Everybody but him. Nice guy. Nice guy.
Just an idiot.
Dodged a bullet. Yeah. He was in love, man. He
he was
he thought
blinded
this
by
was
love.
something that it wasn't.
And
Heart
they-
wants what it wants.
It was a number of years.
And they broke up and
Yeah, she cut it off. She was like
Got what else?
a lot, honestly.
was he able to recover?
I don't know. It disappeared.
Oh.
Haven't seen him since.
And reemerged to become President Barack Obama. So he did okay.
That he ran away and joined the Peace Corps.
Yeah,
He's on a kibbutz somewhere in Israel.
nice feller. He just thought it was something it wasn't. And you see that, and like guy,
His name
listen,
was
we're,
Ted Kaczynski.
we're not the smartest folks. We're not, men aren't the
Don't
smartest.
know what
folks.
happened to that guy.
Yeah.
When we're in love, we're just like we're zoned. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just can't see.
Can't control. Love do what it do.
Yeah, listen, I don't care if a woman proposes to a guy. If it happened to me, I'd be kind of bummed. I'll be honest with you.
That's all right. That's good. That's good.
But you are a traditionalist, and
Yeah, I'm a traditionalist. I would be bummed.
That's sweet, actually.
I would be bummed for the right reasons.
Like we both asked, like fathers, and like we
I
did
did that
that
whole thing.
whole the whole. It's a whole thing.
You guys both. Never mind.
Oh,
When I asked my
I was going
father,
to bust you. It's just a sweet moment. I'm going to
No,
refrain
go ahead.
from
Go
busting
ahead.
chops.
Go
No,
ahead. I can take it.
when I asked my father-in-law, he not only approved and everything. He said, "You better ask your mother."
Oh.
Like he was like, "You don't just come to me. You have to
I love that.
talk to her." And I was like, "Oh yeah,
Mom was like, you got to ask Uncle Frank. All right, you guys want to ask a lot of people.
Yeah.
Damn.
I had 15 phone calls to make.
And Uncle Frank was like, yes, 1,000 times yes. And then you had to marry Uncle Frank. Because you asked him.
And they're
to
happy
wait.
together, which is great.
Did you, Moon, and this is too personal, obviously, don't answer it, but did you talk to Mal's kids at all before? Or how did that go?
Yeah. I think we had. I mean, they were pretty young, but yeah, we had some conversations. We had conversations kind of as a couple before anything was ever official.
That's cool.
Because for the first few years, we were opposed to marriage. We had been so, dare I say, damaged from before that we were both kind of like, nope, we don't need that, man. We don't need that. So it wasn't really a thought for a few years. So we were pretty sunk into one another's lives and our children's lives. And then so we would kind of talk it through, like, hey, we're here for the long haul here. We're committed. You know what I mean? Like there was a lot of commitment conversations prior to any sort of marriage talk because we weren't really interested in marriage for a minute there.
Yeah, when
Speaking of God,
I was to say when I proposed, Allison had to go to her dad first, and I'll never forget what he said. He said, "Boo!"
oh,
Yeah, so that was pretty intimidating.
Wow.
it's passed.
Yeah,
He
He got a medium. He went to a medium and.
Got it all figured out?
yeah.
Good for you, Scott.
Speaking of conversations, yesterday we discussed body counts.
Oh, yeah.
Should you have a discussion with your husband or wife about your body count?
Or not should you, but do
you?
you? Yeah, did you?
And I said, nah, nothing good could come of this conversation.
I said, do it.
You said do it, and you said most people do it.
Mm-hmm. And I was wrong.
And boy, were you wrong.
Yeah, I was
I'll
wrong.
own it. I was wrong. I apologize on the air profusely.
Over 1,100 people weighed in, which was that's a pretty big poll. Mm-hmm. Question, do you have the conversation with somebody you're dating about their body count? 60.3% said, no, you should not.
There we go.
Winner, Rizz.
Rizz wins
Point for
again.
Rizz.
Nice.
Once again.
No. I wonder if we change that to married, if that number changes.
Well, let's do it now.
Because dating,
Give me the wording.
I don't want to do it. We need to do it again.
Oh,
It's
really?
fine. We've already won.
Because you won? Okay, that's cool.
We don't need to do it again.
there's some
Right.
semantics at play here.
What's
though.
the wording?
Just
No,
jump.
I don't want. No, why?
No, I don't want.
We don't need to do that.
Yeah, I just wonder if I wouldn't bring it up on a first date.
Do you know your spouse's body count?
Yeah, because maybe
You get
people
deeper in a
misunderstood.
relationship. I feel like those. Not everybody. Some people don't want to know.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, I'm not a proponent. It's fine. You win.
Yeah, you won
Thank
that
you.
one.
I'm
Once again.
Mr. Curious today.
Once
We're
again.
body count curious on this show. We really are.
I'm Count Curious.
I thought for sure.
The Duke of who you boning.
I thought for sure the majority of people had that
Oh,
conversation
you guys were
at some
so
point.
confident.
we were so
too.
wrong. I
Yeah.
know.
So confident and so wrong.
We'll get you someday.
Maybe it was the wording. Maybe people think like
No,
casual.
no, it was not
casual.
the wording.
Maybe people
I got
understood
the
it as
win.
casual dating. Yes, you got the win. I mean, no one's taking your
Hey,
trophy.
let me bask in it before
All
we go.
right.
Maybe it was the wording.
You're the best. You're the best around.
You're great, man. You should sing
Thanks,
the anthem
guys.
at
God,
the
look at
Pacers
him.
game.
Keep it coming. Now, if you don't know how to celebrate Leap Day, here are some places offering special deals.
Someone.
What?
I have a question about Leap Day.
Yeah.
Someone asked, since it is an extra day,
Yeah.
do we have to say brought to you by Fastlane today?
Yes.
Oh,
So they're getting an extra day.
Man, maybe we just pay it off quicker.
yeah. A day early.
It just happens to fall on a leap day and a leap year, and
Wow, everything really just comes up fast lane, doesn't it?
It's fine.
They do a polar
It's an
plunge
extra
about
day.
75 degrees.
I'm not gonna.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to derail.
I'm just gonna
anything.
get. I know. I'm just gonna get. They're gonna get the bonus day. It's fine.
All right. That's your stand-up guy.
They get the bonus day. It's fine. It is the Rizz Show presented by the Fast Lane. And this show's letting you know that today at Chipotle, you are getting free guacamole.
No way.
Shut your mouth.
Today.
You're gonna have to put tape over their mouths because they're so quick to say that's gonna cost you extra.
Chipotle offering free guacamole because, well, why not? Why not, guys?
That's right.
It's not totally free like a lot of these deals. You need to be a member of their loyalty program. You need to order through the app, and you also need to order an entree.
You can't-
Basically, you aren't going in and walking out with free guac.
you can't even
That's
get
it.
the G out
Put
before
some guac in my hands.
before the reflex of that's gonna cost you extra. I bet you. I've got a feeling like when they're sleeping, they're like, it's gonna cost you extra. It's gonna cost you extra. It's their sleep talk.
Yeah, you can't walk into Chipotle and go, I'm here for my free guac. I brought my own container. Taco Bell offering rewards members a crunch wrap for $2.29 in the app. Get it? $2.29 is the date, February 29th. 7-Eleven is offering customers any combo of 5 wings for the same price, $2.29. Hooters giving loyalty members select appetizers for $2.29. Krispy Kreme has a promotion where you get an original glazed dozen for $2.29 with the purchase for any regularly priced dozen. Krispy Kreme also showing some love to Leap babies who were born February 29th. If this is you, you get a free original glazed dozen. Wendy's offering customers a free Cinnabon pull part today. Also, it may seem like a hassle to download another app and join another loyalty program. But some of them offer additional perks just for signing up. I don't know. Do what you want to do. But did you hear about this Wendy's thing? Wendy's in the news this week with their surge pricing. This is a big story in restaurant news. Surge pricing. And if I say surge pricing, do you know what I mean by that?
Sure. Like if there's a surge in demand, well, then we surge in the price.
Which I thought that was considered illegal.
Well, this week word got out that the CEO of Wendy's said they'd boost profits by introducing digital menu boards that can display dynamic pricing that fluctuates throughout the day.
So like the lunch rush is going to cost you an extra $1.
Right.
How is that legal?
Well, I mean, they could charge whatever they want.
I guess it's like gas.
Yeah, they do.
But you remember
sports.
9/11? How there's so many of those the gas station stuff.
That's
got-
gouging.
Yeah, which is what this is, right?
No, this isn't. This
No,
is,
Because
this is
everyone's
just-
busy, so you can raise the price and
No,
charge.
No.
that's gouging because we need gas. I don't need Wendy's.
Okay.
Right.
that's price gouging, which is different than, hey, I could charge whatever the hell I want. I've been to, Anybody ever been to like, I think it's a chain called Stockyards?
What's there?
It's a bar. And they would have these days, I think they called like Wall Street days or something like that, where there'd be a big board. And it'd be like, Jägermeister shots. If they're in demand, the price would go up.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the stuff that was not like, I don't know,
Getting bought, like
Irish car bombs.
Yeah.
Like when they were not in demand, the prices would go down. So you watch
Interesting.
the board, and you go, "Oh my God, Rumplemitz is $1 a shot."
I like that. I guess, okay, I'm coming around on this then. Because then you're getting rid of things, like, if that's the case, like, if things are dropping in price too, like, if the crispy chickens are going up, but hey, like, the burgers are going down, I'm going to have a burger today.
And this is the thing. Yeah, prices are going to go up, but are they really going to go down
No,
here?
they're probably not.
They're probably not.
Sucks.
Yeah, once something goes up, it does not go back.
Well,
down.
no, so it'll go up during the lunch rush, but then go back to regular price. It's not like it's going to go down.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's also somewhat conditionable,
Yeah.
right? If you start getting used to paying, because you're doing a noon lunch, you start getting used to paying $12 for a meal. Well, eventually, maybe it's going to be $12 a meal at 3 p.m. too.
So that means that, a Baconator may cost more during busy times, like typical meal times, unless at, say, like 2 o'clock. And the worst part is you wouldn't know that price until you pulled up, which is annoying, even if the price changes aren't that drastic. But that was the surge pricing news that came out about Wendy's this week, and people were like,
Yeah. But I guess this allows them to have extra employees, right? Through those busy times, so maybe it's faster.
I mean, this is how most industries.
But also, the wallet speaks very highly.
well, just so you know, they're now walking that back.
Oh,
Wendy's
okay,
is now walking it back. So they're walking it back by saying they meant the digital menus would allow them to reduce prices.
That's awesome. Hey, why did they need? Do they feel the need, or is there an actual law of some sort where they have to announce this kind of stuff? Can't they? I mean, can't they just change the prices? Can't they just do this without making an announcement?
I think this was like word got out, like a leak, like originally.
Interesting.
Well, like a
Word
hamburger
got
has.
out.
They have to follow the MRSP code, with hamburgers.
In a statement, Wendy's says, quote, "We wouldn't raise prices when our customers are visiting us most. This could allow us to change the menu at different times of day and offer discounts." They're talking about everything's going to be digital now. Particularly slower times of the day. Naturally, some people are skeptical, but either way, they should have described it that way from the start. That they try to boost profits by attracting customers to visit during slower times with impromptu, specials and discounts. And it's true that Wendy's wasn't the one quoted saying surge pricing. That came from the media. But they did call it dynamic pricing.
Yeah, same thing as
Fancy.
the ball game or any sort of travel that's not like an energy commodity. The difference between gas, Scott, what you were talking about, that's like an energy commodity where the government, the well-being of the country and its efficiency depends on an energy commodity.
Well,
like
I mean,
that.
think about this. You go to a restaurant, and somebody brought this up on the feedback. You go to a restaurant, you order a piece of fish, and it doesn't have a price, it says market price.
Market
Right.
price.
Yeah, it's whatever the hell they want to charge.
I mean, think about sushi, dude. I could get sushi pretty cheap at 11:30. It's going to cost me 6 times that at dinner time. It's the exact same thing, right?
Yeah.
Of course, Wendy's not going to charge $20 for a Baconator when the drive-through line is long because, they don't want to turn anyone away. They do want technology to help them make things as streamlined as possible. So a predictable, steady stream of business throughout the day so they can keep employees and customers happy while not being overstaffed. But really, this is inevitable, everywhere. We already have to deal with dynamic prices for, as you mentioned, flights and hotels and ride share is the big one. Uber,
Oh, yeah,
Uber
dude.
does it.
Yep.
Lyft does it. Concert tickets, and even on Amazon they do that.
Even on OnlyFans, they do that.
And listen, it could be a good thing for us, but usually not. In other food news, Pringles is bringing back its most requested flavor.
What?
I'm not a Pringles guy, so I'm going to leave this to you four
Yeah, I
who
love
are all
Pringles.
Pringle fans. Like Scott, you're a Pringle fan?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, it's like
Holy
cardboard-y.
Right.
No real food.
I don't like them.
thingy.
I don't like them. Never really liked them.
I love them.
I love them too.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a little
What
skeeved by
flavor
it.
though? I'm like thinking like sour cream and onion. I love, but that's still around.
That's still around.
They're also good.
The OG flavor is amazing.
I haven't seen the pizza one in a while.
Oh man, I had
You know,
somebody had a tube of those.
Yeah, it's good.
I didn't
dude.
like those either.
Like, let me give it a shot. And I was like, this is horrendous.
It doesn't taste like it. It doesn't taste like
No,
pizza.
It's
Something else. You have to like block out that it says pizza.
That's what in my head. It's got a picture of a pizza on
No,
it.
it's just like a tomatoey thing.
It's like a tomatoey,
The tomato
tangy.
yeah. Yes, tomato dust. It tastes like a chip you get at a gas station in Europe.
You know what? I wish Pringles would do like a cinnamon sugar Pringle, just to know what that would be.
They don't have that because it's like a churro, right?
Is it?
I mean, that'd be
That does
anything.
Or
Pretty
churro
good,
Pringo, dude.
Dude,
Can you
yum.
imagine?
Pringles.
I got good news for you.
Oh,
Those exist.
Buy them for me, please.
Churro Pringles.
Shop.com. Let's go.
yeah. El
Hey,
Pringos.
There's a Churrasco.
Cinnamon sugar Pringles. They have cinnamon sugar ones too.
What?
Are you,
Ooh, look at
where
this.
are you at right
I'm
now?
on
Sizzling.
Rings.com, dude.
The
Sizzling
most-
spicy barbecue. Oh,
All right.
me a
Well,
link.
so after teasing the return of a fan favorite on social media, Pringles announced it's bringing back honey mustard.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I guess people have been going crazy since they took it off the market. And what?
People
this-
just lost their damn minds. Pringles is trying to right the world. All right, we know why you guys are all losing it.
Yo,
Honey mustard
look-
Pringles
look
went
at,
away.
Look at this, Mr. East Coast. We got a Philly cheesesteak and we got an everything bagel flavor.
It's not that I don't.
I'm going to buy some right now for the show.
I just don't like the chip itself.
Get my wallet out.
I love potato chips. It's probably popcorn and then potato chips as my two favorite snacks.
Yeah, you've said this since the beginning of me knowing you. You're not a big potato product guy.
Yeah, that's what it is. I don't like the potato product.
This is the craft singles. This is singles to cheese, as chip is to is Pringles is to chips.
According to a statement, Pringles decided to revive the flavor after its collecting of thousands of social media posts
Yeah.
begging for its return.
I will say the older that I've gotten, the cheddar cheese has fallen out of favor for me. The yellow
Yeah.
one. It is not good. It tastes really fake. That's where
Which
they
one?
lose me. Is the classic cheddar cheese. Like the four classics are the original, sour cream and onion, barbecue, cheddar cheese. And the cheddar cheese one is not good. Here's the pizza one,
Yeah.
and it's just a tomato feel. Cheddar and sour cream, that's a winner.
What's got the lowest reviews of all the Pringles products?
The Philly cheesesteak only has 2.5 stars.
Oh, I can't imagine that being good.
That's new though, right?
Ugh.
Oh, you're right.
Ugh.
That did not do well. Salt and vinegar, which is always polarizing.
Right.
That's a 3.8.
You like salt and vinegar?
I do.
I do too.
I got to be in a mood, but yeah. Look at that.
Pringles honey mustard.
5.0.
They said it's going to taste exactly like when they, before they pulled it off. Hints of garlic, paprika, mustard notes, and hints of honey. So good news, Pringles lovers. And also good news, this beloved ice cream was discontinued back in 2022, so 2 years ago. It's making a comeback. And people went nuts when they took this particular item off the shelves. It is an ice cream treat.
Oh, it's Choco Taco.
Choco Taco.
I was devastated.
Coming back.
Taco Bell. They had the Choco Taco through the drive-thru, and then they took it away.
Choco Taco, originally invented in 1983 by the Klondike people.
Went on hiatus. Took a page out of the Foo Fighters book, and
This
every
was
other
a
rock
big
band,
deal.
and
Taco
said,
Bell is
"Let's go on
partnering
hiatus."
with Taco Bell's partnering with the Portland-based ice cream brand Salt and Straw to create its version. So it's not the actual.
Oh, it's not the real one. I thought this was a Radio Shack.
But starting this summer, Salt and Straw is offering an elevated version of the Choco Taco featuring cinnamon ancho ice cream, hardened chocolate, and toasted brown rice.
That sounds good, but hear me out. There was something about the chewiness of the Choco Taco
Yeah, you're
cone
right.
taco that was really good. And so it's a texture thing.
Where
for
it's
me.
on the line of stale. You go, is this
Yeah.
stale?
Yeah, you're
but
not
you
sure
love it.
how long has that been in the freezer.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm devastated. Pringles.com, you can't order. And also, that cinnamon sugar thing was old. It was like
Discontinued.
discontinued.
Well, here's some good news for you. I went deep in the Pringles website.
You did?
Morningstar Farms plant-based chicken fries, Pringles flavored.
Sign me up.
So if you're off the bird, you can get your fake bird
let me
and
ask you a
Pringles
question.
together.
So
Don't know. I don't know what that means, man.
Look at me
either.
when you're asking it. 'Cause it's probably
I don't want to look at you.
Yes.
If they say something's chicken flavored, is there any chicken in it anyway?
I don't. No, it's not. It's Morningstar. It's like plant-based.
Yeah.
It says new Morningstar Farm and Pringles, an irresistibly dippable finger food, versatile enough for lunch, dinner, or snacking. Pringles' original flavor combines potato crisp taste, while the Pringles scorching cheddar cheese flavored is savory, salty, packed with a perfect balance of cheddar.
Yeah, but what I'm
flavor.
saying is, if they did say something was regular chicken flavored, like a potato chip, let's say it was like chicken and waffle flavor.
Yeah, they have those.
It's artificial
snacks.
flavoring.
But it's not real chicken anyway.
Right.
So they're saying it's,
I'm
it's
saying these are-
plant-based
this is-
chicken flavored.
This is actual chicken nuggies flavored like Pringles. It's the other way around.
Oh,
Other way around.
Back up.
oh,
That's crazy.
Back up, Rizz.
okay. Let me back the truck up.
Back it up.
But your
That's
argument,
crazy, dude.
your argument was interesting. You're saying that chicken flavored things aren't really chicken anyway.
No.
Yeah, it's flavored. Right? It's artificial flavoring.
No, this is Moon. It's a gotcha for Moon. He's going to go.
No, it's not a gotcha.
You don't eat. You eat that stuff.
Well, I'm asking
sure about that?
if you have an issue with that, why would you not have?
I do have an issue with it, and I don't eat it.
Hey, going back to the Choco Taco, are they calling it a Choco Taco? Because you can't. I thought
Yeah,
you
is it
couldn't do that.
trademark?
That was made by who? Klondike.
Yeah.
Klondike. All right, let me see. I'm gonna go back to the article.
Taco John's should have the Choco Taco.
And Klondike is crushing it, right? So they're probably doing the hiatus thing. They might bring it back.
Call it a Choco John.
Yes,
Oh my.
thank you.
Oh, or hang on, I'm on something.
Choco
Dude,
John.
Long John.
It's their
donut version of a Choco, like an ice cream Long John that
Yes.
you get through Taco John's.
I'm fine.
Let
with
her cook. Let her cook.
that stale,
Custard.
that stale thing you were talking about with some of that candy back in the day. You know, like what always felt stale and was always good for it was the Nutty Bars. You remember Nutty Bars?
Oh, yes.
It's that stale wafer. Like I'm almost chewing it. It's almost crunching. It's
Yes.
almost.
Oh, I love those wafers.
Oh
Glorious.
my gosh, aren't they the best?
And Rafe would know this. You know, like Russians have like a cake that's like that,
Like what?
like the Nutty Buddies.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, kind of.
What are the wafer cookies that were like pink? It was like a red, right?
Yeah, I know. I
They're
know what
like
you're
a
talking
generic-
about. They
Yeah,
would
they
come in
came in like
plastic.
vanilla.
And you wanted them to be half stale.
Yes.
Like, you know, like where you bite down and it goes almost like squeaks, like styrofoam, and then pulls apart.
Styrofoam.
And I'm pretty sure if you go to any
Yes.
church's daycare right now, they have those in stock.
What are those called?
Grandma's house is what those
Yeah.
are called.
I remember
It's usually
those.
a baby sucking on them, getting them wet for
Yeah.
you, and then putting them on the coffee table.
What the heck were those called? And why haven't I had one of those? In
Those were like
a decade or
off-brand,
two?
Just
like-
like wafer,
I put in
Wafer
wafer
cookies.
cookies.
Strawberry wafer
cream,
cookies.
wafer and cream cookies.
Wafer
Strawberry wafers. Yes.
cream.
Man, those. Yeah, I used to love those.
Put in.
Why
Are those? See up?
these things?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Cream wafer.
I eat these the same way my Kit Kats. I do it layer by layer.
Oh
too.
yeah, you got to.
Those are the great value ones, but
And the nutter bars
Nutty,
too.
nutty bars.
You always eat them. I eat them and
Yeah.
I excavate. I'm
Me
like an
too.
archaeologist
Same.
trying to find the dinosaur bones at the bottom of that nutty bar.
You and me, bud.
Why can I not find the ones that were sold
That's the right way to eat them.
so much? There's all these different.
Well, wasn't it
versions
always
of
a store brand? I don't remember an actual brand of those.
I don't know.
Audrino is.
We always had. It
I
would
see.
be Kroger down in Springfield. I remember those.
anyway, I don't know what these things are going to be called, and Taco Bell's not announced exactly when they're coming back. Obviously, you know, spring, summertime.
Hostess did this with the Chocodile.
Yeah.
Big Chocodile guy. They took it away for a long time. I wrote several angry letters.
You did?
And after a one-man campaign, one-man petition, Chocodiles are
We
back
gotta-
on the shelves.
This Rafe guy's getting crazy.
Just get, I guess, make 3 boxes and put them somewhere in Missouri.
Send him on a mission. All right, guys, listen, we got to take a break. But first, we got to crown the Team Rizz Member of the Day, which is brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill. St. Louis is home for Blues hockey. From St. Peter's, Amanda Geisler is out.
Yeah, Amanda. Sugar wafers. That's what they're called.
Amanda always looks forward to listening to What New Topics and Antics, the show we'll get into every morning, and has been converting people like crazy, even her 4-year-old, into a Rizz Show fan. Good parenting.
She encourages her
That's
children
right.
to listen to the Rizz Show.
Brutal honesty.
Yeah.
She's always answered the Eagle call whenever it's been sent out by the Rizz Show for the blood drives and feels very much a part of the crew. Loves the continuous banter between the crew and appreciates how much the show gives to the local community. Well, thank you, Amanda. Amanda Geisler from St. Peter's is our Team Rizz member of the day. Get super sweet Team Rizz member of the day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz. All right, we'll take our first break of the morning. We'll come back with the Craigslist Freak of the Week. That's right. Three brand new ads for you. Lern will read the ads. You guys will vote, but first you'll name. So get up in that Rizz Show chat room. Also send us your instant feedback. We'll name the freaks. We'll vote on our favorite freak, and we'll see which ad we'll move on to the Freak of the Year tournament. It is 7:12. It is Thursday. Traveling weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The biggest race of 2024 is Sunday, June 2nd. Time to lock in your NASCAR Cup Series tickets now at www.raceway.com. Got the entry ramp 270 eastbound from Ladue blocked due to a crash. There's also a right-hand shoulder block due to a stalled vehicle 170 southbound at exit 4 Missouri D. Your point forecast, a chilly start, then a high of 53. Right now it's 26 at the Point Studio.
Mid-America Chevy dealers present Point Fest.
It's 105.7 The Point, everything alternative. We are backstage at Point Fest, and I have the absolute honor of being joined by Sean and Mike from Alice in Chains. Guys, how are you?
Wow, how do you live up to that?
Yeah, we better not suck tonight.
That'll ruin our sound.
Oh, wow.
All right, so the first question that I have is one that I've wanted to ask you guys and a band of your ilk for quite some time.
Ilk.
I like his vocabulary. He's good at what he does.
Well, when you are a band that has been around for as long as Alice in Chains has,
Millenniums.
and you were I don't know the best way to say this, so it might come out rough, but you were one of my favorite bands when I was in high school. Like, is that an odd thing for people to say? I've liked you for
Okay, we're old.
so
Just
long."
say it. We're old.
I am too, man. I am too. But is that, I mean, because
Flip the script on your future. Well, imagine transforming your life and career in just a few months. Now, it's all possible in 3 easy steps with Centric. Step 1, you decide to make a change. You've got the power to rewrite your story starting today. Step number 2, you dive into Centric's accelerated tech program, whether you're into coding or cybersecurity or network administration. Centric has you covered. And in as little as 4 months, you can get the skills you need with hands-on training that sets you up for real-world success. And step 3, step out and start your new career. Centric's not just about learning, it's about launching you into a career that's as dynamic and fast-moving as you are. And here's the best part. You choose how to learn. On-site or online, day, evening, or flex option, Centric's flexible learning fits your life, not the other way around. With new programs kicking off all the time, the right moment is whenever you are ready. So change your life in just 3 easy steps today by going to centric.com/Rizz, CENTRIQ.com/Rizz.
House of Pain on 105.7 The Point. You are live with Liv, and I am backstage at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater with Breaking Benjamin, getting all of our swears out so we don't do that on the air right now. Gentlemen, how are we?
We're good. Great. It's good to be here.
Good. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here. And I'm going to start off by saying something I said to Brent Smith a couple days ago of Shinedown. I'm a fan before, being a DJ and having a cool job. And I'm sure you guys can relate to that, too, that you're a fan first with so many of these acts. What does it mean for you guys to be out on the road with Bush and Alice in Chains?
Well, we grew up with them, you
Yeah.
know, so it's like surreal, They go back before our musical endeavors into our real life as,
Sure.
whatever you want to call that. So it's really surreal to be talking to them and hanging with them and they know who we are, like
Yeah.
as people. Like, oh, hey Ben or hey Jason. We're like, oh my God, you know.
It's still getting used to it after 2
Yeah,
months.
and it's been like 2 months.
Yeah, I mean, there's a moment of breakdown, I would think, between like being a fan and they seem so distant, and now they're a peer. And I think that probably takes
I
a while
wouldn't
to
say peer.
digest.
That's your word.
Yeah, it took some liberty with that word, but
Closer
Yeah.
than maybe the average.
it's awesome. Yeah.
Quiet and respect. We're getting all the fans set up here because it is
toasty.
It is hot
Yeah,
as.
who
Good
knew?
thing it's not hot today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Because that would be uncomfortable.
It's fine. You can still get your tickets. It'll cool down when the sun goes down.
True.
Hot
Sun will be down
and
tonight.
no swearing.
Where's all the fun in
Why am
that?
I here? I'm just kidding. I'm just
Now,
kidding.
I will say, again, as a fan, some of my favorite concert experiences have been at Breaking Benjamin shows. And I
Yay.
saw you guys last winter for your Unplugged tour. And that was cool as hell to have such an intimate experience with you guys after seeing you guys on such a huge stage like this. So what is that like from you guys to go from a tiny venue to a big venue? Like, what's the pros and cons of each?
I think every band will say the same thing, you know? It's more intimate, like you said. And then this is just like, who wouldn't want this, you know? So it's totally different animals, but they
Yeah.
both have their allure, and we like to do it all. And we like to play acoustic because it's like bare bones and what do you call it? It's
I mean, it's more
raw.
stripped down. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Raw.
it
It's
really
something we
is.
enjoy doing. We get to kind of be ourselves a little bit more. There's not as much of the pressures with productions and time frames and budgets and.
Yeah, it's
things
more like
that.
hanging out.
It really, that's how it felt as somebody that was at a show. I remember, I think, Ben, you were like, I got to take a piss. You walked off stage, then you guys just busted into hunger strike.
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
That's true. But it's not as easy to do that when you have, 15,000 people.
I still would do that.
So if Ben disappears from stage, dude's
You'll
gotta
know.
go.
I have no. Yeah, you know. You've seen us enough to know that I have no filter. I just keep it
Absolutely.
real. If I got to piss, hey guys, I'll be back. Gotta take a dump. Same time.
I love that brutal honesty. Another thing I love about you guys.
That hasn't
I've-
happened yet, thank God.
Yeah, tonight's a
you.
new night, man.
Yeah, to me.
No. Another thing that I really love that I've seen you guys do and a handful of other bands do is, and I know you don't do this at every show, so if you're coming tonight, do not expect this, is halfway through the show, you'll just start bringing kids on stage. Now, what goes into that? Why is that something you guys do?
Well, I've been doing it lately towards the end of this one because I've been seeing kids like singing every single word
Yeah.
and just like having the greatest time. And I think that they would, if I think that they would like to, because some people, and I get it, some kids are like, oh, no, because they're
Sure.
scared. But I can tell the ones that are super like into it and want to, and those are the ones that I like to, if they want to, they can.
That's
type thing.
amazing.
Yeah.
And that's something you'll remember forever.
Exactly, and they're already singing every word. They're already like with us, so might as well be with us.
Yeah,
That's
And
incredible.
it's a spontaneous thing. It's not something that.
Yeah, I don't really plan it anymore. It's all I didn't really plan it before. It just the mood strikes me.
Sure.
Every show is a mood feeling thing. I don't like to be a machine of just like
Sure.
repeating the same thing all the time.
Sure, that's one thing you get with a Breaking Benjamin show. You get authenticity. Whatever
Definitely,
you're
good or
feeling.
bad.
Thank you.
Or bad. Hey, you got to take the good with the bad.
Yep.
Now, looking forward, plans for the future, new music in the works? Anything that you can tell me?
We're always working,
Okay.
so it's not like we're not working.
Okay.
We're always working.
Okay.
But there's a lot of moving pieces too. I think it's safe to say.
We get asked this question a lot, and
Yeah.
I have my answer to this one down, which is we're always like as individuals writing a lot of music.
Okay.
And we do have a lot of songs. Whether any of those make it onto what becomes the next album, we don't know. So
Sure.
either we have the entire album already written, or we have 0 songs written, one or the other.
I
Yeah,
love that. And
that's a good way
any
to put it.
collaborations planned? I know you guys have a really incredible history of teaming up, especially with female artists. You had that with Diamante doing Iris, Lacey, Valora. Any chick collabs coming up?
Well, those are not really. Those aren't really like that's what we're aiming for.
Sure.
It just happens,
Sure.
And me and Lacey and Jay, we all know Lacey like she's like our sister, So that's like that's something that's been years and years and years.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't say that I couldn't say yes or no because, like I said, it's not like female specific.
Sure,
it just
sure.
happens that way.
Yeah, I love that. And you guys, you have such a great sound contrasting with a female voice. So I think that's something that always sounds good when you guys put it out.
Thank you.
Thank you,
I
guys.
think. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you. Sorry.
Thank you guys so much for taking the time. Super excited to see you guys here tonight. Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. You got Breaking Benjamin, you got Bush, you got Alice in Chains, and you got Plush. So get out here, get your tickets, walk right up. And again, guys, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate
it's
it.
great to be back.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Love you.
Donnie Fandango from 105.7 The Point. Very happy to be joined by Dan Reynolds, frontman of Imagine Dragons. And Dan, we have a lot to talk about, but you are involved in one of my favorite life moments, and I have to tell you about it. And I've been wanting to tell you about it since it happened. It came up in my memories about 3 years ago this past weekend, and I had a chance to take, at that time, my 10-year-old daughter to see you guys live. My daughter's now 13. And some days are rough. And she's an amazing girl. But that day at your show, Dan, for the first time, I got to watch her get...
The Rizz Show presented by the Fast Lane. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails, RizzShow1057thepoint.com. Get into the Craigslist Freak of the Week here in a second. We'll play Do It Bitch later.
Oh, great.
Yeah. We got Rizz Show Live tickets to give out.
I was getting dressed this morning and I put these jeans on and I had the thought, it like snailed through my brain. I go, oh, we're going to probably play Do It Bitch.
I think I mentioned it yesterday, didn't I?
I didn't hear
I don't
that.
think so. You did?
Oh, thanks for paying attention, Rafe.
But I just know that
did.
it's been a long time, so I'm like, it's happening
off. Well,
any day now.
Yeah,
I've
you
been
only
wearing
mentioned
jeans
it
this
to
whole
me.
week.
Maybe I did.
Now, in hindsight, that might have been off air. Well,
That's happening.
surprise.
My butt just healed from like last year's experience too. Like
We're
I
playing
have,
Do It Bitch today.
My cells are cracked.
Sweet.
I have no scarring anymore on my ass, and that ends today probably.
Well, love the confidence. So when I go home, I go up Wild Horse Creek and I make a left onto 109 up there in Chesterfield, Wildwood, and that intersection, there's a gas station right there.
The BP.
There's the BP right there.
yeah, it's fancy.
Yeah, with flowers everywhere.
It looks like a house, right? You're talking about the one that they tried to make it not look like a gas station. It's a mobile. Is
No,
that the
it's a
one?
BP.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're talking about the one on
By your house?
109?
four-way stop.
109 and Wild Horse.
I'm at Wild Horse then. Okay, never mind. I don't know what I'm thinking of. There's a mobile.
I always see in that little intersection there, people always post about their lost pets.
Oh.
If you travel that area,
Is that a Bermuda Triangle for pets over
no,
there?
it's a big intersection, and if you're gonna get the word out about your lost pet,
Gotcha.
if you're going old school, putting the signs on the light poles, that's a spot where people go, or at least you could see.
Over there, they're losing fancy animals, horses and some other stuff.
Well, there's a lot of houses over there, a lot of subdivisions over there. Snuggles the kitten gets out. And,
Oh, Snuggles is a goner, by the way. No, has not been prepared in any way.
Randy the collie. I don't know.
Randy.
I think
This is my collie Randy.
Hey, Randy!
In that area, all French bulldogs. I don't think they have anything
yeah.
cheaper than that. Yeah, that's all the high end stuff.
Anyway,
Randy the collie.
I don't know.
He's a doggy.
I don't know why it's the first name I thought of and first breed. But, when you're putting your phone number out, like, hey, if you find Randy, here's the number you should call. Your phone number is out there for any creepster to call.
Sure.
Or any scammer. Because there is a new scam. Pet owners, beware. I saw this on KSDK last night. And there's a new scam targeting families who lost pets, who are desperate, obviously, to find their missing, dog or cat or whatever. And this is a scam where somebody would call up claiming the pet is hurt and needs surgery.
Oh my God.
So KSDK, they interviewed this woman. Her name is Gina. Says the family cat Riley has been missing since the end of January. So Gina says she and her wife were posting everywhere they can They'd go on nightly foot searches with flashlights. They called for her. They put food out, put her bed out, put the litter box out. Anything that might be helpful to help her find her way home. Been trying all those things. So a couple weeks later, they got a call, unexpected phone call from somebody that said, the cat has been found. Riley the cat was found. She says, 4 days ago, a man contacted us at 3 p.m. and says, hey, we got your cat. The cat has been brought to Care STL. A good Samaritan had found the cat on Jameson Avenue, not the actual, not booze. And she'd been hit by a car. She needs emergency surgery to repair a shoulder blade. It was causing paralysis, and they needed to make a deposit immediately with Apple Pay.
Wow, details and everything. That's
Yeah.
Clever.
Well, I think, you've got the sign out there.
Yeah.
Or you post whatever. Hey, if you find Riley the cat.
Yeah.
They got the name. They got the phone number.
Send a picture.
Golly.
Well, they were over the moon. They found, oh my God, we got you got the cat?
Right.
Because they thought it was somebody from Care STL calling. Like, hey, we have your cat here. Somebody brought it in. Cat's been hurt. It needs surgery immediately. Pay us now, and then, come pick up the cat. The details of the call were so specific, and in a matter of minutes, they sent this person $540. After a couple hours in an email exchange with the guy who called himself Jack Richardson, they went to Care STL, and they were like, we don't have your cat.
Wow.
Like, we don't know anything about this. Nobody named Jack Richardson works here. In fact, Care STL's executive director says, we don't want people out there impersonating, us and acting like we would do these things that are not best practice, and that would not be how we would handle that situation.
Special place in hell for these people that are doing this.
And they want people to know, hey, we'll never ask for payments over the phone.
Right.
Or through email.
So how was it paid? Was it Venmo?
Apple Pay.
Apple Pay to what, though?
I guess
was
it's
it
easy.
a Gmail
Seems
account?
trackable, right?
It's easy to set up an account, right?
This is why you have to be smart, dude. You have to be like, answer a question only Pickles would know the answer to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ask my cat a question that only they would know. Mm-hmm. And then you can avoid this.
They responded with meow. They're like, oh, darn it.
Dang. That's the
Payment
right
coming
answer.
over.
Okay. You did it.
Yeah, that's a bummer. So now they're out.
That's
$540. They still don't have the cat.
That's a special kind of grief too, when you lose an animal and and it's missing and you don't know what has happened because you're fearing the worst. But there's still like this glimmer of hope that it's going to come back. So you're kind of caught in a limbo there. It's terrible.
Yeah, and somebody tells you, oh my God, we found the cat. And you're over the moon.
Right. You'll do anything.
You'll do anything.
Here's an award.
$540.
Whatever.
Oh, well, I'll send it to you. The cat, Riley needs surgery.
That's where people are going to take advantage, man.
Yeah.
I know.
Is
Hate
grief. Is grief and loss.
Yeah, it was a it's just another way of people getting scammed.
Yeah.
Do you think Apple Pay or anything could stop that transaction once they find out it's
I think
scam?
once it's done, once it's done, it's done.
I think you can. I think you can dispute.
Can you?
I think. I mean, it's kind of like PayPal. I'm sure there's ways around. I've never had to do that, but if you accidentally send too much money, or you can, there has to be a customer service.
Yeah, but if
somewhere.
you send it to me, and they apparently this scammer kept them on the hook for a couple hours because they said they emailed back and forth a couple times. You send that money to me, I spend it immediately. It's gone. It's gone. I go buy some gift cards. It's gone.
Wow.
Dang.
I don't know what the privacy protocols are on Apple Pay, but if it's like PayPal, which I assume it is, like it's linked to a bank account. So they have that info. Like if I pay you Apple Pay, Apple has your bank account information. Now, whether or not they can disclose that or are willing to, I have no idea.
No, I don't. They don't have your bank in it because I will send my daughter, like if she's going somewhere and she goes, I need $20. I'll Apple Pay her. She doesn't have a bank account.
Oh, wow.
You have to
It's
have
as good as
something
cash. She doesn't have a phone.
Interesting.
It's as good as cash.
Just your Apple ID, it just holds the money.
Yeah, but that's attached to something.
It's attached to her account, like her. She doesn't have a bank account, but it's attached to whatever her Apple ID. But anybody could set up an Apple ID.
Yeah, but how can you be? I don't know how that works. Like, can you you have to report that to somewhere, right? Like if I were doing business through Apple Pay and like I was cleaning your house and you were paying me $50 every time I did that or whatever, I mean, there has to be a way that people understand that you're making that money. Like, because aren't they?
What do you
that?
mean?
Like PayPal and Venmo and stuff. Aren't people getting taxed by that? Like you have to report that money to.
Yeah, I mean,
taxes.
You're required by law, but it doesn't mean you do it.
I guess not.
Apple Pay is different. Apple Pay, I don't.
How does Apple Pay work?
So if you want $20, I can Apple Pay you right now $20.
I know that, but you're making me think. I've never really thought about it. I've just taken it for granted.
Yeah, you're thinking it like a commerce sort of sense where it has to be linked to a credit card or something. Like if you want to use Apple Pay at Target, it has to. I think
now you could just hold your phone up. They got
Apple Pay is built into the iPhone.
Right, but if you don't have anything in the Apple Wallet, in the Apple Pay wallet.
Because I bet if you have a gift card that's a credit card or like a Visa or whatever gift card, I bet you could put that in your wallet and then reload it through Apple Pay.
It says start by adding your credit or debit card to the Wallet app on your iPhone, and then you'll have an option to add it to other devices in one easy step.
Yeah, yours is probably on a family plan. That's why your daughter's still. It's probably all connected to your credit card.
And that's how you're able to transfer money.
There's no credit card connector. Like through her Apple Wallet.
I know, but is her phone on your plan? Are they connected?
She has her own Apple ID.
Yes, you have to have your own Apple ID, but is she somehow connected to your phone? Is it on like a family thing?
Yeah, but I don't think it has anything to do with it.
I don't know.
She has an Apple Wallet through her Apple account, which anybody could set up.
And my kids do too.
I could make up a fake email address and set up an Apple account.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, just be careful. Okay, guys, be careful out there. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, they still don't have a cat, and they
still don't have a cat.
$500-something.
Yep. Guess what? You can start it with a gift card. So then I bet they're just Venmoing that or
interesting,
whatever, paying that gift card, refilling that, and then they disappear.
Yeah, no, I know. I know it's not as good as cash, Nate, but the store would have to accept Apple Pay.
Right.
But
you still have
most of these places
currency.
accept Apple Pay now.
Yeah, you still have a currency somewhere. What a bummer, man. Look out for that kind of stuff. I've been getting all sorts of weird spammy texts recently.
Yeah, to take it out as cash, you need an account. But if I go to some place and use it to buy a Visa gift card, like there are workarounds.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm gonna look into that.
Like that's what scammers do now is they immediately go and buy gift cards. Right? You hear about these like stolen credit cards and stuff?
So they're generous.
They'll go
like
to Walmart and they will buy gift cards immediately because you can't trace them.
Yeah.
They're like Robin Hood, and they give the gift cards out to random people.
Yeah.
It's very kind.
You got to turn it into usable currency.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, Craig's Freak of the Week. So here we go. We got 3 brand new ads for you. Lern's going to read the ads, and you guys will name them in the chat room. And then you guys will vote for your favorite freak via Twitter at RIZZ Show. And one of these ads moving on to the Freak of the Year tournament. So, man, we're in London, we're in Leeds, and then we go to Vancouver. So, Lern, let's get into it. Craig's Freak of the Week, ad number 1.
Once in a lifetime sex experience, woman for man, 42 years old, London. I have a surgery scheduled in March that's going to keep me laid out in the hospital for a couple days, and I am taking this opportunity to have a little fun on the side. After my surgery, you will wash my whole body. Make sure you don't leave any crevice unscrubbed. Please lift my flaps and get in there real good. I don't want to get a yeast infection from the filth of the hospital. Once we get me out of the bath, we will wait for the nurse to come change my bandages and wound dressings. Next, you will need to rub me down with oil, head to toe. Wear gloves so that all of the oil gets absorbed into my skin and not onto your hands. Pay attention again to my flaps. After we get me all oiled up, you will then put my pajamas on and then go down to the cafeteria for a snack. Nothing garlicky. When you come back, the lights will be off. Now it's time for the fun. I'm going to act like I'm in a coma. Then you need to mount me quietly and sex my lifeless body up while also trying to not make a scene if we have any roommates or nurse staff in the hallway. I can sign a document of consent before we get this on the books. I want you to feel the freedom to go as wild and dirty as we possibly can while this opportunity comes our way. How often do people get to have sex in a hospital room after their surgery? Not often. Everything is in play, including the dirtiest of all places. This will be a one-of-a-kind of experience that we will not ever forget. Please send a photo and a little bit about yourself to get things rolling. Big, beautiful woman, Ashley.
Okay. Well, what does she mean by the dirtiest of all places?
Qdoba.
Free guac.
I was all thinking of a rundown Burger King. But every Qdoba I've been to has been clean.
What is the rundown Burger King of the body? I wonder.
Okay, so this is somebody going in for surgery coming up in March. It's going to keep me laid out in the hospital a couple days. So this is a woman who wants a guy to come over and sex her up in the hospital.
Yeah.
Quite descriptive of what
In a coma.
this big, beautiful woman wants done to her.
Also, what is the surgery?
That she does not mention.
Oh, hangnail.
Obviously not in that area.
Guess not. But where else? You know, like is this arm surgery, a neck?
I don't know. I need to know that fact.
Like, would that matter to this person that's going to this ad and going to submit?
I don't know.
know.
Enough to keep you in the hospital for a couple days. Usually they throw you out quickly.
Right.
Right? They want to get you in and out of there as soon as possible. All right, let's get some names for this big, beautiful woman.
Coma Lisa, Mrs. Clean, Coma Chameleon. We have Nurse Jackie. We have Bathy Lee Gifford.
What was that first one?
Fran Dresser. We have, I like this one, Betty Wipe. First one was Coma Lisa instead of
Coma
Mona
Lisa,
Lisa.
I think is.
Terry, not
Also-
so shivo.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting reference.
Sleeping
I don't know if
Booty.
everybody would get that.
Thank you. It was for me.
And me, I got that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Coma Lisa.
Okay.
Coma Lisa. All right, on to ad number 2. Here we go, Lern.
Take away my money, man for anyone, 59 years old, leads. I'm a rich geezer, and you want it all. I've always had a fantasy about being robbed, but I want to be wiped clean. I want to wake up one day and not even be thinking that snatch would happen, and bang, there it is, I'm wiped out. I'll be so red being cabbaged, but deep inside my dreams will have come true. Email me and I'll give you the digit code to my flat. I want to be home when it happens, but don't tell me when. If I'm in the bathroom having a wank, leave me. Leave me be. That's my perfect scenario. I want to hear myself getting chored out there. Leave the door wide open when you're done. Serious inquiries only, and no weapons, please. I won't be a threat.
Okay, so
Wow.
What?
this
Being cabbaged.
Man, this makes me think that this is somebody setting somebody up.
yeah.
We've had kind of this before.
This like
With
this
the robbery.
this sounds like somebody trying to get somebody else robbed.
That's what I'm thinking too. Like, so here's the code to my flat.
Right.
Rob me, and I'm cool with it. Yeah, nobody's thinking that, by the way. Yeah, this is I have the code to somebody else's flat. You rob him.
Gotta be.
Gotta be right.
I don't know, man.
Any thoughts on this one? Because this is just
That's
odd.
interesting.
There's no sex involved. Well, having a wank, okay, but
Low key sexual. This seems more like a B&E
this is just straight up breaking and entering.
than
Yep.
a B&J. Yeah, it's a B&E.
B&E. All right, names for this freak.
Okay, Grand Theft Auto, OTTO. We have Snatch Adams.
You need to come up with
And
one
we-
better than Grand Theft Auto because that is
What about Rob Thomas? I never realized that guy has a sentence for a name.
Rob Thomas.
Wow.
No.
Nice work.
Rob Thomas.
God, Rob Thomas is, I mean,
Toby Thief. I mean, there's a lot going on here.
Toby Thief.
Rob Thomas is pretty good.
Yeah, I like Rob Thomas.
Kudos to beating Grand Theft Auto because I didn't think there was one better than that. Okay, that's ad number 2, and finally ad number 3.
Bows and arrows, man for man, 39 years old, Vancouver. I can only climax through the art of archery. I'm a fiend for the thrill of skillfully shooting arrows as close to your head, hands, and genitalia as possible while you succumb to total trust of your life. Once we both feel the heart-pounding thrill of the arrow sticking inches from your head and crotch, we will immodestly engage in a different type of pounding and sticking with inches for your head and crotch. LOL. I'm an expert archer. The process turns me on. Knocking the arrows in the string, feeling the fletching against my cheek, the breath leaving my lungs as I steady my aim, watching your muscles tense as you try to hold deathly still in anticipation, the sound of the release and snap of the string as the bolt cuts the air. At this point, I am fully aroused and pulsing. The arrow flies true, splitting a plating card on your head. Or is that supposed to be playing card? The arrow flies true, splitting a playing card on your head, and we both gasp in relief. I slide another arrow from my quiver, and we go again. After a few shots, I can't take it anymore, and we hump like animals on the floor. I know this sounds dangerous, but I have designed a special board to tie and restrain you. It has a shatter-resistant glass helmet and hand compartment, so you will be safe but still feel the danger. I also have a Kevlar codpiece, so your genitals are safe but won't feel like it. If you get comfortable and want to take it off, I'm totally game. I will put 3 arrows so close to your jugular and genitals that you will gush with excitement, and so will I.
Okay. This is William Tell situation.
Yeah.
Okay. Questions. This is
Lots of questions.
This is pretty. I don't know. This is pretty
Some good names coming through.
on the nose here. You want to shoot arrows at your head and at your crotch, and that excites them, and hopefully that'll excite you.
And hump like animals.
And then you'll hump like animals after we're done. After you're done shooting arrows at them. Okay.
There's some good names coming through.
All right, well, let's get some. Moon?
Okay, stay with me here. There's a lot. Bo Diddley.
Okay.
You know, B-O-W. Bo Jackson, B-O-W. Ass Pro Shop. Jack Arrow. Arrowhead. Throbbing Hood. Archie Bunker. David Bowie.
Jamie Quivers.
Jamie Quivers.
Made me laugh a lot.
That's pretty good.
Jamie Quivers. There we
pretty
go.
good.
Jamie Quivers. All right, there are your 3 ads. Time to vote via Twitter at Rizzuto Show. So you got Coma Lisa.
Coma Lisa is a gal in the hospital. She's having a surgery, and she wants you to come over and scrub her up and then do nasty things to her while you both pretend she's in a coma.
Okay. Then you got Rob Thomas.
This is a guy who supposedly wants to be robbed. He's got a lot to give. He's going to give you the code to his flat, and you come in and cabbage him, which I guess means rob.
Yeah.
It'd be so red being cabbaged. Yeah. I guess, yeah, you're just going to
Somebody
rob
said
him.
this could be an insurance scam.
Oh. He ain't
Makes
going to
sense.
win. But, yeah, wild.
Then you
No
just heard
weapons, please.
From Jamie Quivers. All right, so there are the 3 ads. You need to endorse one, Lern, in your estimation. Who do you think should be moving on to the year-end tournament?
Coma Lisa for me. I just, I don't like it. And I think it's freaky that you want to bang in a hospital and then you post-surgery. Like, what if the stitches get ripped? That's all.
Yeah, we don't know what type of surgery, so.
Oh, my gosh. Ugh.
Rafe.
Well, it's between 1 and 3. I think I'll concur with Coma Lisa. It's close. There's something about anything that there's like a near-death experience involved is always interesting to me.
How about just, oil me up? The whole thing with Coma Lisa. Like, oil me up.
There's a lot going on.
And the flaps.
Flaps. And the flaps.
And the flaps.
Don't forget about the flaps.
I wonder if that's the surgery.
And am I reading that right? She wants you to put on her pajamas and go down to the cafeteria.
You'll put my pajamas on and go down to the cafeteria.
Which is so weird.
I read that as
Dude.
putting them on Who the hell knows?
I'm trying to figure that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Lern's right. So after we get me all oiled up, you will put my pajamas on. So I'm
There we
just
go.
her.
Yeah, dress her.
Dress her.
Because she can't dress herself because
Yeah,
the
but
surgery.
she's not going right. No, she's not going to the cafeteria. She said,
And then
maybe she is.
and then you no.
Who knows?
You go to the
Oh,
cafeteria.
yeah, get me
Oh, I
dressed and then
see.
go
Okay.
get me
And
food.
go get me a snack. Nothing garlicky.
Okay.
Scott, who do you want?
I got to go with
Comalisa?
Comalisa, thank you.
I think you guys are crazy. I do. Like, so the first one, like, I mean, there's a lot of like, we see like caregiver stuff or,
there's
you
a
know,
lot of that.
there's some weird stuff in there, but we see this before. Guys, I'm an athlete. I grew up doing all these sports and everything that I've done athlete wise, when I'm like in it, even if I'm feeling it, I'm rushing with blood, like there is nothing sexual about it. If anything, your body reverses course
you're
to,
Jamie
to
Quivers?
go into protection mode. You know
So
what
I
I'm
guess
saying?
you've never wrestled.
So I've never wrestled, but the fact that this guy's blending, you know, that like an event like that or a sport and
The
hunting or
element of
whatever it
danger is
may
such
be.
a turn on.
Yeah, there's a
Right,
serial
that's
killer
wild.
vibe happening.
That's wildly out of the box.
I was close to going
Okay.
that way too, because there is like a
My heart-
serial killer thing happening there.
My heart's
I
telling
think
me
this gal.
Comalisa
I think this
all
gal
the way.
is seeing like an opportunity for somebody that's willing to do a fetish thing, and she's gonna get some and have somebody run her errands for her.
And get snacks.
It sounds
have
pretty.
cleaner.
snacks for her.
Comalisa's a genius.
Yeah.
Man,
She's a genius, not
I
a
already
freak.
wrote it down, Scott. You can't change
no,
your
I
vote.
can't. I'm not going to. I still think
Jamie
it's gross.
Quivers for Moon. All right, so you got Comalisa, you got Rob Thomas, you've got Jamie Quivers.
And Rob Thomas is just a victim. This guy's getting.
Yeah.
He's getting robbed. His neighbor hates him.
Vote for your favorite freak.
Give me your wallet, make it real, or else forget about it.
Vote via Twitter at RIZZ Show. We'll have the winner tomorrow morning when we sign on. Thank you. All right, Rizz Show presented by the Fast Lane. Grab on celebrities after the break. It is 7:48. It's Thursday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The biggest race in 2024 is Sunday, June 2nd. Time to lock in your NASCAR Cup Series tickets now at www.raceway.com. We got delays 270 eastbound between 44 and Manchester. Average speed down to about 30 miles an hour. There's also some flow issues and delays 64 eastbound between 40 Drive and Bellevue. Your point forecast, a chilly start today with a high of 53. Right now it's 27 at the Point Studio.
So what? Here we are. Wait.
All right, Lern, what do you got for us?
Home may be getting back together. There's no original movie ideas anymore. Lake of the Ozarks reality TV coming our way. And do you know the most watched finales of all time? We talked about one yesterday,
Yeah.
but there's a whole top 10 list of the most watched show finales of all time, and we're going to get into it.
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays. We got the porno birthday. All that and more next in your Crab on Celebrity. Stay there.
All right, Point Fest 2022. It is Liv, and I am so excited. As you know, this is one of my favorite bands ever. The Struts, gentlemen. Thank you so much.
That was
for
a
being
lovely
here.
introduction.
So
Thank you very
excited.
much.
So to start, I actually have a prop because I met you guys several years ago. It was backstage at a show, and Luke, you had disappeared for a moment, and I missed an autograph on my favorite piece of merch ever.
Here we go. There's a badge on your bag as well with the struts on.
So,
Flag. Flag.
Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Now, we all wish we had more time in the day. Oh, just another hour. Okay, you have an extra hour. What are you going to do? What's important to you? You should be important to you. You know, therapy can help you find what matters to you so you could do, more of it. Yeah, somebody who's benefited from therapy, talking to somebody can help you find the best version of yourself. It doesn't matter if you've suffered from something traumatic or you just want to chat with a third party, whatever. If you're thinking about starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. BetterHelp, it's entirely online. It's designed to be convenient. It's designed to be flexible, and it's designed to be on your schedule. It's so simple. Here's what you do. It's your buddy Rizz talking to you. Go to betterhelp.com/Rizz. You fill out a quick questionnaire. You get matched with your licensed therapist. If you're not happy with who they match you with, that's fine. Not a big deal. You switch therapists at any time, no additional charge. Learn to make time for what makes you happy with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/Rizz today and get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Rizz.
All right, so here we are backstage, way back Point Fest, and we are absolutely thrilled. Myself, Mr. Jeff Burton.
Thank you. It's thrilling to be here with you. Oh, you're talking about them.
Right,
Sorry.
right. Noodles and Peanut, gentlemen, it's great to see you. Thanks for coming back.
You guys get along like me and Noodles get along.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Sure.
It's pretty. I mean, like we have known each other for a long time.
Yeah,
like
kind of the same, right?
there are. I mean, he was at my bachelor party for goodness sake. So you know what I mean?
Oh,
Nice. No stories. Okay. No backstories.
There's
Okay,
lots.
so how much tape you got in the thing? With the thing there. How much?
And it's really similar because me and Noodles should have known each other for a really long time.
We should have.
Yeah.
We're
That's
definitely
exactly the same.
kindred spirits. As soon as we get together, we really do just
Yeah, we click.
like that.
Really nice.
Well, how long have you guys known each other though?
10 years now, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, that's
Well,
when we
from touring.
did the first tour.
Yeah, but we didn't really start hanging out until we started doing press together on this
one.
run.
That's
yeah.
when we solidified our bond.
Well,
for sure.
we recognized genius and humor.
That's right.
Yeah. Shared like,
Yes.
he's one of me.
Exactly.
So you guys are hanging out socially then, outside of this
we're
stuff?
not. We're not at all.
no.
Yeah. And same in the band. We're burning each other out.
Yeah.
Can't wait to not see those guys for a while. But this is perfect. This is the perfect relationship. We see each other for press. We see each other on stage.
Yep.
We put food on each other's table.
There we go.
Yep. And we like flat black glasses.
There you go. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you know, every friendship has to have a base. You
Right,
know what I mean?
And a border.
Right.
Have boundaries.
And a safe word.
How long did it? How long did it take for this to come together? You know what I mean? Like, did it just?
tour?
Yeah. I mean, because it seems like thick as thieves at this point.
Yeah, well, we did it, like I said, what was it, 9-10 years ago? I can't even remember.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem
even
like it was that long.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
It's longer than we thought it was.
Yeah.
But you know, it had been too long. We know that these, even though we're two very different sounding bands, we still kind of pull the same crowd in. The crowd loves both bands.
Article about homes and selling homes and what's happening in the housing market and all that. It just made me think there's a lot of people in a lot of different situations, and you're going to be in a situation that you may not expect coming up. And I just want you to remember Faster House. Faster House truly cares about helping all clients in all situations work through any sort of tough situations. They've been the premier home buyer in the St. Louis area, and they are like the easy button, especially if you have a relative's home or maybe a home that you inherited and you got mold in the basement, maybe you got termites, you just don't have the time to deal with this kind of thing. Even if it smells nasty, like look to a Faster House. They can be the easy button for you in any situation. Maybe it's inherited, maybe it's a hoarder house, maybe you just simply don't want to mess with the retail market. Faster House is the way to go. Call them, 636-466-8774. They can do so much for you or somebody that you know. Your next chapter starts here with Faster House. Visit them online at fasterhouse.com.
All right, it's 105.7 The Point, Everything Alternative. We are backstage. Big summer show happening. And look, it's my friends, Josh and Tyler from 21 Pilots.
Well, hey.
What's up, dudes?
Friends,
What's
yes.
up?
I wonder at how many more times that I interview you guys that we just turn the tables and you interview me. You know what I mean? I mean, because this is literally like 4 or 5 times that we have spoken to each other. I just don't want you getting tired of me.
Actually, would you rather
Okay.
get attacked by 100 chicken-sized horses or 1 horse-sized chicken?
Oh, man, I think all the little horse-sized chickens. Wait.
All the little horses.
Horses.
It'd be like
Chicken-sized
tiny little.
Chicken-sized horses.
Right.
There's something very creepy about that.
Yeah.
Not that I guess the big boy, they're both. That's neither one are particularly good, but I would go with
The tiny ones. Yeah, you could probably just kick them in the face and stuff.
Just step on them all.
That's what I've thought.
You would have that advantage a little bit, I guess. You were able to do that.
I've thought about this a lot, actually.
Well, guys, it's great to see you again. I don't believe that you have really, in essence, been off the road in a couple of years. Is that true? Has there been any long spells at home?
We had 3 days the other day, so yeah.
Well, there's a day of travel, then a day
That's
off, and then
true.
another day of travel,
Yeah,
which I guess
so-
counts as 3 days. No, we this is what we've always dreamed of. Sure. You know, when we first started talking about what it looked like to play music together, we thought, wouldn't it be cool to play more than one show in a month? Because, you know, it just took us everything we had just to plan one local show as a local band. And then after that one show is over, you're just like, I got to wait another 3 weeks before I can play again. So this is, as much as there's difficult things like laundry and losing sense of time and relationships back home maybe lacking a little bit, this is really what we've always wanted to do. So we're not going to complain about it.
Absolutely. Well, you guys, and you've got much more still to come. I mean, you get a little bit of a break, then you're off to Australia, Korea, Japan, come home, couple weeks off, couple home shows in Columbus, correct?
Yep.
Which I'm sure will be bonkers. 2 months out, taking care of the United States, and then you are back to Europe.
Yeah.
Boy,
Is
boy.
that what it is?
Yeah, back to
this
Europe.
Guy knows what
yeah,
we're
you
doing.
know better than we do. Back to Europe and then back to go in the studio for a few months to kind of like wrap up the year, start the next year, and then the goal is to just go directly back out on the road and not like take it.
Prove your home or pay off higher interest debt or maybe finance education, or how about just paying for other major expenses? You know, a home equity line of credit can provide the money you need using your home's equity. Well, what do I do? How do I get this money? Well, with Kevin Putney and Equity Express, the process is fast and secure. It's fully automated. You take 5 minutes, you apply, you get 100% of your loan amount in as few as 5 days. That's right, Kevin Putney, he got you. Also, if you're going to buy a home this year, he wants to put homeownership within your reach. Kevin Putney's Community Promise can provide $6,500 in down payment assistance if you live in a qualifying neighborhood in select cities. If you're looking to buy a new home, call Kevin Putney, 314-862-0123. That's 314-862-0123. He's online at 123mortgage.com. Kevin Putney, Equal Housing Opportunity, all loans subject to underwriting approval. Restrictions apply. Call for details. Cross Country Mortgage LLC, NMLS 3029, NMLSconsumeraccess.org, 123mortgage.com, 314-862-0123.
We are backstage at Point Fest with a St. Louis favorite, and the great part about this today is that they're actually going to get to play. Ladies and gentlemen, highly suspect backstage at Point Fest. What's going on? Welcome back. It's wonderful to see you as always, but I would also like to tell you that Natural Born Killer has been one of our favorite songs of the year. So
29th, it's Leap Day. Does anybody know any Leap Day babies?
No.
I don't know. I feel like I do know somebody.
I think I do, and I feel really
now
bad.
I don't remember.
My great grandma.
Oh, she was?
She was born on Leap Day. Yeah.
Huh. Yo,
Would
if you know
it be
any,
cool if you were born on Leap Day, but you only aged 1 year for every 4 years? Like if it worked like that?
Yeah, but it doesn't.
Nice.
But it also causes a lot of problems, actually.
Be wild, though.
It actually is a headache. It's a headache for people born on February 29th. First off, you get the same joke every 4 years.
Right.
Like if you were born February 29th, 1984, you'll hear, a happy 10th birthday.
Right.
Shut up. You'll hear that all day today. Not all Leap Day babies love those kid-themed birthday parties either, okay? You have an issue sometimes with computer systems and online forms. Like some of them still don't recognize February 29th as a real day. So if you enter it as your birthday, it pops up as invalid. Like even the DMV still has issues with it sometimes.
Oh man, that's so annoying.
Awesome.
You have problems getting carded. A ton of Leap Day babies have had bouncers accuse them of using a fake ID because there is no February 29th. Hey, check this out, February 29th. It's 28 days. No, you meathead.
I didn't know.
There is a 29th every 4 years. Hey, give me my ID back.
I need to go to the DMV. I got to get my license about ready to expire, like in a month.
Are you gonna ask me if you're gonna take the test?
I wouldn't go today.
Well, no, I look like crap today. I got to look cute.
I would wait. Don't go the first of the month.
We do too. We got to go pay taxes. You know, we got a car. So
Right.
we got to go do the.
Oh.
We got to do the plates thing.
Dang.
Oh, man, you don't want to go near the first or the last of the month.
I need like a whole day. This is stupid.
A whole day? It
whole
takes
This is so
40
stupid,
seconds.
and
Yeah, I
people
need
are
a
gonna
whole day
light me
too.
up.
Yes.
But
You're out of your mind?
when you
I have
take
them.
your license photo, I have a really good license photo right now, and then you gotta live with it.
Can't they reuse it?
When do you use it?
I don't think
though?
so. No,
I thought you had the option.
I look different. I look
God.
older. I got
You need a whole
bags
day?
under my
But
eyes
what does
now.
it matter? I don't even know what mine
I don't know.
is.
It's a vanity thing.
She
I'm
does
not
have
afraid.
a good license picture. I've seen it.
It's great.
I have a
It's
fat
annoying.
face.
My best friend and I went to the DMV to get our licenses updated together, and we had two different photographers. And my photographer was on it that day. Like, great lighting. I looked tan. I looked great.
I look like a crazy person.
My girlfriend, Abby, they zoomed in on her face and, like blew her up. And she was like, what?
Her
Like,
face is the whole box. Because I don't know. I think the last time they said, "Do you want to see?"
Oh, really?
Like
They
it
give
wasn't
you a-
crowded or anything. Like I went like dude,
you got a retake?
I got to read. I didn't take the retake, but they offered.
Wow, that's cool.
That is
They're like,
nice.
hey, what do you know? These are it's fine.
They just served
I
it to
don't
us.
care. I'm not a woman.
Well, it's not just, hey, I know plenty of dudes that are worried about it too.
I don't like mine. I don't care.
Right
I don't
here.
care.
The day I went, they had the stand that the camera was on was like "Ew," broken and kept. So they shot it from like waist high up. So it looks like I'm
So you-
8 feet tall I'm just like looming. It's just a shot of me like from underneath.
Looking down.
Yeah. So if a cop pulls me over, he's got to like squat down and look
So
up at me in
creepy.
the car.
Hey,
It's
also,
not good.
if you're a leap day baby, it's caused plenty of confusion about when you can get into a bar on your 21st. You know what I mean? So if your birthday is the 29th,
Do you get in on midnight on the 28th?
are you okay the 28th, or you have to wait till March 1st?
You gotta wait till March 1st.
I bet.
Hate to break it to you, but the 28th is the day before you were born. Just like, you know, if it was the 29th of another month, the 28th would be the day before I was born.
Yeah.
But
That's my dad's B day, by the way.
I guess this would, never mind. That would theoretically be everyone. Technically, we're all 21 because of Leap Day. A couple days before our 21st birthday, right?
Well, it's some people, some leap day babies celebrate the 28th, and some prefer March 1st. So if you are born on that, you have a choice. You could do whatever you want.
Ooh, what would you do? I would take March, but that's from a March baby. So
I would take the leap day, man.
No, you're already born on the leap day, but that only comes once every 4 years.
I know, I still would take it.
Okay.
So you just wouldn't celebrate.
Yeah,
You'd
yeah, no
only
way.
celebrate
Just
your
once every
birthday,
4 years.
and that would be okay if you were an adult making a giant deal about your birthday. If it was only every 4 years.
Go somewhere across the
Hypothetically.
globe and
Would you take the deal that I offered earlier? If you were born on a leap day,
Yeah.
you would only age 1 year for every 4 years. While that would be inconvenient as a child, I mean, you'd be a 1-year-old for 4 years. You'd be a 2-year-old for 4 years. You'd be a 3-year-old for 4 years. But as you got into your teens and 20s,
It'd be sick.
you'd have the knowledge of like a 70 or 80-year-old person
Yeah.
in the body of a 20-year-old.
And you
I'm
would
in.
rule the planet. Only
You would
leap day babies
rule.
would rule the planet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you'd be the philosopher
You'd
king.
pay up front because it would suck to be a baby for that long.
Yeah,
but
but
you are reaping the rewards later.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, but you would die
4x.
normally.
No. He's saying you would outlive us by 4x.
You have 4 times
yeah.
the lifespan of a normal.
Not only that, by the time.
Okay, so you
by
don't age normally.
No, you age as if
As
1
if it
year
is-
is 4 years for you.
Okay.
Right, so by the
Or
time
4 years is 1 year for you.
So by the time they're 40, they got 100 plus years.
By the time
of
you're
experience.
10 years old, you have a 40-year-old mind.
That is
So I got to do
awesome.
first grade 4 times.
Your body
Yeah.
ages. Well, your body's
Sorry
aging.
to hear that.
Your brain is developing, but your body is aging at that rate.
So
So you
when I
have
do
a 4-year-old's mind at 1,
So
an
when I-
8-year-old's mind at 2. You're going to freak people out in grocery stores.
Okay, so when I do schooling, when everybody else is moving on to from 2nd to 3rd grade,
Your
I gotta
brain, no, your brain is moving at the normal rate. It's just your body. You'd have to be in high school with, I don't know, like a 6-year-old.
But the time that you could take to absorb that
Would
information
suck.
year to year.
That's what I'm saying. There's some bad front end deal going on.
So your body, then your mind is not matching your body.
Exactly.
Right.
Ooh, man, that could lead to some issues.
But you know what, though? That's
It'd be
life
awesome.
anyway. Like 75-year-olds are still like, they say they have the mind of like an 18-year-old. Like, we
Okay,
never- so we do that anyway.
So
Right. She right.
I'm in high school,
Yeah.
so I have the mind of a 15-year-old, but I got the body of like a 4-year-old.
Right. It's very confusing for everybody
Well,
else.
no, you're not in high school yet. You're still 4. You're just as smart as a 15-year-old.
Yeah,
That's a
so
tough
my
go.
mind.
I
is
understand. I
my
understand what you're
mind
saying.
is thinking like a 15-year-old.
No, because hormonally you're not. You're not there yet. You're still enjoying being a 4-year-old.
See, there's too much.
No. It's all playing. It's all playing
great.
easy.
Welcome
want
to
this
the
to be a movie.
psilocybin hour on
Yeah.
the Rizz Show.
You'd be in your own school, though. There'd be a
Tough
school
call,
for
man.
just you guys.
This is a philosophical quandary because I think the back end payoff is huge.
Heck
you
yeah.
get to be,
Yeah.
You
would
gotta
get
struggle.
Once
You're
you
the
hit that
philosopher
18-year-old
kings.
body, you get a big window of staying hot. You know what I mean?
So how many years
Yeah.
till I hit my 18-year-old body?
Well, times 4. So it's going to be a
Is
while.
that the math? Is that math out?
Okay, 2
Yeah.
times 18 is 36.
72.
When you're 80, dude, you're coming into your own, brother.
72.
So imagine that. So you leap babies, you leap kings. You would be at 40. You'd have the wisdom and knowledge of 100-something years old. So you would be
But
the
look, 10.
rulers of the
But
world.
a lot of that wisdom comes from experience, and you can't experience things in a young in the body that you have.
But you're still experiencing it in your mind. Your body is here just for physical time in the way that we see
Yeah,
it.
but you
all.
learn by doing a lot of things, and your
You're
experience.
still doing a lot of things. Your school, you're not going to Ritner or nothing. Like your school, there's like a school designed to work around your whole.
So you're sending me to a mutant
imbalances.
school?
You're going
yeah,
to the
yeah,
X-Men.
Elite school.
Professor X is your teacher.
You're going to the academy.
He's
Welcome
600 years
to
old.
Leap University.
Quantum Leap University.
I don't know.
It's tough, man, because it's like it would be awesome to live that long. It'd be awesome to have, like, once you hit that 80-year-old mark, oh,
Yeah.
you got about, what, 50, 60 years of being in your physical prime.
Oh,
That
this
would be
is
awesome.
This is good.
With all
wild.
the knowledge.
I'm taking
With
it.
all the knowledge of, like, an 80-year-old person that has experienced the world. You have a century's worth of knowledge in a 20-year-old sexy body to
That'd be
unleash
great.
upon the world, and no one's going to know.
It'd be great, man.
Yeah.
You have an 80-year-old mind.
You could play out Plato's like
What if your
utopian.
80-year-old mind starts to like
Deteriorate.
deteriorate?
No, no,
Now
no.
you got all this hotness.
That's the monkey's paw. Let's just say for this hypothetical, you won't
That doesn't happen.
You won't have dementia or anything like that.
Yeah, because that's a
You
deterioration.
finally get hot and you're like, who am I? You look in the mirror, that would be a bummer.
You're
Yeah,
20-year-old that's attracted to 85-year-olds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the cellular, breakdown of what we know as an 80-year-old doesn't happen until your body is 80, and that's going to take 4 times
Correct.
what it does for ours.
Good point.
So the cellular degeneration,
I don't know. It seems like a hell.
no,
No, I'm in.
it's a blessing
You
and a
guys sign me
curse.
up
But
for
you'll
this?
work it out. The Professor
Gotta
X
be-
school will handle it.
There's pros and cons.
There's got
You
to
gotta
be a
decide
couple
what-
of drawbacks.
Yeah, everyone you know will die, and you'll probably watch your children die.
Oh, my God.
That's fine. You make more.
Not much of a
You will be making
probably.
more children because of the hotness that you'll have
Yeah.
when you're like 85.
Mm-hmm.
So
You have
Yeah,
great.
Yeah, you won't even have children until you're
That's a good point. So you're
until
80.
Right.
Neato.
They'll pass you up though. That'd be
Fine.
that'd be kind of
taking
wild.
The deal.
all right.
Taking the
I'm
deal.
taking the deal.
You
All
guys-
right,
you
when
guys
do we
will-
start?
Blue pill.
When do we start?
You guys will both celebrate your 92nd birthday together.
I'm actually 247 years old.
Wow.
I knew it.
All right, let's do crap on celebrities. Somebody mathed it out here. No, that doesn't make sense. You're wrong.
It'd be awesome.
Sorry, Mike. You're wrong. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
And it's brought to you by Bright House Plumbing. Call the best, flush the rest, brighthouseco.com, 636-600-0188. Courtney Love says that her band Hole is back on. She made a surprise appearance on stage with Green Day and Billie Joe Armstrong's cover band, The Cover-Ups, in London on Tuesday night. She played a few songs and then ended her time with the band by saying, "Later, I'll be back in Hole." The last time that Courtney Love mentioned that Hole might reunite was in 2021.
No word on who
Would come back.
would come back with her.
It'd be cool if like Melissa Oftemore would come back and
Eric Erlinson.
yes.
And Jim.
Yeah,
No.
Jim's awesome.
Dave.
Jim and Dave?
No, the drummer was, was it Patty?
Kevin.
Patty?
Steve.
I thought Eric was the drummer, no?
No, Eric's a guitarist. Melissa Oftemore was the bassist. Patty's not going to work here anymore. I don't know.
Kelly Osbourne.
Because she went out to go be in Motley Crue for a little while. Remember when Tommy Lee left? They got the drummer for Hole for a little bit.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Back
Damn.
in the day. Anyway.
Good brain. Kelly Osbourne revealed that after a major disagreement with her baby daddy, Sid Wilson, the couple planned to change the last name of their 15-month-old son, Sydney. She says, this is personal, and I didn't expect to ever talk about this, but I'm going to. She was telling her parents, Sharon and Ozzy, on their recent Osbourne's podcast episode. I wanted our son to have both of our last names, but Sid wouldn't let me. We had a huge fight. I feel like I was forced into something I didn't want to do. The 39-year-old admitted that while she may not be quite ready to forgive the Slipknot member, who she's been dating since early 2022, for that decision, they're now working through it. She says, right now, my son doesn't have a double-barreled last name, but after lots of eye-opening conversations, some couples therapy, he has seen the light, and we're going to legally change our son's name to have both of our last names.
Osborne-Wilson?
I don't know how they'll do that.
Or Wilson-Osborne?
Probably Osbourne-Wilson, right? Or who knows? There would probably be another argument.
Also, file this under don't care.
Yeah.
Really?
Under why do we know about this?
Because Kelly Osbourne wants us to know.
You know what? Out of the two, man, go Osbourne. Wilson's so common and nobody. Your grandfather is Ozzy Osbourne. That kid's going to grow up going, why the hell is my last name not Osbourne?
It's a smart business move, but I just don't
is.
understand why. Just change his name already.
Yeah.
Just do it.
The reason, so Sid comes from a traditional English family, and so that is what, like, they wanted it to just be the one last name.
Okay.
So I guess it's tradition, which is playing a role here.
He married into the Prince of Hell's family. Bad news. Things are changing.
Things are changing.
Sorry.
Yeah. Good point, Rafe.
Garth Brooks claims that Friends in Low Places was originally supposed to be for George Strait. When he passed, Garth decided to take it. Could you imagine George Strait doing
Friends in Low Places?
I mean, it's such a Garth staple.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you what George Strait sounded like.
Really?
George Strait got passed by so many different people.
You know what?
Labels.
You shouldn't be allowed to watch a Kevin Costner movie.
Well, I'm sure.
With that comment. You're
sure
banned from Horizon.
Oh, wow. No, you're not
I'm
going to be able to
texting
see
Kevin
it.
Costner right now.
You can only see the second one.
Okay, wait.
Don't you dare
Yeah, you can
wear
play some George
Wranglers.
Strait?
What's this George Strait song? That
I mean, it
can
was
know?
still been a hit with George Strait because that man is a hit maker.
Yeah.
What's the song?
Start naming out some of the singles.
Amarillo
I'll
by
tell you which-
Morning is probably the most
Is it
known
Would I
George
Know
Strait
That song?
By morning.
Probably.
Okay, here we go.
He's just got a smooth.
They're kind of two sides of the same coin, really. There's shoot, what was that?
George Strait's been melting panties for a long time, dude, and
since
still
like the
doing
70s.
it. He's like 60 or some odd years old, and they're still
my-
still disintegrating panties at every concert.
All My Exes Live in Texas. You probably heard that.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's George Strait?
That's George
Okay,
Strait.
I know that song.
Oceanfront
okay, so
property in Arizona.
one of the greatest moments of my life.
Oh.
I was at a resort in Punta Cana. It was karaoke night on the resort.
Nice.
Yeah, buddy.
And everybody's going up on the resort and singing. We're out there in the courtyard. It's a nice Dominican night. Cervezas are flowing. And somebody had signed up and put down Friends in Low Places as their karaoke song.
Yeah.
And they didn't show. They put their name down and they
boy.
pumped out.
But the song's got to play.
But the song started playing, and everybody's looking around.
Who's going to do it?
Who's going to step up?
Did you hold up the Katniss Everdeen, like, salute? I will go as tribute.
He blacked out. He don't even know what he did. He just found himself on stage.
I floated to the
You
stage,
did?
levitated, and I brought the goddamn house down.
Voice of an angel.
Check yes or no. That's George Strait.
Yep.
You know that one.
I'm proud of you, Rizz. I wish I could have been there.
I
for
got
that, man.
the whole place.
Yeah.
Went nuts.
Hell yeah. It's a great karaoke song.
I'm sure. No video though, convenient.
No video.
Oh,
No
God,
video.
darn it.
Well, I'm sure there is somewhere out there.
Believe me.
So, festival season, everything's getting announced. We announced Evolution Fest earlier this week. Louder Than Life announced, which was a huge lineup. And I thought to myself, man, it's not going to get any better. And then here comes Aftershock Festival announcement yesterday.
Aftershock, where's this at?
This is in Discovery Park in Sacramento, California.
Not going, okay.
It's going to be October 10th through the 13th. My God, if you love the metal, you're all over it. Iron Maiden, Slayer, and Slipknot, and everybody else is there. Take Louder Than Life and add Iron Maiden, and this is what it is. So if you're thinking of going, obviously Louder Than Life is a drive away, and you got to go to, but we're talking Pantera, Seven Dust, we're talking Tom Morello, Judas Priest, Breaking Benjamin, Anthrax, Five Finger Death Punch, Architects, Mastodon, Static X, everybody. Shadows
Rival
Fall.
Sons?
Rival
It's still
Sons.
going. That's awesome.
It's crazy, this lineup.
Rammstein guy. Till Lindman. Till Lindman.
Hi, I am Rammstein guy.
Who's Tim Montana?
And tickets are, I guess, on sale now. So
Welcome to my show. I am Rammstein guy.
Rammstein guy.
let's go to movies.
We're
So
playing Rammstein with different members.
yesterday, I got two separate texts from two of my guy friends who we text religiously about The Crow, because yesterday, The Crow, Variety put out an article, first looks of the Crow remake starring Bill Skarsgård as Eric Draven.
Oh, boy.
First,
People have thoughts.
I have thoughts as well, and everybody's mad. First of all, everybody's comparing Bill Skarsgård, his Eric Draven character, to Jared Leto's Joker in Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Because there's face tats now. I will say that as far as the graphic novel goes, the hair is, they're paying homage to the graphic novel hair, which was a really spiky girl with a dragon tattoo mullet. So in The Crow with Brandon Lee, everybody loved it because it was the 90s and he had like the grunge long Gavin Rossdale hair. So they're going back to the graphic novel with that. But man, there's too much color. Like, to me, the cool thing about The Crow in the 90s was that it was monochrome pretty much.
And all grit.
And all the flashbacks were in kind of a warm tone of like pinks and yellows. And from the snapshots that I saw, everything's real bright and poppy, and I don't think that that's going to bode well for that tone of a movie. And I hope that maybe that's just the flashbacks too, but at this point, we have no idea. I'm really passionate about this.
This could be one of those things where they put out a couple pictures just to kind of get the temperature of people, and they'll go in and make changes.
And fix it, I hope.
I hope so, too.
She and I talked about it in the office yesterday, and I'm like, the original Crow was dope. And it's hard. The follow-ups were stinkers.
Yeah.
And but I hate that they picked. I didn't want to say this because I didn't want to break Lern's heart, but I was like, I kind of didn't like the Skarsgård casting because I'm like, he looks like Penny. It's too close to the Pennywise makeup.
Yeah.
You're basically taking the guy that played Pennywise, putting him in black and white Pennywise makeup, and then asking us to believe he's a different character, which is going to be. The guy's a great actor. I just think they could have gotten someone else.
I think more importantly, who's directing this?
It's the director who did Snow White and the Huntsman and Ghost in the Shell, Rupert Sanders.
Okay, so it's a decent director.
And both of those are pretty dark.
I know, and that gives me hope. But again, so he was quoted as talking about this. He goes, Brandon Lee's soul is very much alive in this film. There's a real fragility and beauty to his version of The Crow. And I think Bill feels like he is the successor to that.
Yeah, it does have a very Jared Leto.
These photos, though, they're pretty gritty. They're pretty dark. They're almost like the new Batman, but not as...
Here's what I'm thinking. They put this out as like, let's get the temperature of people. Remember they did this with Sonic, like Sonic the Hedgehog, the cartoon. And people were like, oh, my God, this looks like garbage. Sonic looks like garbage. They wind up fixing the movie, and it wound up being very successful.
Yeah, they got rid of his human teeth.
I don't like the tattoo. Like this, I love tattoos on people. I'm not knocking tattoos. For this character, I don't like tattoos. I think that the face tats, all the chest tattoos, like what is that? I don't think and I could have that wrong, but I don't remember in the graphic novel Eric Draven having all that ink. So
yeah, I don't like
I
that
feel
either.
like it takes away from.
I do too. It makes it one step too far. Like okay, now you're like physically. We're seeing how hard you're trying to make this guy gritty. And I'm sorry to tell you, face tattoos are so trendy now that this makes him not exceptional.
I agree.
You know what I mean? It doesn't make him an exceptional character at all.
No.
Fix it.
But
now he's just another guy with a guitar trying to tell me he's a rock star.
I'm going to go see this one. I've not seen like the Edward Furlong, the City of Angels. I've never seen any of the sequels, and I won't.
No.
But for some reason, I feel like I'm going to I'm going to go see this one and see what I think and then probably hate it. So prepare for that. Also, there's no more original ideas. Another classic film that I love from the 90s, Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
Oh, I saw that. I saw the trailer for this.
So there's a trailer up on our blog.
Oh, it's a teaser. It's like 38 seconds.
So obviously, if you know this movie, originally starred Christina Applegate. Nicole Richie is going to star as the boss lady Rose. I'm right on top of that, Rose. And newcomer Simone Joy-Jones is trying to keep her family together after their babysitter unexpectedly dies. So BET Plus is producing the film. There's a script by the Ted Lasso writer Chuck Hayward, and the film is going to premiere April 12th, so prepare for that. Locally, Lake of the Ozarks is coming to HGTV. There's a new show that's shining a spotlight on all of those luxurious lakefront properties on Missouri's biggest vacation lake. KSDK reports that it's called Lakefront Empire, exploring million-dollar lakeside homes in the Hamptons of the Midwest. It's going to follow the real estate agents as they hustle in the peak summertime months to secure dream waterfront homes for their clients. This is interesting. Tish Cyrus, Miley Cyrus's mom, married Prison Break actor Dominic Purcell in August of last year. Well, her daughter Noah wasn't there, and now people understand why. Us Weekly says that Noah was romantically involved with her mom's new husband.
What?
When her mom started pursuing him. In other words, Tish stole her man from her own daughter.
How old is the daughter?
Is this for real?
Noah's younger than Miley.
Who says this is for real?
This is what's being reported in Us Weekly today.
Oh.
The wedding went down at Miley's house. Sources say the armed guards were there.
Man, this is a Hoosier family.
And
Jeez.
it really is. They were instructed, these armed guards, to keep Noah out of the wedding, okay? Miley is Team Tish. We know that from the Grammys because her mom was her date. This is interesting. I mean,
So Miley don't talk to Dad Billy Ray.
Right.
She talks to Mom Tish. The sister don't talk to Mom. She talks to Dad.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
And Tish stole whose man?
Noah's.
The younger daughter.
Yeah.
The younger daughter's man who was on Prison Break.
But I heard that Tish is now talking to her brother again, Billy Ray.
But Tish is also mad at Billy Ray for marrying a younger woman.
Yes.
Good job.
Right?
Billy Ray wound up marrying somebody younger than his daughter.
And the mom was mad about that, right?
is.
Wasn't
Yeah,
the
yeah,
mom
yeah.
mad that he married a younger woman?
It's that Australian gal, Ruby.
Hell yeah, brother.
Rosie something.
That family is just a living mullet. And I'm here for it. They are Billy Ray's mullet. Just come to life.
They were living behind it. Now they're living in it.
His mullet crawled off his head one
the
day and
back.
just became a family.
RuPaul is giving his fans an intimate look at decades long his battle with addiction. And in the upcoming memoir called The House of Hidden Meanings, the famous drag queen and host revealed that he's been getting high every day since he was 10 years old. And obviously he's gotten through that. A new excerpt obtained Wednesday by The Times said that this is a huge look at recovering from addiction. The House of Hidden Meanings goes on sale March 5th, and RuPaul's actually going to be touring through the pageant on this book tour on March 11th, if you're a fan of RuPaul's drag show. Comedian and actor Richard Lewis, who is well known for his neurotic and self-deprecating humor, has died at the age of 76. Lewis retired from stand-up last April after being diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, but the cause of death was actually a heart attack. According to The Hollywood Reporter, he died peacefully at his home in L.A. On Tuesday night, he's survived by his wife, Joyce, and I have some audio here. So
yeah, I got caught in some Curb Your Enthusiasm, Richard Lewis and Larry David vortexes yesterday.
Yeah, he was great.
They were great together. All right, here's little Richard Lewis.
I used to sit around the table with all the relatives. They used to put me down in harmony. It was like really an embarrassing thing. You'll never make it, you'll never make it, you know, kind of thing. And I try to relax. You know, I'm back home in L.A. I'm taking a slam dancing course at the Jewish Community Center now.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, yeah.
I have a helmet on, like a skull cap helmet, like a batting helmet if I fall.
That's good.
I feel like it's enough to go to doctors with all the money. I had to bring a gold bar last physical. That's how much it cost me, you know? And I don't want to bring that specimen in. I'm embarrassed at home. I put a little hood on when I do it, you know? And
But we talked, he was the king in Men in Tights.
Yeah, Prince
Yeah,
John, right?
Yeah, Prince. And we just watched that too.
And we just mentioned it yesterday.
Yeah, we
too.
did mention that yesterday.
But he passed away
Tuesday.
Tuesday, so
have
that's
a
not on
mole?
us.
Well, so that was an appearance that he had on David Letterman from 1983. He made 48 appearances on Letterman's show, which was the most except from Marv Albert. which is pretty cool. Here's a little bit of his comedy stand-up as well.
I bite butts.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm thrilled to be here. I'm excited. I'm just a little paranoid tonight. I haven't performed in a couple of months, and yet, hey, I'm paranoid about everything in my life. Even at home, on my stationary bike, I have a rear view mirror, which I'm not thrilled about. And sadly, my last shrink, she retired about a week ago. I'm freaked out, and it was sort of a nightmare. She was only 24. I guess I burned her out real fast. And
did you see a Larry David statement?
I did. He said, Richard and I were born 3 days apart in the same hospital, and for most of my life, he's been like a brother to me. He had a rare combination of being the funniest person and also the sweetest, but today he made me sob, and for that, I will never forgive him.
Very Larry David, but yeah, they went to camp together when they were 12 years old. I watched an old appearance of him on Stern talking about when he met Larry David at 12, and they kind of lost contact. And then in the comedy clubs, they kind of reconnected.
That's so cool.
Known each other for 50 years.
Yeah,
his career. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was going to say his career highlights included obviously being Prince John in Robin Hood Men in Tights. He was starring in the film Drunks in 1995. He had recurring roles in TV's Rude Awakening, Seventh Heaven, and most recently Curb Your Enthusiasm. And he also starred opposite of Jamie Lee Curtis in Anything But Love.
He was, I think he doesn't get credit too. He was kind of the pioneer of therapy comedy. Like he was the first comic to go out and talk about, you saw an excerpt of it, like seeing a psychiatrist. There's so many comics copying Richard Lewis.
Very
self-deprecating. Not in a bad way. Self-deprecating and also just talking about like, this is my therapy. I'm like comedy becoming like exposing your faults to the audience and having it almost double as like a therapeutic experience. I feel like he was the first. He was doing that when it was still like there was still like a big stigma on seeing a psychiatrist or a shrink. He made it his own thing. And it was really cool.
You're right about. I mean, he had addiction and he had anxiety and depression. So he was,
and he played it up. He played that up too. But he did. He was good.
There's also another death that we found out about yesterday. Former WWE star Virgil passed away. At the age of 61, Virgil rose to stardom in the late 80s, early 90s as Ted DiBiase.
No, DiBiase.
DiBiase,
The $1 Million Man.
The $1 Million Man, his bodyguard.
It was his bodyguard.
He assisted him in fights. That was when it was the WWF at the time. And he said 1991's Royal Rumble, where Virgil refused to put a championship belt on the $1 Million Man's waist, instead knocking him down. And he beat him later that year in the SummerSlam for the $1 Million
Virgil.
title.
And then there was all these like Virgil sightings. Remember there were the memes of Virgil at a card, like a wrestling, wrestling show sitting there by himself. There are all these memes associated with Virgil over the past couple of years.
Nobody said his name last week or anything, right?
Nah.
No, not that I know of.
And finally, we talked about this yesterday, but Mental Floss put together a list of the 10 TV finales and how many people watched them when they first aired. So we talked, MASH is the number one. We talked about that yesterday. I'm just going to
So
get
how
that
many
off the
people
table.
watched the season finale or the series finale when it aired?
Yes, so 105.9 million people watched the MASH finale.
And that was like 77% of the television audience watched.
That's crazy.
In 1983. So what are some other big-time TV finales that you think people have watched? And this is going
And you have them in order.
I have them in order.
Rizz, go.
Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Seinfeld is number 4.
Oh.
I would
Game of Thrones.
No, definitely
I got a ER.
ER.
Let her
not
go
on the
Game of
list.
Thrones first.
No, Game of Thrones, no.
HBO doesn't have that big of an audience. And remember, that was recent.
I have
Good
3
point.
that I think will be in the top 5. I will say Friends.
That was number 5.
I will say Cheers.
Number 2.
And I will say Home Improvement.
Home Improvement number 10. Way to
Dang.
go, Rafe.
He said ER.
ER, no.
Frasier.
Home Improvement was 10.
Yes.
Did Frasier make it?
And let me give you the numbers here. So Home Improvement in 1999, 35.5 million people watched that. Friends, 52.5 million. Seinfeld, 76.3 million in 1998.
Newhart
was Cheers.
Cheers was 80.4 million.
Yeah, the
Newhart not on the list.
Oh.
Wow. I thought
Man.
the Newhart one was monumental.
Dallas.
Dallas, no, not on the top 10. Actually, let me give you the years. 1989, 79, 92.
Alf.
88, and 67. In fact, number 3 is from 1967.
Laverne and Shirley.
Roseanne.
No, both of you know.
67.
Honeymooners.
No.
Odd Couple.
Bonanza.
Uh-uh.
Brady Bunch.
No.
What's
Mama's Family.
What's the other classic one right around Brady Bunch? Partridge Family?
No.
Wasn't that 70s?
This is one I wasn't familiar with.
My Three Sons. Leave It to Beaver.
The Fugitive from 1967. 78 million people. That was number 3.
That was a show?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kimball.
That was number 3?
That was number 3.
89, you said?
89.
89.
Actually, we're 79, 92, 88, and 89.
Do you have any clues as to how long it was on before 89?
Ooh, I don't know. No.
Would we all know the show?
Yes.
Is it Night Court or something?
3 of the 4 that are left are family focused.
Family
shows.
Ties.
Family Ties was number 9 from 1989. 36.3 million people tuned in for that.
Growing Pains.
No.
Man,
Family Matters.
I thought we would do better at this.
Fresh Prince.
What year are we missing?
We're missing 79, 92, and 88.
So Roseanne's not on there?
Nope.
92.
Huge show. Huge comedian, huge show from 1992.
92.
Was it a late night thing? Or you said it was a family
Show. Yeah. So
90, Cosby
Comedian.
Show.
Cosby Show, number 7.
Yeah.
1992, 44.4 million people tune in for that.
Dang. Back to the
One more?
70s.
2 more.
Back to the 70s and the 60s?
79 and 88.
79, 88.
Both family things.
No. One is a cop show.
Starsky.
LA Law or something. or
Hill Street Blues.
Nope.
Magnum P.I.
Magnum P.I.
Yeah.
Number
That should be
6.
number 1.
That was 88?
So 88, 50.7 million people watched.
Good. Man, they had good taste.
And one more?
One more from
Candid Camera.
1979.
And it's family.
Gilligan's
oriented?
Island.
No.
This is the family one.
Yep.
79.
79.
A Little House on the Prairie.
Monkeys.
That lasted till 90s, didn't it?
I have no idea.
Yeah, either.
He said the Monkeys.
What about the Waltons?
The Waltons.
Is it a family name?
Really not that.
It says
It's the family name, isn't it?
no, it's not. All in the family.
All in the
All in the family.
40.
Is that a family show?
Million. Yeah, it's well,
I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
kind of a family show. I guess.
Archie Bunker?
Yeah.
Celebrity celebrating a birthday on Leap Day. Jesse Usher, that's Will Smith's son Dylan in Independence Day Resurgence. Also plays A-Train on The Boys. Jesse Usher is 32. Mark Foster from Foster the People is 40. Peter Scanavino, that's Dominic from Law and Order SVU, is 44. Ja Rule is 48. Antonio Sabato Jr., Calvin Klein underwear model and Melrose Place stud, is 52. And Banana Hands himself, motivational man that hypnotized Jack Black and Shallow Hal. I met him at a gas station just outside of Vancouver. Tony Robbins is 64 years old.
Nice.
Old Banana Hands.
Today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Melody Marks. And today's birthday girl has been in 198 fine films, including All in the Family 4.
Wow.
Beach House Bums. Big Honkers Drive Me Bonkers 2. Bubble Butt Babysitters 3. Girl Scout, not cookies, but nookies 9. My Daughter's Hot Friend 7. She Likes Girls. Undressed to Protest. And I hate this title, but they weren't that many. I tell you, the Leap Day porno birthdays, they're not that many.
Okay.
It's a good point.
Who can forget a role in 2019's Daddy Does It Better?
Ew.
You know, that title really didn't jump off the DVD box until you said it like that. She likes girls. I would have read it like, she likes girls.
No, she likes girls.
You're right, and now it's selling itself.
Happy birthday, Melody Marks, 24 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, we got to take a break. We'll come back, and we're going to play Do It, Bitch.
Yay.
It's that. Moon, if you would, the Great Wheel.
The Great Wheel.
Let's get her out here, and we'll figure out who the two teams are. So the Great Wheel will decide the two teams. Each team will then have a gambler and a guesser. The guesser will leave the room. I will give the gamblers a category. They'll have to go back and forth betting on how many things their teammate will get in that category within 10 seconds. If the gambler thinks the other team has overplayed their hand, they'll say, do it, bitch. We'll then bring the guessers back in, and we'll see if the guesser can make good on the gamble. We'll play best of 5. Losing team will be shot with the airsoft gun. So let's get the teams, and you guys on the phone, we'll pick which team you'll back. Scott got me 4 callers, 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. Up for grabs, we have 2 pairs of tickets left for Rizz Show Live, which is happening on Saturday. That's courtesy of Yingling and Hat Launch. We have 1 pair of tickets left to go see Jelly Roll, October 23rd at Enterprise Center. We got tickets to go see Primus and Quinn in Cambria, and we got tickets to the sold-out Beartooth show. All right, Mooners, Spin that wheel. Let's get the teams going. We've got Team
The Great Wheel selects
Team Rafe.
Rafe.
I have been selected.
You did it.
Rafe and Cool. Rafe's teammate B.
The Great Wheel selects
Rafe and
Scott.
King Scott.
Yeah.
Rafe and King Scott
again.
versus Moon and Lern. I think these were the teams we had last time, too.
It was.
All right. And who won?
We did.
They did.
Okay.
Yeah, we did.
There was quite controversy.
Will you spin it again?
I didn't mean to.
Okay.
The mouse.
The wheel
auto spins.
has a mind of its own. All right, we're going to play Do It, Bitch next. 8:36, it's the Rizz Show presented by the Fast Lane. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The biggest race of 2024 is Sunday, June 2nd. Time to lock in your NASCAR Cup Series tickets now at www.raceway.com. We have delays 270 eastbound between Big Bend and Manchester. There's also a right-hand shoulder blocked due to a stalled vehicle 270 eastbound just before Dunn Road. Your point forecast, a chilly start, then a high of 53. Right now it's 33 at the Point Studio.
It's Lux, and I'm joined by Josh from Bad Flower. Dude, what's up?
Cheers. How are you?
Cheers. I'm doing so well. I'm so glad we're getting to chat here.
What is that? You got stickers on your cup.
Oh my God, I got so many stickers. My vaccine sticker. I got my Canada sticker. I got all my good stickers.
Nice.
I'll hook you up with some stickers when you come here because we'll be seeing you in less than 2 weeks at Point Fest, which is very exciting. Wow. And then after that, you got a record coming out, so we got a lot to chat about today. I'm excited.
Yes.
So where are you in the world right now? Because I know you guys are currently on tour. Are you like in a bunker somewhere?
No, we're not on tour.
Road, right?
I mean, we've just been doing like weekend festivals.
You got any sort of waterproofing issues, foundation repairs that you just have been putting off? Do not wait any longer. Prevent further damage. Those problems do not get better with time. They get better with Woods Basement Systems. The all thing basementy experts. There is a special offer waiting for you. MoonLovesWoods.com. That's the website. MoonLovesWoods.com. Now I called them because I actually heard that they also specialized in concrete leveling, and I needed a big project done. I needed a big fix because my whole front porch was sinking down something like 4 or 5 inches. It was a safety hazard. It was horrible for my curb appeal, and what I realized is it was actually a support for the roof, and that was all coming down. Woods educated me on the right way to do it. I needed concrete leveling and piers, so it's fixed for forever, and that's exactly what they did. They can raise a highway slab 8 inches. If they can do that, they can raise your driveway. They can fix your front porch like they did mine. Or all of the basementy stuff, the basementy waterproofing, the foundation repair, the egress windows, all of that. Go now to moonloveswoods.com for that special offer. Again, don't wait any longer. Get it done right. It's not going to get better with time. It's going to get better with Woods. The problem will be fixed forever. Woods Basement Systems, the all things basementy experts. Special offer at moonloveswoods.com.
105.7 The Point. AO. Let's go. It's Liv Maddox, broadcasting live from the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater, and I am joined now by the one, the only Jelly Roll.
Yeah, baby.
How are you, sir?
I feel like I'm back home, man. I love St. Louis. It's one of my favorite cities in America for dozens of reasons. Mm-hmm. And then the last time I was here was just sheer disappointment because Point Fest got rained out that day. And
Yeah. We're still mourning that. And the crazy thing is that, you know, I wasn't here yet when that happened, but I keep hearing that when that announcement came out that it had to be pushed out, and then you couldn't make the scheduled show. People were so upset. You've got St. Louis in the palm of your hand, man. How does that feel?
No. I just love St. Louis, and they love me. I've been coming here for years. We used to play Pops.
Yep.
I probably played Pops 30 times in my life.
And now here you are at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater.
Awesome. Yes. With limited tickets. You like limited as in get in your car and come on and grab
Exactly. Got to get here, box office. The music doesn't start till 7. You still got time to settle in before Jelly Roll hits the stage. Now, what's really cool about you, Jelly Roll, is that, and I promise you this isn't a commentary on your size, is that you don't fit into a box musically. Right. You got the hip-hop, you got the country, you got the rock all in one. So if somebody comes up and they're like, Liv, what kind of musician is Jelly Roll? What do I say?
He's a music man.
He's a music man.
Right, listen, so in the 90s, I was listening to Korn.
Okay.
But I also knew every single word of Gin and Juice.
Okay.
And secretly, as a Southern boy, I knew every single word of Time Marches On by Tracy Lawrence, right? So that was the 90s country music era. And this is stuff I've just known since I was a kid. So it wasn't, I don't know. I just always judged music on whether it was good or it sucked. And a lot of music has sucked over the years. So anytime we get something that's pretty good, we should hang on to it, not categorize it and alienate it. We should embrace it, you know?
Sure. So what music doesn't suck right now? What are you listening to?
It depends. Across the board, I'm still listening. I'm stuck in the 70s.
Okay.
Right? Because I have a rule when I record, I don't listen to much current music because I don't want to be influenced.
Okay.
I hate that when the sounds become, so I'm really weird about that. But I do love Crown the Empire on the rock side. I don't know why, they just do it for me. I've always thought a lot of that band. Listening to a lot of Greta Van Fleet still. There's a kid named Bailey Zimmerman on the countryside that's just absolutely insane. Just young, raspy voice, just wild.
Sure.
Probably what I'm listening to now. Co Wetzel. I got Co Wetzel on repeat. Good old party music.
Yeah. So you were touring with Brantley Gilbert, and now you're out here with Shinedown. Do you approach the shows differently, country versus rock? Are you still same guy, same show, same energy?
Same guy, same show, same energy. Everywhere you see me, whether I'm sitting at church with a pastor or out drinking with the boys, I'm the same Bubba. You can count on that. Take it to the bank and cash it. If you like me, I love you. If you don't, that's fine. At least I know who I am. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. That's something I love about you is that you are who you are. You're not shy about your past. You share that openly, and I think
Is the month for love, and you got one day left. That's it. This is the end of February. Last day. Bonus day. Hey, when was the last time you gave your carpet the love and attention it really deserves? And have you gotten down on your hands and knees and adored how clean and refreshed it was? Or are you scared of what you might see or smell? Not only is your carpet one of the biggest investments in your home, but it's also the biggest air filter in your home. If your carpet has not been professionally cleaned, you are breathing unhealthy levels of nasty dirt, dander, bacteria, germs. All that stuff is recirculating again and again. Lucky for you, take advantage. Zero Res is going to spread the love to you and your home with their Love Your Rug special. So get 3 rooms, Zero Resified starting at $119 plus a free hallway. And don't forget, dirt and dander's favorite hiding place, your air ducts. This month, take $50 off when you get your air ducts Zero Res clean. Give them a call, 314-474-2020, or book online anytime, ZeroResSTL.com. So you want the Rizz Show special. Spelled forward or backward, spells the same. It's Zero Res.
This is Rizzuto. Not only is he rich, but he also has a lot of money. And he's looking to invest in the next big idea.
Hi, my name is Rizz, and I have a lot of money. I mean, almost too much money. So I'm looking to invest, and I've asked the fellas to come on down to my office and pitch me their ideas. Do they have what it takes to be in the biz?
Meet King Scott. By day, he's the producer of the #1 morning show in St. Louis. But by night, he's not at work anymore. Interesting. He says...
Back to the Rizz Show, presented by the Fast Lane, and it's time for Do a Bitch. Okay, we got the teams all set. It is Team Rafe and King Scott versus Team Moon and Lern. All right, who are you guys going to back on the phone? We got 2 pairs of tickets left for Rizz Show Live happening on Saturday over the pageant, courtesy of Yingling and Hat Launch. We got a pair of tickets left to go see Jelly Roll, October 23rd over at Enterprise Center. Tickets go on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m. Got a pair of tickets to go see Primus and Coding Cambria, co-headlining Bill Saturday night, August 3rd at St. Louis Music Park. And we got tickets to the sold-out Beartooth Show, Saturday night, March 10th, over at Pops. All right, let's see what we got here. Donovan in Owensville. Good morning, Donovan.
Morning. How you doing?
So far, so good. All right, who are you backing?
Team Rafe.
Team Rafe and King Scott. Okay,
Nice work.
So we got
Well played.
Donovan.
He wants
Hang on.
tickets.
I think you guys both said that last time.
Zach.
Well, we got
Who you backing?
Hey, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Rizz.
Thanks, buddy. Who you backing?
I'm back in Moon and Lern.
Moon and Lern for Zach. All right, my man.
For Saturday.
Who's this?
Gina?
Gina, who are you backing?
I'll go with the other one, not Moon.
Rafe and King
Sorry, I
Scott?
can't
Okay, hang on.
Yeah.
Not Moon.
Not Moon.
I didn't know
Dang,
anybody,
that's a personal dude.
I didn't know anybody could be consulted.
Dagger, man.
I didn't know anybody can be insulted in we
Just
Maybe
getting,
started the game and it's already.
I hope
Hey, don't let that. Hey,
Oh, it
right
ain't-
here.
It don't bother me.
Chaston, hello.
Hello.
Who you backing?
Moon and Lern.
Moon and Lern. All right, so it's even.
Cool.
Makes me feel better when it's even.
Okay, so since Rafe and King Scott were picked first as far as teams go, who will be your gambler and who will be your guesser first?
I defer to the king.
All right. I'm going to be the gambler first.
All right, King Scott is your gambler first.
Kenny.
You are our captain. What would you like?
What'd you say, gambler?
Gambler?
I'm going to be the guesser.
Okay.
Nice.
So let's send the guessers out. So
Get out.
Rafe and Lern are the guessers.
New dynamic.
Yep. This is good.
King and Moon are the
We got it,
gamblers.
Rafe.
You got this, man.
Okay. Now it's best of 5. Here we go. The category is fast food restaurants. Could
Fast
be
food
local,
restaurants.
could be national. It doesn't matter.
And okay. That's
Fast
And we are not counting fast
food.
casual. Applebee's, that kind of stuff does not count, correct? Does it have to be does it have to be a drive-through?
Is it typically known for drive-thru?
I mean, Subway doesn't have a drive-through.
And Steak Shack doesn't, right?
Jimmy John's doesn't have a drive-through. They'll
Okay,
count.
so those count. But you know what I'm saying, like
We're not going to count Applebee's. We're
Yeah.
not
So I
gonna
guess
count
if there's a
Long-
waiter involved,
You know, we're not going to count Longhorn. We're not going to count Outback.
servers are not included.
We're not going to count Red Robin.
Okay, great.
These are fast food restaurants.
Who begins?
I'm going to start with King Scott first.
He could easily do 5.
Lern can do 7.
King Scott says 5.
Rafe can easily do 9.
Lern says 7.
9,
Rafe
you
does
say.
9.
9, you say.
9 and 10 seconds.
It's a lot of words.
9 and 10 seconds.
You know, I don't necessarily doubt that he can do 9. Is it?
But can Lern do
Can
10?
Lern do 10?
Can Lern do 10?
You know what? I don't think the nerves have jarred anybody yet, and I think that I think perhaps the cockiness will play a part here.
Wow, so you're going with Lern.
Yeah, do it, bitch.
Okay, it's 9 for Rafe. 9 for Rafe. Let's
Which is
bring-
totally doable, but I'm just hoping
it is.
I'm hoping he gets caught. Hoping he just gets on a snag.
It is. All right, guys.
Let's go.
The number is 9.
Yeah.
9.
Hit me with
9?
your shot. Let's
9.
go.
All right, Lauren, you ready?
Yep.
For Rafe to do it?
Okay.
I already knew. 9.
I love you, man.
All right,
You
the
too,
number
buddy.
is 9. Rafe, in 10 seconds, give me, and I need you guys to help. I need you guys to help count.
Yep, we got it.
Rafe, in 10 seconds, name 9 fast food restaurants.
Burger King, Arby's, Taco Bell, Taco John's, McDonald's, Subway, Wendy's, bitch.
Wow.
7.
Holy smokes.
Did you say McDonald's? I didn't hear McDonald's.
I hope you like that one, Gina.
Yeah, suck on that, Gina.
Jack in the Box, Whitey's.
Not Gina.
Moon and Lern.
Everybody but
up
Gina.
1.
I know,
9
it's a
is
lie.
hot. 9 is
And I'll be
hot.
honest, I don't even know if
That's gonna
Subway,
come back
there
in.
would have been some pushback on Subway.
I actually said Subway counts.
That's going to come back.
Because
to
they're like,
hook
does it
us.
have to have a drive-through? And I said no, because Subway will count. But we weren't going to say fast. Like, you couldn't say, fast casual doesn't count.
Like Applebee's.
Applebee's would not
What
count.
about like Qdoba? My head went like Qdoba, Chipotle.
I would
They're not
accept
gonna
that.
count
I
those.
would accept
Oh, really?
that. I would accept
I
that.
skipped over them because I was like, they're going to
But there was
me
plenty
on
of
these.
other ones you could have said.
Raising Cane's.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, with 45 to 50 seconds to think
With
about
hindsight,
it. Yeah.
with,
Well, I
hin-
got
with
more than
hindsight,
six.
this
I have
game is
more now.
very
With-
easy.
yes, with hindsight and prior knowledge of the category, you're right. It is
Penn
very
Station.
easy. I forgot.
What an
yes, I
idiot, right?
forgot McAllister.
What an idiot.
Dairy
Scott,
Queen.
get out.
All right.
Cousin Brothers out.
Sorry.
That's all right, buddy.
Okay. Oh,
you went
no,
for
no.
it.
Touch me with your granola fingers.
Okay, the category is St. Louis metro cities or towns.
Oh, okay. So like Fenton.
Benton, Creve Coeur.
Columbia, Illinois?
Yeah, it is in the St. Louis Metro. So
Okay.
any St. Louis Metro
area. Okay.
St. Louis Metro cities or towns.
How far away are we going here? Like, I mean, think about it. Like, give me your radius right now.
The St. Louis Metro.
Can't say Springfield, Illinois.
That is not the St. Louis Metro.
Okay.
Can't say Springfield.
No. They'll know. They're two radio people. Of course, there will be arguments.
Can we do the idea that we had about if they name a certain town, they win it all automatically?
not on
Got
this
them,
one.
No? All right. Could be fun.
Not on this one. All right, so I'm going to go with who got started first last time was King Scott. So, Lern, you first. How many St. Louis Metro cities or towns can Moon name?
Well, Moon is the son of St. Louis, so, I mean, he's going to be able to do this no problem. I mean, 5, definitely. 5.
Oh, 6.
6. All right, cool. Yeah, Moon could do 7.
Okay, Moon can go 7.
8.
Can King go 8? We are in dicey territory now. You said King, it's on King Scott to do 8.
Scott. Yeah, do
Can
it, bitch.
Moon do 9?
Do it, bitch. Let's go.
Okay. The King.
Here we go.
I know he'll know 1.
Huh?
I know he'll know at least 1.
Okay, guys.
All right.
The number is 8.
Ooh, I am prepared to fail.
The number is 8, and King Scott, you're going.
All right, good.
You got this.
All right,
like the high
timer
numbers
is
today.
ready.
You got this, man.
Okay.
King Scott, in 10 seconds, name 8 St. Louis metro cities or towns.
There's Overland, Florissant, there's Creve Coeur, Clayton, Kirkwood, Maplewood. Man.
That's 6.
7. He got Maplewood at the end.
Okay.
He stayed tight radius. I thought for sure. Sorry, you said metro area. I thought you'd kill it. I thought we're getting out in like Warrensburg.
I didn't even think of St. Charles. I was thinking
St. Charles,
Louis.
all that's considered.
St. Louis
Your
metro
brain got stuck in
I
the
got
city.
stuck in the county.
Or towns.
We're going to get shot really fast today.
Sorry, dude.
That's okay. I thought
Moon
the
and
King of
Lern.
Overland would know.
All right.
Hey, Gina knows. She would have known.
Yeah, Gina. Hey, Gina, I hope you're having a real good day. Gina.
Oh, no.
Terry's about ready to
That's going to say,
We're going to turn it here.
come
We're
back.
turning it here. We got it. We got it.
Here we go.
Oh, I got to leave. Racing to get shot already.
Okay.
Golly, man. I can't believe that. Why did my head just
Lern
say
and
St.
Moon are
Louis?
up 2-0.
Oh, wow.
This is there. They could win it here. It's not an insurmountable lead. I mean, a comeback.
No, we've
come back
had
from this.
comebacks
Yeah.
before.
It's possible.
We've
Moon and I won from this deficit before.
I think I've lost from this deficit, too. I've blown it before.
Okay. The category is games you would use dice for. Games you would use dice for. I mean, I could really only think off the top of my head, it was like Yahtzee, Monopoly, craps, the game of dice, Dungeons and Dragons. And there may be more I'm not thinking of.
Yeah.
But I'm going to start with King Scott. How many games using dice?
I don't think you're thinking big enough, man. I think this is way too simple. Like, seriously, I think he can easily get 2.
Can Lern get 3?
Lern can do 3, dude.
Oh, boy.
Can Rafe do 4?
You know, I want to control this. I would say he.
Come on, brother. Put us to the test. We haven't even
Lern's
tried
on
one
3.
yet. We haven't even tried one yet.
Lern's on 3.
I mean, he's all nervous. He went out there bitching about
Lern's
something.
on 3.
You got this.
Rafe on 4.
You think he can do 4, really?
Games
I'm
you'd
not
use
sure about
dice
that.
for.
I think he's shook
Okay,
up.
I can say, yeah, he can do 4.
Okay.
Well, crap. There goes my strategy on that one.
Can Lern do 5?
You know what? She's a smart gal. She plays games. No kids. It kind of takes out some of the kid ones. But I feel like that opens up some opportunities where she might be playing some adult games.
Can you name 5?
No, man. But this isn't. That's not the. That's not. I'm not on the. I'm not on the podium here.
Games you'd use dice for. Risk is another one. Risk.
Yeah, Risk.
Yeah, and here's the thing. They can start shouting out ones to guess. You know what I'm saying?
And we'll
And
have
if
to
they're
verify.
If they're smart, they'll do variations too. of like Monopoly, the different types. You know,
Oh,
House
like the
Divided,
Friends version
blah,
and
blah,
all
blah.
that?
Oh, that's not going to count.
They're different games. It's just underneath Monopoly's title, but it's like House Divided. It's this and that.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Interesting take.
St.
You
Louisopoly.
think that'll count?
I'm not
St.
the judge.
Louisopoly?
You're the judge.
St. Louisopoly count?
What is that Monopoly? If they say St. Louisopoly,
it counts as Monopoly.
If he says St. Louisopoly, he wins.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Well, then Lern can do 5.
You think Lern can do 5?
Yeah, I think Lern can do 5.
If she says St.
If she said-
Louisopoly,
you just said it's an auto
If she
win.
says St. Louisopoly, she wins the round.
Yep, right.
Regardless of how
Other
many.
than that, she's doing 5. Watch this.
Yep.
Come on,
Do
hit
it,
me.
bitch.
Yeah, right. We're gonna earn it. Woo!
I like it. Walk
5.
right into it.
I believe, baby. I believe. Watch this. She's gonna. Pew. Whatever.
Okay. Guys, the number's 5.
Let's go.
Fine. You want to go?
I do want to go.
It's time to go. You're up. You want to go? You're up.
Here we are.
My ass is hurting already.
I dropped my pen. Hang on.
Are you
Host
just
has dropped his pen. Okay. Here we go, Lern.
Don't look at me, and here we go.
Here we go.
So don't look at you?
Don't listen
In
to
10
me.
seconds, name 5 games you'd use dice for.
Yahtzee. Mickey Mouse Yahtzee. Sorry. Mother F.
Real
I'm not-
sorry.
She's doing the dice too much.
So do you use dice for sorry?
Nah.
I don't know.
That doesn't
No, that's
really
a-
matter.
Doing the
Maybe you
dice.
do.
You just-
You roll for how many spaces you go?
Is that sorry?
Doesn't matter.
That's a tough
Yeah,
one.
yeah, I
'cause
think so.
I thought
think
sorry you
is
spun
a-
a wheel, but maybe not.
No, you pop dice.
Life
and
is
I thought.
wheel.
That's trouble.
Trouble
Oh,
you pop
trouble.
the dice.
Pop-o-matic bubble.
Trouble you
Is
pop
there-
the dice.
Sorry.
Yahtzee, Monopoly, Craps, Risk, Dungeons and Dragons.
CeeLo.
Die, man.
Ship
CeeLo.
Captain Crew.
Yeah,
Would you guys
CeeLo.
have taken bar games like Ship Captain Crew and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if you games you use dice.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of it, but if we look it up and
Craps.
Can we tell them the one that would have won it?
We played CeeLo on tour all the time.
there was in that category there was a automatic winner.
Was there? What was it?
St. Louisopoly.
Ah, what if I would have, dude? That would have been
Is that what the long debate
Thought
was
there was a
about?
chance.
I was like, man,
like
they're
that.
really talking this
It's all
over.
good.
So hear that
Hey.
it was 5 after that long of a debate. I'm like, what is this category?
Hey,
gonna
it
be?
was that was a tough one.
Yeah, that's a
I
tough-
wasn't sure, and I was like, you know what? Like we need to.
I had a
take
lot more
crack.
time, so it got easier. But at first, when he said, I'm like, Yahtzee.
Damn it.
Yeah.
There's no other games with dice.
All right, get out.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Bummer. Sorry, man.
Moon
No
and
worries, dude.
King Scott.
Mickey Mouse.
I had that.
That was nice.
I had Mickey Mouse Yahtzee
Mickey
as
Mouse
a child.
Yahtzee.
Well, we're trying to decide like so if different versions of the game
If they
would
counted.
count like so Monopoly's got like
A million.
Monopoly Friends version.
Right.
Would that have counted?
Who cares?
Well, it could have come up.
Does Trivial Pursuit use dice?
No.
I don't think so. They got the pies,
No, that's all
right?
they get in the pie squares.
You just go one
You just
space,
peel
right?
a- or pull a card.
Okay. Gamblers.
Okay.
NHL teams. NHL teams. Now I need the team name, not the city.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Okay?
So you need the Blues,
The Blues, the
Blackhawks.
Blackhawks,
You're
the
gonna say
Red
that. How
Wings.
are you framing the question?
I will say I need blank amount of not cities, but NHL team names.
Okay.
Okay? Is that a good way to phrase it so
Yes.
they don't get caught up?
Probably.
I mean, probably.
I'm trying to think like him. When I bid, I have to think like Scott.
Well, hopefully that will speed up the thought where he's not saying
I
St.
see.
Louis.
See how he got
Blues.
trapped in the cities earlier?
Right.
He gets
I
trapped in
need
stuff like
not
that.
cities, but NHL team names.
Okay.
There's no other way of putting that more succinctly.
Okay.
Lauren, we'll start with you. How many NHL team names can Moon name?
He's going to be going through them. I mean, he can definitely get 3. I know that. 3.
3.
Okay. I'll go 4.
King Scott 4.
4. Yeah, Moon could do 5.
5.
guess.
Can Scott do 6?
I'll go 6.
Can Moon do 7?
I don't think so. Do it, bitch.
So Scott on 6. I'm going to say current. So Quebec Nordiques is not going to work.
Well, nobody-
I don't
thinking
think
of
King
that.
Scott's going to say
The
In fact,
Nordique
if he
isn't
says
coming
Quebec
out today.
Nordiques, automatic win. I think that should be an automatic win.
Nordiques comes out.
If he says
I agree,
Nordiques,
What,
we win
what year
this
is
round.
that?
I've never even heard of that before.
Yeah, me neither.
Quebec Nordiques?
I'm scared he's not going to say blues. Okay.
Okay. Number 6. The number 6 for King Scott.
I was trying to drive up the bid here. He's going to do it.
Oh man.
Okay.
Ain't nothing like trying to calm down your nerves out in the hallway and salespeople coming in and harassing you about it.
That's lovely of them.
Yeah, then they're
no education for
They're
them.
not giving any clues or anything.
Oh, about the game? Like they know you're out here for the game?
Yeah, they're just like, oh, must be do it, bitch.
All right. The game is or the number 6.
All right.
And Scott, you're up.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
baby.
what I figured. I like it.
See, what I did was I looked at Moon and I swung my chair around.
Well, I knew.
I knew it.
You got this, buddy. You got it.
All right.
I have faith.
Thank you.
can
A lot
bring
of
us back from the brink.
deliberation too. I
Yes.
feel like
Scott,
I could have had a meal.
in
out
10
of
seconds, I need 6, not cities, but NHL team names.
Maple Leafs, Blues. There's the Stars, the Kings. We got the Predators and the Avalanche. The okay. I was like, come on,
Got it.
division
On the nose.
Got it.
You were rolling, too. I was like, he's going to do it big
He
time.
did it.
did
The
it,
automatic win was the Nordiques.
Yes, if you said the
darn it.
Nordiques.
But they're not a team anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, I know, but if one of you,
That was the
threw it
thing.
out, like,
That's the all-female team,
I knew
right?
one of you jerks was like, the Whalers. You didn't say current teams. You know, if you would have said Hartford Whalers,
Yeah, you know I would have said.
I know you would have said Whalers. But you didn't say current teams. All right.
All right.
Out.
I had no part. I had.
It is 2-2.
Just let it be
Flying our way
noted.
back, dude.
Let it be noted. I had no part in this round, and I got yelled at.
You knew you would have said Whalers.
Oh, definitely.
You knew it.
Definitely. I think I had that question before, and I blew it.
It's a tough one.
Guys, this is it. Round 5.
All tied up.
Do it, bitch. All tied up. The category is European countries.
European countries.
European countries. All right, I will start with King Scott. How many European countries can Rafe name?
He can get 5.
5 European countries. Can Lern do 6?
Well, unfortunately, we are up against an unfair matchup on this one.
Are you really, huh?
Ain't no hiding it. Ain't no hiding it. Listen, in past rounds where I've been on Lern's team, you know what our strategy is? The only thing that she says to be a part of our strategy is no geography, dude.
Oh, no.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. And these are all at random. These are all at random categories.
I know. I'm
Can
not
Lern
even going to
name-
try to hide the strategy here.
Can
or
Lern
do
name
anything.
6?
Can she
European
name
countries.
6 European countries? Lern can do 6 European countries. Easily.
Can Rafe do 7?
Maybe I was just
Also, you a bitch.
Maybe I was just reversing this. Yes. She's going to get this for the win and make y'all look silly.
Ah, this is good.
Whoa! Whoa!
Hey, stop it.
What?
I feel
You're
like
making
it's
me
me.
nervous.
I
You're
saw
making people
him-
nervous.
Y'all should be nervous because this is it. This is round 5.
Yeah, well, you
This
should be
is-
nervous too
That's
because
enough
you
of
might
that.
get shot too.
That's enough of
you
that.
know,
Let's just go straight to it.
Fine. Lern?
What?
You're up.
Hey, easy.
Learns up.
Okay, here we go.
Stay calm.
For the win.
Oh my God.
In 10 seconds. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Hex on.
No big deal. Hey,
Easy.
no hexes.
Sorry.
Hey.
It's out?
No.
Dude, I can't unhex.
No hexes.
It's already
the delay.
out.
You know this.
Dude, I got to force feel a beautiful white light around me at all times.
Heck yeah, dude.
All right, Lern, in 10 seconds, name 6 European countries.
Italy, London, England, Germany, Spain, Hungary.
Oh God, just one more. We have talked about the United Kingdom and the 4 countries involved in it like 3 times
And
this
I'm
week.
Irish. I didn't even say Ireland. What the hell?
From the jaws of defeat.
Wow,
Gina
what a
takes
comeback.
it. Gina takes it from us.
Gina, damn it.
Oh, what a comeback.
Gina.
Oh,
How does she
man.
know? How did Gina know?
Wow, what
my
a comeback.
God.
Wow.
I thought you were gonna start with England and then go, oh yeah, UK,
I told
bang,
you,
bang, bang, bang.
I was like, my geography, no.
Yeah, but you were right
mentioned,
there.
I mentioned.
You were right there.
I said,
right there. You were 5.
Learn's one rule for me was no geography, but
I was already clenching.
Well,
I put the screws to him on that one.
it's all right. You know
Okay.
what? We deserve it.
don't.
I would like to know if you are also getting shot.
Well, let's find out together. Let's spin the wheel.
I really hope you don't.
As the host.
and you're getting shot.
As the host, I will be getting shots.
I'm cool now.
Damn
I'm
it.
Gina.
I demand a respin.
That's
listen, we'll take a break. We'll come back, and everybody will get their shots. Damn it.
Damn it, Gina.
You're right there.
I know. I'm an idiot.
You were on the doorstep.
You're not an idiot.
Hey,
Oh
dude.
man! At the second, I thought you had the sixth one. I was like, just
Hit it.
a syllable.
Shall forever be known as the Leap Day Miracle.
I'm so mad at myself.
Gina and
right now.
Donovan are the 2 winners.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Well deserved.
All right, it's 9:06. Sports after the break. It's the Rizz Show presented by the Fast Lane. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The biggest race of 2024 is Sunday, June 2nd. It's time to lock in your NASCAR Cup Series tickets now at www.raceway.com. Left lane blocked due to a crash 70 eastbound just before St. Charles Rock Road. There's also some trouble at 64 eastbound between McKnight and Bellevue. Average speed down to about 25 miles an hour. Your point forecast, a chilly start, then a high of 53. Right now it's 35 at the Point Studio.
Hello, I'm Lefty Borton, here for you, your Valentine's 2016 holiday dating tips. Number 1, fireplaces are great, but don't get too close. Human hair is flammable. Tip number 2, a bearskin rug is romantic. Go with something dark. It'll hide most of the stains. Alcohol is key. Always check for an ID. If you don't know, the judge will tell you. Tip number 4, trash bags should always be within reach.
St. Louis City SC news from our friends over at Schnucks. The St. Louis City Player Pal Sweepstakes by Schnucks Awards is back. And this was a huge success last season. Big hit. Schnucks brought it back for 2024. So Player Pals, if you didn't know, are the kids who walk out onto the pitch, the field, with the starting lineups before the game. And your kid has a chance to be one. All you have to do is be a Schnucks Awards member. Just download the app if you haven't yet, and you will see the sweepstakes right there on the homepage. You click to enter, boom, you're done. Sweepstakes is open now through March 5th, and there will be 30 winners for 3 possible matches. Winners will win a Player Pal spot for their 7 to 11-year-old kid, plus a Player Pal spot for a friend or sibling who's also, again, I have to emphasize, 7 to 11, not 45 years old. That'd be really creepy. Now, with Schnucks Rewards, you'll never walk alone, and neither will St. Louis City SC with the Schnucks Rewards Player Pals. Enter to win the STL City SC Player Pal Sweepstakes today in the Schnucks Rewards app.
So here we are, way back Point Fest, and the first band of the day is a band that, through the course of my life, I think I've seen your band 6 times, but we've never chatted and said hello.
It's strange that wouldn't happen. I know you mentioned Mississippi Nights.
Yeah.
We talked on the phone the other day, and
yeah.
I remember the club well. You know, we used to have great shows there, but it's like anything these days. You know, stuff doesn't stay around as long as you would think it would. So.
I remember something specific about this show, and it's a little creepy, so I'm going to go ahead and warn you. So where I was standing at Mississippi Nights, they had the back door open, and I could see directly into your tour bus.
Okay.
And I saw you. This is like right before you guys are going on, and I hadn't ever seen you before to this night. And you had like this black leather jacket on, like these skinny sort of jeans, and I was like, this dude is a bad man. And you were, and it was such a great show because that night it was a couple of different bands. Letters to Cleo were on that bill. Yeah. Ned's Atomic Dustbin were on that bill. I love those guys as well. So it was like a cool thing. But it was the first night that I saw you guys, and Vinny, you had this like for real frontman rock star presence about you that I thought was very cool at the time.
You sure put the pressure on me today. Where do you go from there?
Right. But you know what though? And speaking of that role as the frontman is like an important thing, man, because not only the nuts and bolts of the creative side of the music and the lyric writing and stuff, but I mean having that image for the band is an important one, whether you want to kind of admit to that or not.
Oh, certainly. And it's something that we, seem to cultivate early on in the career of the band. We wanted to do that thing. We revere rock and roll, and it almost sounds like I'm just copying Elvis on his '68 comeback. You know what I mean? You can't reinvent the wheel. You know what I mean? It's like that's pretty much it.
Right. I think it's also funny too when you guys say, "Hey, I'm just ripping Elvis. That's all I'm doing." Or you know what I mean? Like when you have another artist that come by, like, "Yeah, well, I'm not that cool. I just got it from this guy." I think it's funny when you guys are the first ones to admit that.
I mean, it's like that's the gold standard, man. You look all the way back, even to the Ed Sullivan years. There's reruns on TV these days all over the place, and you look at that and you're reminded of how cool it was. And to me, like I go, it doesn't get much better than that, and that's why you influence just generations and generations of groups.
You're from an amazing city. You're from an amazing city that has this unbelievable tradition of rock and roll music. You have this city that has this unbelievable tradition of rhythm and blues and soul music. How did that all come together for you?
Just a couple weeks away, and that means the rain is on the way. Now, if you have a leaky roof, an old roof, a damaged roof, an ugly roof, like your roof ugly, Happy Roof Company should be your first call. I think we take our roofs for granted. Oh, it's raining out. My head's dry. Oh, okay. Everything must be fine up there, but you don't know what's going on up there. If you do have a leaky roof, you got water going behind walls, which is going to cause mold. It's going to be a big problem. Next thing you know, you're ripping drywall out. Before it becomes a costly problem, get the Happy Roof Co. up there on the roof for at least an inspection. If you call today, they will have somebody out to look at your issue within 24 hours. Residential roofing, commercial roofing, over 50 years combined experience, roofing, siding, gutters. I trust them enough to have them on my roof for a full inspection, which I did last year. Free estimates, competitive pricing. It's the Happy Roof Company, local out of Sunset Hills. 314-665-3001. That's 314-665-3001. Online at thehappyroof.com. It's the Happy Roof Company. They put the happy in happy endings.
How are you, everybody? Donnie Fandango, and I am very lucky, and I know I'm nervous because my hands are sweating like crazy. I got Pete and Sam from Chevelle. Gentlemen, welcome back. It's really great to see you.
Hey, it's good to be seen. Good to be here, Donnie.
Well, and it feels like there was a number of years where we were running into each other a couple of times.
I guess we got to take our licks. Myself, Lern, and Moon. Take our airsoft gun shots. It was a great game of do-a-pitch. I mean, great. One of the better ones we've played. Pretty much no controversy. Am I right?
Yeah, I'm glad to have been a part of a of a good contest.
Yeah, that was a great.
What controversy was there?
Always controversy.
None. Just up top, Gina.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
The Gina controversy that started the game.
Damn, Gina.
Damn, girl. Well, she wound up being correct and backing the right team and getting. What did Gina get tickets for?
She got Primus and Coheed and
All right, not even Rizz Show Live. That's fine.
Gina.
Anything but Rizz Show Live.
Anything but Rizz.
She hates the show.
Yeah,
Loves
I'm just
Primus.
here for free things.
Somebody said, Gina, enjoy another cigarette on the chat.
Oh, leave Gina alone.
That's not very nice.
She doesn't like Coheed, but she loves
smokes.
She
Cambrian.
probably does smoke. I don't know.
Yeah, leave Gina.
Anybody but Moon.
Hey, anybody but Moon.
He broke my heart in 1965.
Anybody but Moon.
He wasn't even born then, ma'am.
Who's going to do the shot? Who's
Congratulations.
going to do the shooting?
Hey, whoever's shooting it, so it's
Light 'em up?
it's loaded, but it's not chambered. You got to cock it upside down.
By the way, we're going to need
this
that
gun
gun
has a
for
code.
Rizz Show Live. The gun's coming with us.
Oh no!
I'll film and narrate.
Yeah, cock it
Scott
upside
shoot
down.
you all.
Going to take our licks.
It's loaded. It's just not chambered.
I feel like he earned it today with that hockey.
You're first?
Yeah, I might as well just
Are
get
we
it
just
done.
going?
Just get it done, Scott, please.
Hold up.
Just get it done.
Can they see us in the? Okay, good.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, saw that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Jesus.
Definitely saw that one.
Woo! Ah! Right on the side.
And there was one.
That was high. That was high. That was high. Oh, ow, ow, ow.
No, that missed the scene for sure.
She goes, no, you didn't.
Oh man!
All right. That's done.
Oh man, that feels like a. Now that you want a period cramp, that's like a.
Yeah, that's
How
what I
high
was
did he
thinking.
go?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I didn't see the bounce.
He went right above the pocket.
Still, it's just Woo. No, this was up top. This is upper quadrant of my right.
No, I saw where it hit. It hit like just above your pocket seam.
Yeah. Thanks there, Wyatt.
Good shooting, Tex.
Thank you, man.
Hey,
Thank you. No injuries.
Moon, are you going to cover the Chiefsaholic? Do you know that story?
You know, I know the story. Rafe and I were talking about it this morning. I don't have it.
I have the story. You know, the story is, and do you guys know the Chiefsaholic? He made headlines.
Oh yeah. I did a number 2 show about him.
He made was
the
it last
wolf guy.
year? Made national headlines last year for robbing banks.
Yes.
To pay for tickets.
Yes.
So
on the way to games.
On the way to games. So the Chiefsaholic would dress up like a wolf.
Yeah, like a big werewolf.
And he had like
I've seen him. I met him at games.
Yeah,
He's
if you've
at
been
every
Arrowhead.
game.
If you've been Arrowhead, you know the Chiefsaholic.
He was at every game in great seats.
Yeah.
So that was the thing. I was like, wow, this guy, whoever is under that mask, has a hell of a job, because they can get off for every one of these games and afford some big money tickets.
We robbed a bank in Oklahoma on the way to a away game in Houston, and that's how he got caught.
Yeah, he would rob financial institutions throughout 2022 to bankroll his life attending Kansas City Chiefs games and other exclusive events.
Now, is anybody a bigger fan? I think not.
That's a big fan, dude.
So he's 29 years old. His real name is Xavier Babudar.
Risking freedom.
He pleaded guilty to 1 count of money laundering, 1 count of transporting stolen property across state lines. He also pleaded guilty to 1 count of bank robbery for robbing a credit union near Tulsa.
Freedom for football.
The charges are linked to 11 bank robberies in 7 states. 7 states. He's looking at up to 50 years in prison when he's sentenced. He's also required to pay $532,000 in restitution and forfeit an autographed painting of Patrick Mahomes.
That's in there?
What? Yeah.
That's really funny that got rolled into the court settlement.
Well, they're hitting him where it really hurts.
He originally pleaded not guilty to 19 counts tied to bank robberies in 8 different states. He was arrested back in 2022, December 16th, after a credit union robbery near Tulsa. According to court documents, he cut his ankle monitor off, escaped as he awaited trial in Oklahoma. The same documents show he disappeared just days after a casino paid him $100,000 in winning Super Bowl bets he made on the Chiefs.
Wow.
He was on the run for months before he was arrested in Sacramento in July of 2023. So he pleaded guilty. He's going to be sentenced on July 10th. He's looking at 50 years, as I mentioned. His lawyer, this guy's lawyer.
Wild.
He was standing on the steps of the courthouse, and I don't know if this was a court-assigned lawyer or...
This was all the proof that he did not save any of that bank money for a lawyer.
I'm thinking, I'm facing 50 years in prison.
Right.
I don't need my lawyer making football puns at the... I'm 50 years in prison.
You want to have fun.
He's 29. I may get out when I'm 79 years old, and my a-hole lawyer is making football puns.
I saw a comment that said he hired Better Call Saul.
Listen to this.
From the beginning of this case, folks, the government has been blitzing, and Xavier's pocket was collapsing. But today, Xavier stepped into the pressure.
Get out of here. I'm looking at 50 years in prison.
This is like a Simpsons skit.
It's good.
This is insane.
He took responsibility for his actions. He stood up in court, humble and repentant, and admitted what he had done. Now, if I know anything about Xavier, and if the Chiefs Kingdom knows anything about Chiefsaholic, we know that he doesn't give up. We know that if he stumbled and he fell. He didn't let his knee touch the ground. And that's because he's capable of doing a great thing.
Huh?
And he knows that there's still hope. We still have a lot of work to do on his case, but Xavier wants everyone to know that he loves the Chiefs' kingdom, he loves Kansas City, and he hopes that you'll rally to his support. Thank you and God bless.
I'd say you do have a lot of work to do.
Good work, lawyer.
Work number one, hire someone else to do your job.
It does conveniently sound like the guy's like burning.
Dude, you could put...
He's on fire. In the background, it sounds like there are flames, licking the steak.
You could put like inspiring... He was even the pacing, like he was hearing the music in his head of like... Da-da-da-da, He was like giving like these pregnant pauses, like he was really letting stuff land.
Yeah.
And dude...
Like an NFL films was...
Is that the Boom Goes the Dynamite reporter?
I just can't... Did this guy demand this? Did the word Chiefsaholic guy be like, look, you go out there. I'm pleading guilty, so at least make me look. I want you to go out there and just treat it like a halftime speech. Was that his request? Or is that lawyer that bad at his job? Because I'm kind of curious. Yeah.
Yes, 1960s NFL Symphony.
Autumn Thunder. He also said that he stumbled, and if we know anything about Xavier, he doesn't give up, but he literally gave up and pled guilty.
Yeah.
So
he gave up.
It's the opposite of what we know at this point about Xavier. He did literally give himself up.
Yeah. Yes, he did.
But I did hear that he probably won't get the full 50, like they're thinking, because when he was arrested, he said, "My bad."
Well, he pled guilty. He's looking up to 50 years. Usually, if you plead guilty, they're not going to give you the full amount, but he's been going away for a long time.
He may throw himself on the mercy of the court and his addictions as a full-blown Chiefsaholic.
Maybe.
To be fair.
Which could be protected.
Yeah, could be. He could end up in rehab, some sort of NFL rehab facility.
Send him down, get him healed up.
To be fair, the look of this guy, the lawyer, Scott's right. He kind of looks like a grown-up version of the Boom Goes the Dynamite guy.
He's in rehab with the Jetaholic and the Bearsaholic.
Documentary pending. Yeah.
Nobody even talks to the Vikingaholic.
No, the Vikingaholic.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's do sports. All right, Moon, what do we got?
Sports brought to you by DraftKings at Casino Queen. Called to book your Bracket Bash watch parties at DraftKings Sportbook now. We talked yesterday with Chris Kerber about the recent losses from the Blues and how they needed to finish up this Canadian run of games with some points. Well, they grabbed 1 point with a 3-2 overtime loss to the Oilers last night at Rogers Place in Edmonton. Connor McDavid scored the winning goal for Edmonton. About 25.3 seconds left in overtime after it deflected off of Jordan Binnington. Robert Thomas and Pavel Buchnevich scored for the Blues, and Binnington made 32 saves. A new NFL Players survey revealed some alarming shortcomings that one wouldn't expect to see from multi-billion-dollar teams within the world's most valuable league. The NFL Players Association on Wednesday released this year's team report cards. Okay, so 1,700 players anonymously submit their opinions on various aspects of the teams, right?
Right.
This ranges from ownership to coaching to the team facilities and treatment of the families. The report cards assigned letter grades based on positive and negative feedback. Well, highest grade team in the league. Anybody want to take a guess?
Who
this
takes
is from
care?
The players.
I'm going to say the Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys were somewhere in the middle. The top highest graded team was
Rafe, you're an NFL fan. What team takes care of their players the most?
According to the players. This is like
the NFL?
Yeah, this is ownership down to team facilities, treatment of the families. Like everything goes into this anonymous 1,700 players anonymously.
Patriots.
The Miami Dolphins received straight A's across the board.
Wow.
Miami ranked first in the league in food and cafeteria, training room, training staff, weight room, team travel, and ownership. At the other end of the spectrum,
Commanders.
Commanders were the worst graded team in the entire
They don't even
NFL.
have hot water. Like the The locker rooms, and that was last year, the locker rooms were notoriously out of hot water when the players wanted to take showers.
Yeah, most pressing concerns for players were the organization's treatment of their families and the locker room. According to the survey, only 19% of players feel the locker room is even big enough. Players also mentioned several sewage leaks throughout the season. Additionally, the team doesn't have a family room during games. They don't have any daycare services for players on game day. The Commanders are just one of 4 teams without either of those things. The Bengals, despite being ranked 26th out of the 32 teams, came dead last in a lot of areas. Team facility. The Bengals provide 3 meals to players every Wednesday. They're one of only 2 teams in the league that don't do it throughout the week. So they don't feed their players throughout the week like everybody else does. The team's dietitian also received the lowest grade of any league, in the league, with just 19% of players saying they received an individualized plan. Rafe, where do the Chiefs rank?
The Bengals dietitian's like, just eat Skyline chili.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
You're good. You're
on
fine.
Wednesdays.
I would say the Chiefs rank high. I'm going to say they're top 5.
No, they are 31st.
Yeah.
They did not do well.
I saw this. They did not do well
at all. According to players, the dietitian is rarely present. The training staff is also among the worst in the league. The players claim that the staff only lightly contributed to their success. Team owner Clark Hunt was rated the worst in the league for his supposed unwillingness to invest in any team facilities. In fact, the locker room just got chairs this season.
Did you see the owner suite at Arrowhead? You see what that looks like? It's 3 levels. It's like a condo. Like it's like a 3-level condo.
Yeah,
with
that sucks,
stairs.
Man. All you hear is great stuff about.
But I hear Lamar Hunt actually put that in, but Clark Hunt tricked it out.
And they're saying that they've asked for a lot of things, team facility wise, and zero willingness.
They're
to
building a new
give them
stadium, aren't they?
Yeah, they just upgraded Arrowhead a couple of years ago.
I think they're going to build a new stadium out there. So what do you want?
Dude, they just put new seats in the stadium. That's crazy that they put new seats in the entire stadium, and they just got chairs in the locker room.
Yeah.
You got to look up that suite. It's
wild,
mansion.
isn't it?
It is beautiful.
Hey, by the way, I started watching that Dynasty.
So they're dead last?
Not dead last, but 31st.
Right above the Commanders.
What about for execs, though? Are they top of the line, I guess?
It makes me sad to hear that, man.
I started watching Dynasty, which is about the New England Patriots on Apple TV. It's good.
Who are It is?
Yeah, it's. You don't even have to be a Patriots fan. You got to be a football fan to watch it.
Who are the top 5, just out of curiosity?
I don't have the top 5.
Oh, all right.
But Miami was the only one with all A's, I believe. Sad news. Stacey Wakefield, the widow of former Red Sox great Tim Wakefield, tragically passed away after a battle with pancreatic cancer. The team announced this yesterday. She was surrounded by her family, friends, caretakers, and nurses at her home in Massachusetts. The news comes less than 5 months after longtime MLB pitcher died from brain cancer at 57 years old. A loss that rocked the sports world. The family released a statement on Stacey's passing saying, "Our hearts are beyond broken." That's awful. Back to the Dolphins for a second. The Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill is now being sued for battery, assault, and negligence after allegedly breaking a woman's leg during a backyard football lesson at his Florida home. Now, get this. Lawsuit obtained by the Daily Mail says influencer Sophie Hall says that Hill charged at her with, quote, crushing force after she managed to, quote, hold her own and knock him backwards during football drills. The hit by Hill
held her own during drills with Tyreek Hill.
This is an OnlyFans gal, and she's a big gal. Like, she's got a big booty and a big chest, right? Like very
What's her name?
influencer style. Sophie Hall. The hit by Hill apparently knocked her to the ground and resulted in her leg being broken. Now, get this. Hall signed her child, who's an offensive lineman, up for Hill's football camp last May. The wide receiver eventually flew her out to his home just outside of Miami, according to the lawsuit. Hill reportedly invited Hall to participate in football drills in the backyard. The wide receiver told her to adopt offensive line position and rush at him as if she was going to go after a quarterback, per the lawsuit. Hall, quote, did as instructed and on contact with the defendant caused Hill to be pushed backwards, garnering laughter from witnesses present at the time, including the defendant's mother, sister, friend, and trainer. Hill then became angry, and after switching positions so he was a pass rusher and she was an offensive lineman, he charged into Hall with crushing force that resulted in her right leg being broken. She says she needed reconstructive surgery and months of physical therapy on her broken leg. We'll see what happens there.
Yeah, she is a bigger woman. She's thick.
Yeah. And I don't know, man. It depends on what social media you follow. If you're on Twitter, everybody hates her. If you're on somewhere else, everybody hates him. It's
Hey,
just
you know
a
what,
wild.
though? We'll all be okay.
A wild story. I'm Moon, and that's your sports because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
We'll take a break. We'll come back with today's Headline Hooshe story. It is 9:30. It's the Rizz Show presented by the Fast Lane. Your final look at the traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The biggest race of 2024 is Sunday, June 2nd. Time to lock in those NASCAR Cup Series tickets now at www.raceway.com. All things clear. Your point forecast today, a chilly start and then a high of 53. Right now it's 35 at the Point Studio.
All right, so the lead-off interview for Point Fest 2019, my guy Claudio from Coheed and Cambria. How you doing, man? Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
You know, I believe the last time that you were here, and I so wish that I could have talked to you while that it was happening. Coheed was playing a show at the pageant, and oh my gosh, the hubbub about your hair was on that day, man. Like it was so fascinating to watch some of your fans completely lose their minds about that. And I'm curious from your perspective because, you know,
It's Thursday, and I'm here to tell you about Victory Men's Health because I want you to be living your best life. You know, you might only get one lifetime. And how are you living? You know, are you taking care of your body? That is, I know women, we talk about like our bodies are our temple. Dudes, not as much. But really it is. It's your spaceship, right? You are flying around this world in that temple of yours. And if you do not know what's going on with it, you know, if it needs an oil change, let's just go there. Victory Men's Health can help you with that. Things like hormones. Maybe there's something going on with your hormones that you have no idea about because you're not a medical professional. Or maybe you've gained some weight and that's bothering you. Or maybe you want to put on some weight and that's bothering you too. Or vitamin deficiencies. There's all sorts of reasons to go to Victory Men's Health. Red light therapy, sexual health, just to name a few. And they're available for you. You can ask them questions if you give them a call, or just simply if you want to just kind of peep around on their website, victorymenshealth.com. But get that micronutrient testing done so you know exactly what's going on in your body. Sunset Hills, O'Fallon, Illinois, O'Fallon, Missouri, Town and Country, all locations for you. It's Victory Men's Health.
So here we are, way back Point Fest. Goldfinger, everybody.
Shaka.
Yes, yes. And so here's the thing, okay? John, first thing first. Seen the band a million times. Phenomenal band. You've changed members here, but now you've got a goddamn all-star team going on with our buddy Mike, and then we've got Phil here and Moon, and it's just...
Phil and Moon.
You know, it's funny, he's never called me that.
I've never called
once.
you that ever. And I'm sorry, but that was the first thing that popped into my head.
Moon was telling me because you know I've known Moon a long time, and I've watched him transition into this amazing frontman of Greek Fire. It's just an incredible transformation that we've made from when I first met him with this like afro out to here, and just like this kid straight out of college. Did you go to college?
No, I did not go to college.
This kid straight out of high school.
Right.
Like, did you go to high school?
I did go to high school. I even finished with a kid.
Okay. Well, it's really
Me
great
too.
to have you guys. But how does Mike get in the equation? How does Moon get in the equation? Like, how do you decide these guys? Because I know you obviously with the work you do as a producer, there's tons of musicians everywhere that you can get to be a part of Goldfinger.
I think the first time Goldfinger played with MXPX was probably 1996 up in Seattle.
Yeah.
Radio show.
Yeah, radio
and
show.
I remember like same thing. I mean, Mike was a teenager when I first saw him play, whenever that was, and I've known him for forever and ever and ever. And I watched MXPX grow from like an opening band into like headlining bigger than Goldfinger. It was like amazing watching. Look at this guy. I mean, he's such a handsome guy, great songwriter, great voice, great bass player, everything. And so when we just started talking one day, when Kelly joined Buck Cherry, it was sort of like I had tours booked, and I'm like, who would be my first choice?
Right.
Mike Carrera would be choice one. And I called him, and it all worked. And here we are.
How about that?
Here we are. Still doing it.
Woo! And
Great new record, by the way.
And it is. The knife is fantastic.
Yeah.
And I told Moon this, like, I don't buy CDs anymore. I'm a download vinyl guy. But I was buying something at the record store, and they had the knife, like, right there at the display. And I was like, well, I got to get this. And it's fantastic. It's everything that I want in a Goldfinger record,
Thank
man.
How do you download vinyl, by the way?
I don't download vinyl.
I just want to know because if there's some new technology on the radio that you know about, I need to learn.
Well, it's good to know that I'm getting crap from you after just meeting you for the first time. That's fantastic. But you know what I mean? Like I don't really buy the records anymore, but I really wanted to hear it. And Put the Knife Away is such a great song.
Crazy this weekend. Come on. Patricia's is where fun and fantasy meet. Big thanks to Patricia's for helping us out with a little bit on Saturday. They provided us with. Did you see yet what they gave us?
I've heard about what they've given us, and wow,
they're so generous. I love them over there. They're so generous at Patricia's. They've been with us for a long time, a proud sponsor of this here radio program. But that's where you go for your sexy lingerie, your sexy costumes, stiletto heels, adult toys for women and men, male enhancers, lotions, lubes. It's all about fun. It's all about fantasy. 3 locations, St. Peter's at the Cave Springs exit on Page, 3 miles east of the Westport Plaza, and at the corner of Grand and Gravois. If you are planning the bachelor or bachelorette party, you got to go to Patricia's for your party supplies. That's a must. For all your fun and adult toys, it's Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, and where naughty is nice. That's Patricia's.
We are backstage at Point Fest, and I am absolutely honored and incredibly nervous, as a matter of fact, to have the pleasure of speaking to Alice in Chains. Gentlemen, thank you so very much. It's really great to see you here today.
Why is he nervous? Is he owes money or something?
I do not. I do not.
You slept with my wife, you son of a...
The show on 105.7 The Point. Happy birthday, Rizz. Hey, Rizz, happy birthday, man. Douche.
All right, so leap year today, February 29th, leap day. It's like a free bonus day for you to experience the joy of living, right? Let's look at it like that.
Yeah.
Or for people in prison, an extra day to spend locked up.
Okay.
Always a positive thing.
Always glass half full over here. All right, the odds of having a birthday on February 29th are 1 in 1,461, and about 4 million people worldwide have a leap day birthday. So on non-leap years, about 80% of the people born on February 29th choose to celebrate their birthday on the 28th.
Really?
Yeah. But legally speaking, almost every state doesn't consider them older until March 1st. So they don't legally turn 18 or 21 until March 1st. So that answers that question. There's a leap day every 4 years, except on years that are perfectly divisible by 100, unless those years are also perfectly divisible by 400. That is so unnecessarily complex. It means 2,000 at a leap day, but 21, like 2,100 won't. Okay. And Sir James Milne Wilson. James Milne Wilson. Of course, we all know him as the former premier of Tasmania.
Oh, yeah.
Commonly known.
Household name.
Mm-hmm.
He is the only high-profile person to ever be born on leap day and die on one, too.
Holy cow.
He was born February 29th, 1812, and died February 29th, 1880, on his 17th birthday.
Tasmanian devil ate him.
Yeah, they don't say how he died.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Tasmanian devil got him.
So those are your final leap day facts.
Thank
you
you
very much. Appreciate it.
That's neat.
Yep, thanks.
Super neat.
All right, let's do this. And your Headline Hooshe today is sponsored by
Moritz Royce Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Rizzuto Show.
All right, here we go. Largo, Florida. Lovely Largo. Lovely, lovely Largo.
I mean, small.
Man, put this guy in the running for worst wedding guest ever. And I don't know, do you get bonus points if you're in the wedding? 45-year-old Ronte Stokes was a groomsman at a wedding on Saturday, but got kicked out after getting into a fight with the bride, who happens to be his sister.
Uh-oh.
It started as an argument. Then other guests had to escort him out of the reception after he attacked her. It was around 10 p.m. Surprise, surprise, police say alcohol may have been a factor. He also hit several other people on his way out, including his brother-in-law, a bridesmaid, a niece, and his own mom, who's 65. Turns out Ronte's got a long rap sheet and spent over 10 years in prison. Just last month, he got fined $500 for disorderly intoxication. Well, now he's facing 5 battery charges, all felonies.
Ooh.
Oh, and they also tacked on a criminal mischief charge because he threw a lawn chair through a glass door on the way out. Anybody ever been to a wedding where a fight broke out?
Yeah.
Well,
West
of
Frankfurt.
course.
Oh, really? Where,
Yeah.
at the Elks Lodge? Where?
It was a moose, the West Frankfurt Moose.
Yeah, right there on Main Street.
Some friends of mine got married and had they had a rave as their reception, so that should have been your first clue that this was not a non-traditional. There were a lot of glow sticks and glow necklaces handed out, and somebody got drunk and melee ensued. I wasn't in the fight, but I did witness it. Because I remember being like, I've never seen a fight at a wedding before. This is crazy. Like a full fisticuffs. Cops came, arrests were made. Like that big of a fight.
Now,
have you?
No, I have not. I'm hoping one day.
Yeah, I was close. We were working. DJ Pee and I were working a wedding one time, and the groom, I don't know what happened, but he got upset about something, and he left, and no one could find him for a while, and so we had to wait for probably about 40 extra minutes to do the wedding because he just disappeared. But he came back, and I don't know what was going on, but he wasn't happy.
Did anybody fight?
Not necessarily.
I was at a reception at a VFW.
They were yelling at each other, I guess.
We were at a reception at a VFW hall, and the cousin of the bride went around stealing purses.
Oh, there deserved to be fighting at that wedding.
Yeah, there may have been.
There may have been after?
There may have been, yeah.
Well, here you go from Largo, Florida. Ronte Stokes, you are today's Headline Hooshe. All right, we'll take one final break. We'll come back and wrap her up.
House of Pain on 105.7 The Point. You are live with Liv, and I am backstage at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater with Breaking Benjamin, getting all of our swears out so we don't do that on the air right now. Gentlemen, how are we?
We're good. Great. It's good to be here.
Good. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here. And I'm going to start off by saying something I said to Brent Smith a couple days ago of Shinedown. I'm a fan before, being a DJ and having a cool job. And I'm sure you guys can relate to that, too, that you're a fan first with so many of these acts. What does it mean for you guys to be out on the road with Bush and Alice in Chains?
Well, we grew up with them.
Yeah.
You feel good. It's good for your mental well-being. Just feeling sweet. Look at the way I carry myself now. I'm just confident. Well, Parkrest Plastic Surgery, if your resolution this year is for more self-care and building your confidence, well, book yourself an appointment. Parkrest offers a wide range of expertise to patients seeking aesthetic improvement, highly trained professionals in their field, top-level care. Everybody's amazing over there. They're right down the street. People travel from all over the world to see Dr. Kaplan and Dr. McGuire. So if you're looking for the mommy makeover, combination of breast and body surgeries to help a body recover from the after effects of pregnancy and breastfeeding, breast lifts, augmentations, breast reduction, liposuction, tummy tuck, whatever it takes to get you feeling your best after creating a new human, they got you at Parkrest Plastic Surgery. And their aesthetic center, they can do everything from laser hair removal to hydrofacials to permanent makeup to radio frequency microneedling, otherwise known as Morpheus. They got you there at Parkrest Plastic Surgery. Book a consultation appointment. Go to parkrestplasticsurgery.com. parkrestplasticsurgery.com.
So here we are, way back Point Fest, and the first band of the day is a band that, through the course of my life, I think I've seen your band 6 times, but we've never chatted and said hello.
It's just strange that wouldn't happen. I know you mentioned Mississippi Nights.
Yeah.
We talked on the phone the other day, and
yeah.
I remember the club well. We used to have great shows there, but it's like anything these days. Stuff doesn't stay around as long as you would think it would. So
I remember something specific about this show, and it's a little creepy, so I'm going to go ahead and warn you. So where I was standing at Mississippi Nights, they had the back door open, and I could see directly into your tour bus.
Okay.
And I saw you. This is like right before you guys are going on, and I hadn't ever seen you before till this night, and you had like this black
leather jacket on, like these skinny sort of jeans, and I was like, this dude is a bad, bad man. And you were. And it was such a great show because that night it was a couple of different bands. Letters to Cleo were on that bill. Yeah. Ned's Atomic Dustbin were on that bill. I love those guys as well. So it was like a cool thing. But it was the first night that I saw you guys, and Vinny, you had this like for real frontman rock star presence about you that I thought was very cool at the time.
You sure put the pressure on me today. Where do you go from there?
Right. But you know what though? And speaking of that role as the frontman is like an important thing, man, because not only the nuts and bolts of the creative side of the music and the lyric writing and stuff, but I mean having that image for the band is an important one, whether you want to kind of admit to that or not.
Oh, certainly. It's something that we seemed to cultivate early on in the career of the band. We wanted to do that thing.
Morning, I want to be my best. I want to be at my best. I want to feel good. When I feel good, I work hard. Just want to feel sweet. Well, I'm in my 40s now, my mid-40s, and this happens to guys as they get older. They don't feel as good as they once did. Well, gentlemen, you could turn back the clock to the man you saw in the mirror 5, 10, or even 15 years ago. Just make a call to Mentality, mentalityhealth.com, and what you have to do is you have to book a consultation. And you go down to Mentality, either the Chesterfield location or the South County location. They're going to do a blood draw. They're going to see what's going on inside you. Maybe you're low T, and that's fine. They get you all straightened out with TRT therapy. Maybe you're looking for peptide therapy. Maybe you're looking for semaglutide. Maybe lose some pounds. They'll customize a treatment plan for you at Mentality. Book that consultation. They'll work with your insurance. I can't do it for you. I can't pick up the phone and make the phone call. You got to do it yourself. It starts by you going to mentalityhealth.com. That's mentalityhealth.com.
We are backstage at Point Fest with a St. Louis favorite, and the great part about this today is that they're actually going to get to play. Ladies and gentlemen, Highly Suspect backstage at Point Fest. What's going on? Welcome back. It's wonderful to see you as always. But I would also like to tell you that Natural Born Killer has been one of our favorite songs of the year so far. It sounds great on the air, and it sounds like a great Highly Suspect song. So let me ask you, where did that come in the recording process? One of the first, one of the last? Where was that?
Smack dab in the middle.
Oh, okay. All right. I always wonder if, when it comes out as a strong lead single like that, if where it was in the creative process matters. You know what I'm saying?
I think once we heard that riff, it was like, okay, this is like the sports anthem style riff. We just kind of knew it would be the one.
Yeah, absolutely so. So a new album is out now. All right. How quickly do you see the audience singing songs back to you?
Almost immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you are
luckily.
And you got to be kind of like amazed and taken aback by that a little bit.
Oh my God, it's a blessing. It's incredible.
I can't remember words to songs I love from 20 years ago.
I can't remember the words to the songs that we wrote. So
JewelryNinjaBling.com, the exclusive jeweler of the Rizz Show.
Morris Royce is the difference maker. I'm sure all of us have had some sort of experience where you go to some mall level or mall jeweler, street level jeweler, and you just feel like bait or something. I don't know. Like you walk in, they're just like, ugh.
Oh yeah, you walk in there, you go, oh, chum in the water.
Yeah, exactly. And then you never know. Am I getting a piece that there's like a billion of these things made? It's the person I want to give this to is special, but this piece isn't special. Then you go to Morris Royce and you go, oh my gosh, 15th floor, private showroom. You're buzzed in. It feels like a speakeasy or something. And then you're talking to people that aren't working on commission, that legitimately have decades of experience, and you start talking about customizing a one-of-a-kind piece, everything changes. You never go back to how it was before after you experience more.
Yeah, dude, it feels just cool being up there. Like this is not the norm. Like I'm really being taken care of here. Like by people who care.
How
and
it's
you
supposed
actually
to be.
Yeah, and who actually take pride in their work, take pride in the community, want to make sure you have a great experience so you tell your friends and family about Morris Royce Jewelry.
Exactly.
Been in business for a long time. I've been a customer for many, many years, as has Moon. It's Morris Royce Jewelry, NinjaBling.com, the exclusive jeweler of the Rizz Show, where you get the jewels and not the shaft.
October at Point Fest. Everybody. All right.
Sorry, I had to do that.
No, that's all right. You do whatever you need.
We're
The next 10
back.
minutes are all about you.
Hey, Jeff's wife. Just want to say hi, Jeff's wife. Hi, Jeff's daughter. I love y'all.
So, okay, first and foremost, we were talking to Will just a second ago.
To
You
Will,
were
my boy.
Introducing me to Will.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that has become so apparent to me over time in meeting bands and talking to bands is that word chemistry. And how absolutely, positively crucial that is. And you can probably even like someone personally, but maybe not have that same musical connection. And it's got to be all of that.
It's got to be all that.
ever.
Yeah, you vibe with somebody. You can vibe with anybody, you know what I'm saying? But when you get musically, like the other night, take for instance, we played a show last night. And just backstage after the show, I was listening to some cool Miles Davis jazz, right? And then I went to Bill Evans jazz, and he sat down with me, and for 30 minutes, we just started discussing how piano and jazz and the art of rock and roll make us feel. And just by talking to us at the end of the conversation, we were going, woo, woo, I love what we do.
Yeah.
You know, and then when we're on stage, you can play chords and this guy will go off. It's a chemistry thing. It's a bonding thing. But the true lesson for a new person in a band is whether you can live with them in the bus.
Right on. But you don't know that.
Some people don't shower, dog. Some people don't shower. Some people don't change their socks.
All right. Okay, but then what do you do when you like a guy that you're auditioning with or what have you, but then you start to do shows and you're like,
You sit down with them and say, we need to have a real big talk. I love you. And you would tell me if I have a booger on my nose, right? And he'd say, yeah. And I'd say, you got a big booger on your nose. And it's called you need to take a shower.
And that's a legitimate conversation that you have had before.
Not with this guy.
No, well, right, because he's here.
Oh, yeah, not this guy. He smells good. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the single here.
Yeah.
I hope You're Happy is doing incredibly well nationally.
Thank
We're
you.
having a great run with it. And I got to be very honest with you, and please don't be mad at me when I say this.
No.
The very first time that I heard that song, I thought, this is not at all what I would think Blue October to be. And when I came back to it the second and third time, I was like, ooh, this is another direction, and I like it a lot. And it just grows every time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So is that, I mean, was it a purposeful, like, sort of right turn?
We all grew up on so many different styles of music. And like I said, we discussed jazz, opera, hip hop, urban rock as our foundation, and alternative rock as our foundation. So when we went into the studio this time, we wanted to write music like, remember when we were growing up and you'd watch a movie like Pretty in Pink or something like that, and Ducky was in love with that chick, or John Cusack held the radio up and played In Your Eye. We wanted to write an album like that, but with some balls behind it. So I Hope You're Happy was that song. So we just wanted to slap a little bit of groove on it and just play it outside of the box. But
And what I find to be very fascinating, and we can, talk about as much or little of this as you want, but I mean, you are locked in to know how this record is doing. Like, because sometimes we get bands that'll be like, oh, we're at number 17 on the chart. That's awesome. We're up 50 spins, and they know what's going on. And then some bands are just like, oh, it's out there and it's happening, but you're locked in, man.
we watched the chart on it. Like, Paul right now is outside checking you checking the daily right now? Where are we sitting, bro? There you go.
Look at that.
Positive spins. We got our bullet back, baby. That's all our conversation is. My wife has to tell me and Paul, his wife, the same thing. Put your phone down. Stop checking media base.
Right,
you know
right.
what I'm saying? So.
But does that take any of the fun out of it for you, though? Like, no?
My whole thing is Paul will kill me. I don't want to be number one. I don't have to be definition of success, and I'll speak for you guys too, because we've all discussed it, is having a roof over our heads, having kids that are healthy, having wives that love us, we love them, and having these adoring, amazing supporters. That's it. Mm-hmm. You playing us is this added blessing and bonus. So it's just like, I can't believe we're here, and every day is this new, exciting thing.
How long does it take you to get to that, though? You know what I'm saying? To get to where because it sounds like there's definitely that you get it, you love it, but there's a genuine appreciation happening here, too, of it.
There is, because back in 2007, when we had a lot of songs hitting really hot and going, when you hit number one, you go through this thing where you always are competing with that one again. When you stay around number 15, 14, you have this dodge and weave thing where you're still cool and you can still surprise people with another single. You know, that's where I'm at. My manager probably wants to kill me right now because he wants number one. But like I said, the fact that we rolled up today and we said, y'all remember in 2000 when we played Point Fest? And it was our first festival gig in 2000. And we were the band when the gates opened. Y'all let us play next to a Bud Light stand. And the gates opened and we played James and Angel and Breakfast After 10. And we were just like, we've made it. You know, that exciting. We don't ever want to lose that vibe, and we're not. We love each other, and we love y'all, and all that. I'm going to let somebody else speak.
Well, first of all, we're going to learn, for next Point Fest, I think we're going to bring 20 microphones just to make sure that everybody is taken care of. So I'm really sorry that that we don't get those. But with this said, you know, you talk about playing your first Point Fest. St. Louis has seemingly always been a spot that you guys have really, I mean, you have just really resonated here.
We have lots of fun in this town. Absolutely, every time we come.
Yeah, and we absolutely love having it.
You know, the only reason that we resonate in this spot is, and I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh God, I love you, is because you're playing us. That's people don't get that.
Well, and they have over the years. I mean, from the first single, Breakfast After 10, to, and there may have been a few that you did or not, but we're all still here together, and we keep coming back. You keep asking us back, and we love it. I mean, we have memories from almost 20 years ago at Point Fest, and that's amazing.
Yeah, you just are one of those bands that like, and you're not, it's not like the feeling like a local band, like I know you and you're my buddies, but like it has that sort of like, like our buddies, like our like sort of that sense to it, and it just makes it that much better and makes these interviews that much more fun, and the sets that much more fun as well. Real quick before we're done, talk a little bit about the doc. Oh, damn it, two things. Record, when are we getting it? And talk about the documentary.
Okay, so check it out. August 17th, the record is coming out, but if you pre-order it right now, you get 2 free songs, and every month we're going to give you another song. So you'll have 5 songs by the time the album is released. Documentary.
No, we had that run of really awesome weather last week, or earlier this week even. You know, it was nice spending time outside. You know, it was like what's to come, springtime, right around the corner. Nice to spend time on the deck. And it came flooding back like when we bought our house. The deck that was on the house was in disrepair. We had to do a complete tear down. And thank God for Chesterfield Fencing Deck. They put the new deck in and we couldn't be happier. Got like lights built into the posts. We did the underdecking with a fan. So when it's hot and swampy, we're not actually on top of the deck. We're under the deck. Got some nice furniture under there. They can do all that at Chesterfield Fencing Deck. Even if you're looking for just a fence, you got a new puppy, you want to keep the dog in the yard. That's what we did. Got a new fence. Local owned and operated, 56 years in business. Fences and decks and sunrooms, screen rooms, patios, retaining walls, windows even. They're a company you could trust with your biggest investment, your home and the safety of your family. And if you mention the Rizz Show, you get 20% off your next installed outdoor project. Chesterfield Fence Deck, online at chesterfieldfence.com. After all, who doesn't want a bigger deck?
Everywhere you look at me, you can see I'm in a brace. Yeah, you got a giant head.
All right, that is it for us. Another show in the books. Big Thursday show. Thanks for tuning in.
You're welcome.
All right, today's wrap-up is sponsored by...
Sponsored by Jack in the Box. Jack Wraps. A little bit of healthy, a little bit of indulgence only at Jack.
All right, what is today's podcast titled?
They are Billy Ray's Mullet.
I love it.
Yeah, Billy Ray's Mullet. Nice. All right, Moon, what else you got left?
Man, I hope you guys stay positive and encouraging to young people out there. And
You're the sweetest, Moon.
and
I'll
that's
tell
about
you.
it. Just
Nice.
build up young people. Don't tear them down.
I agree.
Stop it.
Yeah.
What? Hey, man, he
Save the
balances out
children.
your salty flavor. I like it.
I wasn't salty about the little girl.
Well, I'm not even bringing nothing up. I don't know what you guys are talking about. This is
Right,
completely
we're just talking
unrelated to
young
the
people.
entire
Listen
opening
to the
segment.
podcast, top of the show.
You're great too, Rizz. I'm
Terrible
not
anthem.
saying you're bad.
Oh my God!
Everybody's so
How did we get here?
The people that tell me I'm too butthurt on this show, look around me right
Oh, whoa!
Look
Who
around
said you're
it.
butthurt about anything?
now. Some jack bag named Kyle. I don't know.
Kyle.
My name's not
Pay
Kyle.
no attention to Kyle.
I'm mad at Kyle.
All right, Lern, what do you got?
Follow me on the socials, Learn versus Radio, but also come to the Sheldon tonight and sell this event out for John Hewlett. We're roasting him. I'm one of the speakers tonight.
Are you roasting, or will you roast him?
I will.
Or is everything going to be positive?
There will be positivity, but there will be roasting. And I'm going to bring up some things that I have not cleared anything by him, and I won't. I believe his mother will be in the crowd, and that kind of makes me nervous.
There will be roast.
There will be roast. best, and I love him so much. And it's going to be a really cool night, and I just can't wait. I've been wanting to do a John Hewlett roast for 15 years, and tonight is the night. I'm so excited.
This is it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear the stories tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and heckle.
Oh, you're going?
I'm going to go, yeah.
Good for you.
I like me some John Hewlett. I'm going to go pay respects to the man. You got to pay. He's the Don, dude. That's the
kiss the
Don of
ring?
St. Louis. I'm going to go kiss the ring.
Yeah.
Very few will you get me out on a weeknight to do it for, but I'll.
So I should be expecting 2 tired co-hosts tomorrow.
Yep, the show's going to suck tomorrow, you guys.
I will
Just
kiss the ring.
Oh, it's going to be great.
I won't be tired.
You know what's
great.
cool about tonight is there's going to be a special guest that they're not announcing that everybody hopes will participate, and he will be. It's going to be cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's going to be nice to see former
Ronald McDonald,
Secretary
dude.
of State Condoleezza Rice
Yep.
there. That's going to be awesome.
She's showing up.
Pretty exciting.
Rafe, what else?
That's it. I said my thing.
Okay.
Thank you.
King Scott.
Yep. The album of the year has been released today.
Today!
Today!
Yeah.
Two
So,
weekday miracles.
give that a listen. And we appreciate the ones who've already started following us on Bandcamp because we got it there for sale.
Well, would you like to mention what it is?
It is freethe2sg.bandcamp.com.
Well, mention what.
The record.
Mention the record.
The record.
Action figures.
Talk up the record.
From.
The 2SG.
There you go.
And your new marketing company that you're starting.
Yes, that I'm starting. So if you guys want to hey, seriously, if you want to invest in my marketing company, it's Venmo.
What?
King Scott rules at Venmo. Just go over there.
You're the best.
No,
best
go
best kept
download
secret promotions.
go to the 2SG and support that very important band.
Okay.
It's the most important
it's on
record yet.
All the streaming platforms?
Yeah, everywhere.
What do you have going on, Rizz?
Yeah.
Nothing going on.
You never say anything
Yeah.
like about yourself.
Because I leave it all to you guys.
Oh, you're sweet. See how nice you are.
Rizz Show Live.
Already sold out. Don't care.
Don't care. Okay, cool.
Good luck getting
outside
tickets to that.
Yeah, stand outside, look through the window, losers.
I'm going to make sure all the windows are newspapered up.
Well, it's going to need to be like the sex shops
some of it
because
is
there's
gonna
some things going down that
Yep, feet are going to be
Delmar
sticking.
can't deal with.
Feet are going to be sticking to the floor.
Listen, you can still get tickets if you win a contest here and don't pick Primus tickets instead.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Oh, we have
Yeah.
one pair of tickets left for tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, do we? Okay,
Still
good.
left.
One pair of tickets
Well, I
left.
guess we're
was
playing a
shocked.
game tomorrow then.
Yeah, we need. These are coveted. What are we going to do tomorrow?
Last pair.
Yeah, these are tickets that everyone's like, man, I can't wait to win those. And then they get an opportunity like, Jelly Roll.
All right, we'll figure it out.
It's close.
All right, we leave you with a selection from our Teamers Member of the Day, which is brought to you by Hot Shots, St. Louis' home for blues hockey. From St. Peter's, Amanda Geisler is our
Amanda.
And for some reason, she wants to hear this song, and I got to play it, so here it is.
All right.
What is this?
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.